Yo, check out this absolute bombshell S-rank demon queen. She is so lethal that just having one dirty thought about her triggers an instant explosion. Game over, man. But our main character, he did not care. He swiped her fishnet stockings as a trophy to brew some weird wine. Turns out a system glitch turned this dude into the demon lord of this world. The funniest part, he had no clue. He was just maxed out on stats but stuck at a level cap, so no matter how hard he grinded, 0 XP gained. He could not even equip basic gear. Meanwhile, the demon race sent Bellio, a level 97 baddie, to pick him up. But our paranoid MC thought she was an assassin sent to delete his existence. Still seeing how fine she was, he camped in a corner to snap some paparazzi pics. Bellio was confused though. The prophecy said the boss would be right here. She scanned the area but saw nobody worthy. So she pulled a photo out from between her massive assets. Yeah, she kept her dream drawing of the demon lord right there. She was literally hugging the picture, totally down bad. Her plan, find the boss, drag him home, and initiate some intense bedroom cardio, if you catch my drift. But the normies nearby were ruining the vibe. They all backed up with weapons, terrified that a final boss just spawned in the beginner village. Bellio just smirked and activated her D-rank skill, Absolute Domain. Any low-level scrub in range. Boom. Spontaneous combustion. Our MC saw the fireworks from his hiding spot and decided it was time to tactical retreat. But Bellio sensed a glitch. Someone actually survived her AoE nuke. Suddenly, a beam of light smashed the rock next to the MC and went straight for Bellio. The demon queen sensed the danger immediately. She dodged back just in time. She screamed the name Roland in pure rage. It was the level 101 human hero, the so-called hope of humanity. Bellio was salty, pointing right at him. "Why are you crashing the party?" Roland smirked. "Obviously, I am here to spawn camp the new demon lord." The prophecy tipped him off, but he was not sure of the exact spot until he saw the familiar shop. Now he knew the target was definitely here. Hearing that Bellio unleashed some serious killing intent. "Touch my demon lord and you die." She grabbed her weapon and launched into the air. She went full aggro on Roland, forcing him back. During the clash, the hidden picture of her crush fell out. Roland saw it and got curious. The battle was shaking the earth, but the level gap was real and Bellio was losing ground. But for her beloved master, she popped her berserk mode to restore full health. Roland realized he might actually get wrecked here. He had to use his ultimate dirty trick to end this. A second later, he whipped out a piece of paper. Belial's eyes went wide with shock. It was the photo she dropped earlier. Roland was holding it hostage right in the middle of the fight. He caught her slipping and kicked her straight into the air. Coincidentally, she went flying right next to where the MC was hiding. Bellio was gasping for air. She looked at the torn picture, screaming at the priest for being a scumbag and ruining her husbando's portrait. "You really have a death wish hero." But then, miracle of miracles, she turned her head and saw the MC. Bellio was instantly cured of all pain, overjoyed to finally find the lord she had been simping for. But Roland saw her distracted and did not hesitate. Slash. While she was staring at her crush, Bellio got cut down instantly. 0 chill. Roland walked over to check the body near the MC. "Typical demon general, almost took me out. Too bad my HP is low, gotta set a trap now." His plan: wait for the demon lord to step into the trap, then backstab him for a perfect victory. Big brain plays only. He turned around to find his spawn point, but then he spotted the MC cowering in the corner. When did the demon lord get here? And why is he just chilling behind me? Roland frantically used his appraisal skill. The result terrified him. The level was 4 question marks. The HP bar was broken beyond the limit. The status, just read World Destroyer. A 4-digit level, Roland froze. Even at full health, he would stand 0 chance against this monster. His mind started racing. He sacrificed Bellio just to drain my stamina. It was all a setup so he could finish me off effortlessly. Is this the legendary cruelty of the demon lord? Roland was spiraling. Suddenly, the MC stood up and wiped his mouth. Roland thought it was the end. He hallucinated the MC charging up some apocalyptic magic to wipe the map. Just a flick of the wrist and the world would end. But reality hit different. The MC just pulled out a beginner health potion and handed it over. "You look beat, bro. This is all I got, but drink up if you do not want to keel over." Roland had no idea the MC was clueless about his own identity. He stared at the red liquid, thinking it was poison meant to torture him. But refusing meant instant death, so he buffed his defense to the max and accepted the bottle with shaking hands. "Here goes nothing." He drank it, and his HP actually went up. He looked confused, which made the MC think the potion was too cheap. "Sorry man, I am broke. That is the best loot I have." Roland thought he was being mocked. "What is your game here?" The MC thought for a second. "Actually, I do need a favor." "Which way to the noob safe zone?" Roland's jaw hit the floor. "The safe zone? You mean the place filled with level 1 weaklings?" Roland's brain exploded. "The protector of the newbies. He wants to destroy the future heroes before they grow." Roland was convinced the MC wanted to massacre the starter village, while everyone was still weak. To save humanity, he had to lie. He decided to lead the MC to a high-level dungeon instead. But as they moved, a monster jumped out. Roland spun around with godlike speed. He instantly deleted a pack of level 42 mobs. The MC watched the swordplay and was genuinely impressed. This guy is a pro. Suddenly, a monster lunged from behind the MC, screeching in demon tongue. Boss, save me, Roland stared, waiting to see the demon lord's true power. Instead, the MC jumped and hugged Roland's leg like a baby. Save me, big bro. The monster was right on top of them, so Roland casually raised his sword and vaporized it. But inside, Roland was sweating bullets. He is pretending to be weak to test me. He would not even lift a finger against a beast that ferocious. Absolute monster, Lucien was overflowing with confidence. Seeing boss Roland ignore Bellio's corpse, rushing over to loot the gear was the only move. Every drop on this boss was god tier. Even finding Bellio's fantasy diary, Roland was losing his mind just looking at it, but for Lucien, it was pure torture. No experience points, no equipping items, not even a level up. Stashing it all in the inventory was the only option. If only getting strong like Roland was possible. Just like that, after 2 hours of dragging Lucien along, they stormed into the University City safe zone. Who would have guessed it was the school? Meanwhile, at the demon headquarters, the generals gathered to plot a master strategy. Babylon was clueless. Only Bell had seen Demon King Levi's true form in a dream. Sending other demons would be useless. They wouldn't recognize the real king. But suddenly, Memon stepped up. Bellio had left a clue behind, holding up a picture. Finding Lord Levi was guaranteed. Plus, intel from the demons confirmed. Roland left the king's spawn point, dragging a human back to the safe zone. Babylon pulled out the photo. Memon froze. 1 second later, that looks nothing like the target. Lord Levi is definitely still out there. Time is running out. Back at the gate, Lucien waited in line while Roland cooked up a scheme to deal with the protagonist. Turns out University City was a massive trap. The safe zone enjoyed divine protection, equipped with a system to seal all monsters. No matter how strong the game rules would wipe them out. Roland's plan, torture Lucien slowly inside, then finish the job and become humanity's hero. But unexpectedly, just before entering, the gatekeeper dealt a critical hit. Isn't this hero Roland, the one prophesied to destroy the Demon King? Heard the trip to the spawn point was a success. Did the encounter end in an instant kill? Did Lord Roland chop the enemy into confetti? Roland heard these words, and panic set in. Signaling for silence was immediate, fearing Lucien would flip out and annihilate everyone. But Lucien just casually pulled out an ID card. The boss is that famous. Seeing Lucien's confusion, the guard hyped it up. This is humanity's hope. The prophecy says this leader will slay the Demon King. Then the guard warned Roland. The Balmung sealing system is active here. It's gear that seals every demonic entity. Hearing that, Roland lunged to cut off the guard, screaming, "Do you want the world destroyed faster?" Running to comfort Lucien was the only move. They are just joking. Honestly, the Demon King has always been an idol of mine. Luring Lucien to the safe zone. Once inside, humanity wins. 1 second later, a shove sent Lucien flying into the safe zone. A scream tore through the air. Taste the massive power of the system. System power? What is that about Zap? The imaginary seal never happened. But outside, the divine artifact Steel Balmung tried to seal Lucien and instantly broke. Roland was spiraling. Even the system couldn't touch Lucien. Hands in pockets. Lucien stood there confident and untouched. Well, that's a relief. Suddenly, boom. The divine artifact detonated. A massive shockwave grabbed everyone's attention. Monster attack. The guard explained, just a system glitch. The Steel Balmung protects this safe zone. As long as we're in range, safety is guaranteed. But turning around revealed the Steel Balmung was completely twisted. Details, details. Most importantly, humanity's top fighter Roland is here. The guard shouted for Roland to calm the crowd. But Roland, already kneeling on the ground, terrified. One sentence destroyed the system, artifact twisting it into a heart shape. All that effort was nothing but a joke in the Demon King's eyes. A gentle tap would send anyone to heaven. The gap in power brought nothing but pure despair. Surrender seemed like the best choice. Seeing that pitiful look, Lucien offered comfort, heard it was just a lag spike. No big deal. Why so scared? What a cute boss. Roland, big bro, get up. Humanity's hope can't be this timid. The game is just beginning. That sentence crushed Roland even harder. Just the beginning. What is the ultimate goal here? Just state the demands. Hearing that, Lucien assumed his system reward was coming and grabbed Roland's hand. Actually, I need a small favor. Take the lead to the busiest spot on campus. Gotta learn some basic life skills to survive in the safe zone. Beaming with joy, praise flowed for big brother Roland. Since childhood, becoming a hero who defeats the Demon King was the dream, but the path was unclear. But if fate arranged this meeting, it proves the heavens don't want giving up to happen, even if the road is rocky. Striving to become a hero is a must. Will big brother help get stronger? Hearing this, Roland was thunderstruck. Lucien likes role-playing. 2 NPC doctors were invited to teach skills. At first, ignoring the rookie was their plan. But seeing the massive pile of gold looted from the boss, their attitude switched to pure bootlicking, but buying learning materials. This cash might not be enough. Trouble arose. Turning to Roland for ideas. Roland assumed it was a shakedown and handed over everything. Reluctantly accepting it, Lucien tried to explain, but the doctor interrupted. Plus this amount, still not enough. Eyes shifted to Roland. The jacket worth 48 gold, gone. Even the weapon, handed over. Finally, the pants turned into currency. The Demon King won without throwing a single punch. But the chef insisted, still not enough. Production skills require C-rank combat power at least dozen. Lord Roland have an expensive watch, the coming-of-age gift from a father. To grease the wheels, Ren sacrificed even the watch off the wrist. The NPC froze in sheer disbelief. Lord Roland treats an outsider like this. The generosity was blinding. A sudden realization struck like lightning. Items could be traded for gold here. Everything had a price tag hovering above it. Even trash loot from low-tier beasts meant cold, hard cash. Reality hit the player base like a truck. No matter how the world twists and turns, wealth remains the absolute law of the land. Ren emptied the inventory without hesitation. Roland's gear spilled out in a glorious pile. The merchant's jaw hit the floor. These were legendary S-rank artifacts. A spark of recognition flashed in the merchant's eyes. A glance at the wanted poster confirmed it. These treasures belonged to the infamous Lord Roland. Nada stood there trembling in awe. But Ren wasn't done yet. Out came the loot dropped by Bellio. The merchant turned beet red instantly. He frantically cast a level 99 appraisal spell. The results left him catatonic. A defensive masterpiece, S-rank quality valued at 340 gold coins. Onlookers gritted their teeth in pure jealousy. System error. That's impossible. How is a rag worth a fortune? One player lifted the defensive fishnets and fell into a deep trance. The golden rule of fantasy armor. The more revealing, the higher the stats. Light as air and carrying a bewitching scent. It was practically hypnotic. Crucially, this was worn by the demoness Bellio herself. The market value soared to 680 gold. But the merchant grabbed Ren's arm. Don't sell this treasure. Sell it, and the system deletes it forever. A holy relic like this must be preserved. Heck, pickle it in wine. Worship it. Equip this at a high level, and the stats will go nuclear. You will be the envy of every living. The merchant's fanaticism was intense. Ren just stared blankly at the raving fanatic. That speech only sealed the deal. Sell it all. In this fused reality, some seek to slay the boss and save the world. Others dream of standing at the apex of the rankings. Some hunt for hidden maps and secret lore. But Ren had zero interest in those cliches. The plan was simple: money talks. Hire a carry team to clear the dungeon. Wait for the boss to hit critical HP. And steal the final blow to claim the glory. That is Ren's path to heroism. Why sweat when you can buy the victory? The Demon King won't know what hit him. With the plan set, motivation surged. In a blink, Ren's cooking proficiency skyrocketed. The head chef watched the exit in total shock. Maxed out beginner level, already impressive. Let's move to intermediate training. Ren just smirked. Beginner, I just hit Grandmaster. The chef froze like a statue. Then the realization dawned. Grandmaster tier. This was the chaos caused by that anomaly account. Determination to crush the final boss burned brighter. Day 1 and the inventory was already bursting. Time to get down to serious business. Ren marched into the recruitment hall. Whispers filled the air. A top-tier squad was nearby. The legendary rank 5 team. Team leader Hao Ran. Level 16. The second strongest expert, his teammate Lu Jiu, argued for recruitment. More bodies make for faster grinding. Hao Ran scoffed at the idea. More members mean splitting the EXP pot. 4 elites are plenty. I'd kick my own sister if she dragged our DPS down. No dead weight allowed. He turned ready to conquer the instance, but a holographic window blocked the path. A join request from Ren. Hao Ran sneered. Another delusional noob trying to leech, rejected without a second thought. Ping it popped up again. And again, a spam attack. Hao Ran's irritation spiked. Wait, this wasn't a request. It was a trade offer. Gift. 10 gold coins. Except, Hao Ran let out a soundless scream. His entire net worth was a measly 2 coins. Who the hell has 10 gold to throw around? That is enough to max out every combat skill. Enough to deck out in full elite tier gear. A stranger just handing out a fortune. Impossible suspicion warred with greed. But you don't say no to free money. Click. Transaction complete. The notification left Hao Ran brain dead with joy. Then came the join request again. Ren's mission was simple. Return to the starter safe house to retrieve loot. Problem A. Level 18 beast had claimed the zone. A suicide mission for a solo player, hence the mercenaries. Lu Jiu scoffed instantly. We are rankers, we don't babysit. But Hao Ran grabbed his shoulder. Hold your tongue, Lu Jiu, where's your heart? Helping the weak is our duty. Translation, I want more money. Request accepted. Arriving at the safe house. Ren turned the key. Whoosh. A dagger slashed through the air. Murder and robbery, the classic combo, boom. The ceiling collapsed. A massive beast crashed down, sending shockwaves blasting everyone back. Level 22. Rank A. A catastrophe had arrived. Dust cleared. Head count taken. Ren was gone, swallowed by the crater the rat beast created. Falling into the abyss below, Hao Ran smirked amidst the chaos. Client dead, guess I keep the deposit, but a flash of white cut the dark, and Liu dove into the pit. Hao Ran's jaw dropped. There goes my payday. But the Rat King locked eyes on the remaining duo. A 6th level gap, that is a death sentence. Strategy, run like hell. But the beast hesitated. It didn't strike. It sniffed the air, searching. It caught the lingering scent of Demon King. Roland, confused the beast, peered into the abyss. Meanwhile, Ren plummeted. So this is it. Maybe I'll respawn with a cheat system. Ren landed. HP bar full. The ground cracked. 0 damage taken, too deep to climb out. Guess I'll wait for rescue. Suddenly, shadows shifted. Rats swarmed in. Not to kill, but to greet their king in squeaks. Swish thwack. Daggers pinned the rats to the stone. And then Liu landed silently, blade drawn, ready to slaughter. The path forward was a dead end. An invisible barrier sealed the exit tight. Only one option remained, find a way up. And An Liu turned to the rookie. You, lead the way. Gotta keep up the mysterious killer vibe. Seeing the pressure, Summer shrugged. Fine. A slow search for the exit began, but a wicked grin crept onto An Liu's face. The fool turned it back, the perfect opening. The assassination skill activated instantly to secure the loot. Thud. The dagger stopped dead. Not into flesh, but a roast chicken. And Liu froze in disbelief. A lethal strike, blocked by a crispy bird. Turns out Summer just saw dropping HP bars. Chef instincts kicked in. Here, eat. Never expected a knife to be drawn that fast. And Liu backflipped away instantly. Panic set in. This wasn't a normal player. No rookie reacts like that. That chicken. It must be a legendary D-rank shield artifact. Even a level 16 tank would have bled, but the poultry remained unmatched. This guy holds terrifying secrets. It must be trapped. High-level poison, mind control serum. One bite could turn a warrior into a mindless puppet. Eating is forbidden. But that smell, divine resistance crumbled. A single bite was taken. Boom. The body transformed instantly. Every skill leveled up. A class evolution completed. A true assassin awakened. This wasn't food. It was a god-tier artifact. The oath of the past echoed. Follow only the strongest. In An Liu's eyes, Summer was no longer a rookie. He was a god. A monster far above them all. Knees hit the floor in instant worship. I belong to you now. Use me as you see fit. Summer stood paralyzed. Is this a terminal illness? Brain damage? Who pledges a life for a drumstick? Chill out. Just act as a bodyguard. Think of it as an employment contract. And Liu paused. Logic rebooting. Then a face turned bright red. Understood, I will guard Lord Summer with my life. Meanwhile, chaos reigned below. Hao Ran stood dumbfounded. A level 35 boss monster. And it attacked with a sneeze. That single sneeze wiped half the health bars. Why does it feel boss inside a building? This spawn logic makes no sense. Unless this building is a high-level dungeon trap. Hao Ran scrambled up. Go, I'll hold the beast back. A hero moment. Wham! A massive paw swatted the hero like a fly. Health bar deleted. Bottomed out in a split second. Xiao Yuan panic spammed healing spells, but the Titan Cat kept swinging. Heal up, get smacked down. A loop of pure concussion. Hao Ran screamed, stop buffing me. Death is a mercy at this point. Lu Ju shouted the plan. Run for your lives. A level 35 boss is invincible for this squad. Nyla nodded. Luke, help me carry Hao Ran. We move now. Xiao Yuan turned around. And Lu Jiu was already a dot on the horizon. Sorry guys, teamed up for loot, not for dying. You're on your own. The demon cat loomed over Hao Ran. The tank played dead, but the final strike was charging up. Game over. Suddenly, meow. Summer stepped in. The boss monster froze, shrank down 10 sizes, a cute meow echoed back. The truth, the beast recognized the Demon King guilt for the earlier scratch was overwhelming. It had tried to bite its own tongue in apology. Self-punishment was the only path for the cat. But Hao Ran. The guy thought he scared it. Did I just solo an A-rank beast, 6 levels above me? Delusion set in. I am the peerless expert. One-shotting a level 22 elite, confidence skyrocketed to space. Stick with me, kids. I'll keep you safe. But Xiao Yuan was shaking like a leaf. A nightmare monster was standing right behind Summer. Summer glanced back. The cat rolled over, acting like a plush toy. Realization dawned, this fluff ball is just the pet. To the master, adorable. To everyone else, the eyes of death. A warning glare silenced the entire group. Summer tossed snacks to the beast. Hao Ran watched gears turning. A loser taming a dungeon boss. Keep him alive. Extract the secrets. Hao Ran smirked at An and Liu. Good work, assassin. Unlike that runner, Lu Jiu, you have loyalty. Come here, let a pro give you a reward hug. An and Liu walked over silently. Zap, crackle, lightning exploded. And Liu's daggers danced, plotting against Lord Summer. You unrepentant trash. Hao Ran hit the dirt screaming. And Liu, have you lost your mind? Stab, stab, the answer was more steel. You insects have no idea what cosmic entity stands before you. Just then, Summer walked back. Found the cat. Let's roll. The mission was just a pet rescue for Bao Bao. And then Liu froze, then bowed deep to the kitten. Greetings, esteemed supervisor. We shall work well together. Summer stared. You're hallucinating again. Seriously, check into a hospital. Then Summer saw the carnage. 2 bodies groaning on the floor. What is this mess? And then Liu reported instantly. Fatal wounds, sir. I was just ending their misery. Misery. They had 2/3 of their health bars left. That's just a scratch. They are beyond saving. Xiao Yuan panicked. My heals aren't working. The health is draining faster than I can cast. The blades were coated in lethal venom. Hao Ran, the self-proclaimed legend, dying by a teammate's hand. Resistance faded. The system prepared to delete the player. But then Summer revealed a glowing item. A cloth pulsating with magic. The Ghost Rune Bandage. A treasure beyond wealth. An item ordinary players only dream of seeing. 1 wrap outperforms 5 master healers. It could fully restore a level 80 tank in a blink. A miracle had appeared. Astronomical prices meant 0 buyers for this item. Yet, for the main character, this legendary loot was nothing more than everyday trash. Realization finally hit Hao Ran. Throwing around 10 gold coins like pocket change, treating a dungeon boss like a house cat, only a Grandmaster tier monster could pull off skills this terrifying. To think an assassination attempt was even considered. In the eyes of such a being, Hao Ran was merely a clown. Meanwhile, An and Lu's eyes lit up with twisted excitement. The theory, the boss heals the prey only to slaughter them personally later. Savage. Absolute admiration for such ruthless methods grew. Seeing an An Lu's face, the others dared not refuse. Hurry up and heal. Hao Ran hesitated, staring at the legendary soul rune bandage. We're mere mortals worthy of this. Stop spouting nonsense. Life is the most precious loot in this world. That line shattered Hao Ran's defense instantly. Boss, you are literally a second father. But barely a second later, a system window popped up. Trade request. Turns out the boss wanted cold, hard cash in exchange for the bandages. Seeing such persistence, the money was reluctantly accepted. Payment received, bandages delivered. Instant activation. The bandages wrapped around the party. Not just physical wounds, even dirty souls felt cleansed. The system frantically notified every single penny had been drained. Hao Ran slammed the window shut, shame washing over. Being broke is an honor. Post-use results, levels skyrocketed. Career bottlenecks shattered instantly. Suspicion arose this wasn't a bandage, it was a cheat code. Knees hit the floor in a show of undying loyalty. From now on, you are the big boss. Command us and we walk through fire. No need for drama. Just saving lives, don't overthink it. Oh, by the way, that's 20 gold coins owed for the soul rune bandages. 200% annual interest is cool, right? And Lu's interest peaked immediately. Using debt to destroy the soul, truly the insidious tactic of a dark overlord. Stepping out of the building brought a system alert. Squad successfully cleared the Licheng apartment dungeon. 50,000 experience points gained. Then shockwaves hit the world channel. Hao Ran, Lu Jiu, Xiao Yuan, An Liu, and Xia Ye names plastered everywhere for clearing the dungeon. The dungeon entrance was buzzing with chaos. Another notification flashed: Licheng apartment clear record. Hao Ran, Lu Jiu, Xiao Yuan, An, and Liu, and Xia Ye took first place. Xia Ye stared completely lost. A realization slowly dawned, voice trembling. What?
That place, just now, was a dungeon. Hao Ran gave a stiff, awkward laugh. Correct. Absolutely correct. The answer made Xia Ye shrivel up in existential dread.
Who am I? Where is this? What just happened? Hao Ran muttered internally. Is the dungeon boss not literally sitting on your head like a pet right now? Scene shift to Roland. Alerts flooded the screen. World announcement team, Xia Ye cleared the instance. Roland froze, brain buffering. A look of pure shock. Did the Demon King personally delete his own home back at Merchant City University? The crowd went wild. They returned. The squad walked down the street like rock stars, citizens cheering on both sides. God, the first team to clear it, beating a dungeon 10 levels higher. The veterans were used to this, but for Xia Ye, it was awkward first-time fame. No, just a merchant here. Total carry job, total fluke. Bystanders gazed in awe. How is this even possible? Someone spotted Hao Ran and recognition struck. A finger pointed. Is that the pro gamer who dominated the leaderboards? Total sense made. The crowd went into a frenzy seeing the title above Hao Ran's head. Look at that title, Peerless Powerhouse. No wonder it's the WCG champion. Clearing the dungeon makes sense now. Hao Ran waved a hand. You guys know your stuff. But clearing this dungeon, not this pro's doing. Finger pointed straight at Xia Ye. It was all thanks to Big Brother right here. Before the reveal could finish, a voice cut through the noise. Congratulations. Heads turned. Who was that? Roland stood there, legs wide, gasping for air. A full-speed sprint left sweat dripping. The crowd gasped. Roland internal monologue running wild. Too close, almost let them spill the beans. If the Demon King's disguise was blown, everyone here would be silenced. Saving the world again. Just another Tuesday. Throat cleared, composure regained. Roland walked over. These players are excellent. On behalf of Sky City, accept this highest honor and congratulations. Xie waved happily. Big brother Roland Hauren winced a little too loud there. Silence. Roland whipped out a rope binding the 4 party members, instantly dragging them away. Brave warriors, follow for medals. I will personally award them. The crowd watched confused. Why 4 people? Why only 4? The cat on Xie Ye's head yawned. Oh, right, the boss isn't a combatant, so no count. Xie Ye scratched a cheek. Makes sense, I guess. Back with Roland, a fist slammed into the wall. Face twisted into a vicious glare at Hauran. Spouting that much nonsense got a death wish. Hauran was pinned to the wall, trembling. Is this the personality of humanity's hope? Roland turned to the other 3, expression grave. Listen up. That identity is not simple. Lu Ju spoke up. We know. Roland cut in. Do you know why no level or class shows up? Lu Ju asked. Hiding it, a scowl formed. No, because none exist. That thing is fundamentally not a player. Jaws dropped. What? Hauran couldn't believe it. Not a player. Lu Ju frowned. Then what? Lu whispered one word. Demon. Eyes snapped to Lu. Excuse me, a smile crept onto Lu's face. Power that breaks the laws of nature. Definitely a high-level demon. Roland analyzed the situation. Surprisingly sharp for a quiet girl. Comforting almost. Roland confirmed. Guess is solid. But that thing is infinitely more terrifying than any random high-tier demon. The true identity is... Voice paused for effect, then boomed. Back at the Demon King's lair, jaws hit the floor. Lu Ju, Hauran, and Xiao Yuan stood paralyzed in shock. But Liu calm as a frozen lake. Just a cold reply makes perfect sense. Roland kept the analysis flowing. That monster disguised as a noob, so a noob is the role. To stop a total wipeout event, acting along with this twisted charade is mandatory. Force the mask off, trigger the rage. And it is game over for everyone. Just the thought summoned the nightmare image of Xie Ye. Pure terror. Since the secret is out, cards on the table, Roland declared. You 4 hold the top rankings. Just like Roland, the so-called beacons of humanity. Hauran narrowed eyes in suspicion. So Roland extended a hand, flashing a charming plastic smile. Cooperate. Wait for the chance to spawn kill the target later. A moment of hesitation, then the deal was sealed. Snap victory belongs to us. Seeing the pieces fall into place, Roland departed with a satisfied grin. Here is to a glitch-free partnership. Came the reply. A few steps later, the hero turned back. Let us guard the truth and protect this world together. Then accelerated into the distance like a scripted event. Lu Ju sighed, knew the guy was strong, but this unexpected. Captain Lu Ju called out, really teaming up with Roland to raid against Xie Ye. A sinister smirk twisted Hauran's face. Fake, obviously. Just bluffing that NPC. Recalling Xie Ye's epic coolness, the gamer logic kicked in. As a pro player, reading the room is a basic skill. Nobody in this server can beat that monster. Why purely seek a death sentence by opposing such OP power? The guy who sells out teammates instantly now playing the hero of justice. Lu Ju shut eyes tight. True. Winning is the only metric that matters. Hauran turned to the remaining duo. And you too. And Liu replied with utter boredom. If willing to become Lord Xie Ye's loyal hounds, staying in this party is acceptable. Heard the word hound. An invisible arrow scored a critical hit on Hauran's ego. Rage boiled. Flashbacks of Anne and Liu's previously submissive act played in memory, comparing the past to this attitude. Is this a betrayal? Before was completely different. Hauran barked a warning. Attack a teammate again and hands will be thrown. And Liu looked unimpressed. Depends on the mood. Beside them, Xiao Yuan chimed in. Count me in. Together. Before another word could drop, Hauran cut in. Consensus reached then. Standing tall with chest out. Let's all embrace the path of the villain together. And so the first human squad defected to the Demon King's faction. Meanwhile, at management headquarters, the general questioned the assistant. Rumor has it, a player's squad cleared the Star Apartment dungeon. Affirmative, the assistant replied. Human resilience always breaks limits, achieving the impossible. A satisfied laugh echoed. Excellent. The day of crushing the Demon King draws near. Then the query. Has Roland returned? General, there is good news and bad news. The good news first. Lord Roland has returned. Then the Demon King assassination quest must be complete. The assistant shrank back. The bad news, Lord Roland brought the Demon King back with him. Brought back. For what? Playing some twisted, raising simulation. The assistant stammered. Lord Roland explained. The Demon King did not spawn as a helpless infant in diapers. Instead, a complete form. Shock froze the general. Complete form already. The details will be explained personally. Please proceed to the briefing room. Lord Roland is en route. Heavy footsteps echoed in the corridor. Roland entered. Staff members bowed in reverence. Lord Roland, it is really him. Whispers of admiration filled the air. Inside the briefing room. Data transfer complete, Lord Roland. Apologies for the trouble, Roland nodded. Any orders, just command. A polite smile. Good work. Then gaze locked onto the screen, lost in thought until the general's voice boomed. Roland, explain this situation with the Demon King. The reply was grave. An existence infinitely more dangerous than any calculation. Twisted a steel bar into a heart shape without even lifting a finger, the general roared. Not even the divine weapons system could suppress such power. The brass erupted into debate. Why not destroy the bar completely? Mere grandstanding, a flex of strength. What is the endgame? Amidst the questions, Roland recalled the scenes with CIA. Observation suggests coercion, forcing entry into human settlements. Once the compromise was offered, the psychological attacks ceased. The room buzzed with confusion. Infiltrating human society. But why? Pointless to ask. The twisted logic of an evil entity is beyond human comprehension. Incorrect. Roland interrupted. The true purpose has been deduced. Gasps filled the room. Truly, as expected of the hero, the destined one. Humanity's hope. Even intellect is top tier. Speak. What is the villain plotting? The answer came slowly. Blending into player society is a cover. The goal is, a finger pointed sharply, to dismantle the bond between the political system and the human alliance, annihilating humanity from within without wasting a drop of mana. The executives exploded. What, such a devious scheme? Terrifyingly logical. Roland pressed on. Today witnessed him corrupting our most promising rookie squad. And then confidence radiated from the hero. Fortunately, intervention was timely. The scheme was halted and a partnership established with that squad. Brilliant. Truly our hope. So the apartment dungeon was just to. Roland cut the sentence short, controlling the narrative. Precisely. To build false prestige and bewitch the masses. Listen well. The world's monsters fall into two categories. First, the mutants. Native earth flora and fauna twisted by the resurrected Demon King's dark aura, like sewer rats becoming beasts. But the second type, invaders from the Earth's Destiny Demon Clan. Minions of the world-destroying Demon King, the true enemy. Their king seeks total annihilation. Human players led by the hero striking them down, that is the main quest of Earth's destiny. But achieving that ending, not a simple walk in the park. The power gap between true demons and mere mutants is the difference between heaven and earth. For 1,000 years, only one race could stand toe-to-toe with the human alliance. In the demon realm, only the absolute savages earn the title of warlord, the final boss of the main dungeon. Yeah, that's a warlord tier threat. But here's the kicker, that dungeon is actually the Demon King's stronghold right here on Earth. Roland's report hit a nerve. The high command was fuming. They got what they wanted, yet the enemy wouldn't even spare their own dungeon. That is some twisted next-level evil. Suddenly, a timid voice broke the tension. Yo, what if the Demon King actually has amnesia? Like doesn't know who they are? The whole room stared daggers at the guy. Excuse me. The rejection was instant and loud. No way in hell, they argued. You think Count Gang corrupting humanity's top squad through that dungeon was just a happy accident? Roland let out a cold, mocking laugh. Wow. You guys are adorable when you're naive. The timid officer shrank back under the heat. My bad, pretend I said nothing. Roland cut in. Bottom line, we are nowhere near strong enough to take this monster down yet. We have to wait. Let the reinforcements arrive, let the players level up. Then maybe we stand a chance. Until then, I'll handle containment. The meeting wrapped up with heavy vibes. The brass nodded solemnly. It's all on you, Roland. This is our only play. Understood. The plan proceeds. Roland accepted the burden. With the full trust of the council on his shoulders, a steely resolve hardened in his eyes. Meanwhile, back at the crib, Nox was chilling hard on a soft mattress. Oh yeah, the protagonist sighed, pure bliss washing over. Look at that stack of cash. Paper currency from the old world, total trash now. In this apocalypse, a spot in the safe zone is the only resource that matters. Talk about a 200 IQ move. Snagging a house in the city center while prices were low. The price tag for this luxury pad, 679 gold, 99 silver, and 99 copper. But now the bank account is hurting. 0 gold left. Just 23 silver and a single copper. With only a lonely bed in the middle of the room, at least survival is guaranteed. Can't ball out just yet though. Gotta live frugal and wait for the real estate boom. Being a total combat noob with 0 fighting skills is rough. To survive this game, making bank is priority number 1. Nox ripped open the inventory. Roast chicken darts, demon pattern bandages, and a weird egg. Nox stared at the loot, rubbing a chin in deep thought. Dilemma time. Option A, grind cash by using crafting skills to work for others. Option B, use scavenging skills to hunt for props to sell. Or option C, liquidate the current assets for quick cash. The choice was obvious. Nox grabbed the egg with a greedy grin. This bad boy is going on the market. No hesitation. That creepy horn has to be worth a fortune. Who knows what it is, but it smells like profit. Nox was strutting happily when bam, a slip, a trip, and disaster struck. The egg went airborne and smashed into the floor. Son of a. Panic mode engaged. A nasty crack appeared on the shell. If it breaks, the money is gone. Thinking fast, Nox grabbed the demon-patterned bandages and started wrapping the fracture like a mummy, hands clasped in desperate prayer. Please hold it together. Just survive until tomorrow morning so I can scam someone. Nox left the bandage mess on the floor. Time for takeout, a shower, and a nap. Seconds later, a loud scrack echoed. Grim the beast looked up, ears twitching. The fractures spread like a spider web. Boom. The shell exploded in a flash of purple light. Out stepped a pair of smooth porcelain white legs. Bellio, the demon general, had arrived. Long purple hair, flowing body wrapped tight in those very same bandages. A radiant smile lit up the room. I am the great demon Bellio, one of the 7 heavenly kings. The entrance was a bit scuffed, but whatever. The demon king is destined to destroy the world. It is written in the stars. Belial smirked with sinister charm. Just wait, my lord. Belial is coming for you. Then the gaze landed on Grim. The expression froze. Hmph. Grim's massive form towered over the room. The demon girl shrank back, trembling in pure terror. Belial stammered, voice shaking. Grim, she squeaked. Why are you here? The beast narrowed its eyes. You know me, I saw you in my dreams, she confessed. During my long slumber, the visions were clear. The prophecy showed me the truth. 2 worlds merging. The demon king leading the legion to wipe humanity off the map. In the dream, you were his lordship's right hand. The great demon commanding the feral legions. The violent beast. Grim bared, sharp fangs in a grin. Ha. Interesting. Bellio continued. The vision revealed the Lord's birthplace. Once I awakened, I waited to welcome him. I spent all that time dodging the Sky City hunters and that snake Roland. Flashbacks of the chase flooded back. Find her, the orders had screamed. I survived until now. Belial crunched on a rotten apple, recovering 3% HP. But then Roland ambushed me right at the spawn point. Grim. We have to find the Demon King immediately. Grim didn't budge. That won't be necessary. Belial's eyes went wide. What? Why? He isn't in his weakened infant state anymore. He doesn't need babysitters. The guy bathes himself without a maid's service. Truly miraculous stuff. More importantly, Grim's voice dropped to a whisper. His level, it's sitting at a cool 4 digits. Belial nearly choked. What 4 digits? Grim lay back down, licking a paw. Don't know the exact number. But to him we look like ants. And you, she whispered. Why do you look like? That Grim scoffed. This form is just camouflage. The master and I formed a soul link. Levels mean nothing to me now. Bellio broke into a cold sweat. A soul link impossible. You can tap directly into the Demon King's power, Grim reminisced. When the boss found me, I was a measly level 35. We go way back. Our bond is deeper than you could imagine. Of course, I am the favorite. Bellio clenched fists, eyes sparkling. I'm so jealous I'll work my butt off. One day I'll get a soul link too. Grim cut the fantasy short. Listen, there is one critical detail you need to know. She looked up, curiosity piqued. Critical. The beast smirked wickedly. The master is leading us on a special mission, total integration into the human world. Undercover, Bellio was stunned. Deep cover infiltration. Are we blending into human society to crumble their political alliances from the inside, destroying humanity without lifting a finger? So that's the play, she whispered to herself. That is our current strategy. Bao Bao cut in, quit guessing. His Majesty's goals aren't as simple as mere world destruction. Fanaticism flooded her eyes. Truly worthy of the Demon King, he holds absolute power. Could end the world with a single snap, yet he chooses this slow, methodical approach. Such elegant philosophy. Bao Bao interrupted her delusional trance. So annoying. Licking its paw, the creature spoke flatly, just play along. We're disguising ourselves as useless rookies. Do not expose his identity or ruin the master's grand design. Bellio nodded firmly, rest assured. She beamed with confidence, acting. Whether as a wife or a maid, I will perform perfectly. Bao continued. I can't reveal more, you don't look very bright anyway, but the master saved me from humans for a profound reason. Suddenly, Xie opened the bathroom door, calling out. He peeked his head out. I swear I heard voices just now. Xie spotted the strange creature next to Bao Bao. Shock hit him. This? What on earth? Bellio blushed, speaking softly. Master, welcome home. Xie was baffled. The egg had transformed into this. He lifted Bellio onto his palm, analyzing. Look at the size, the detail. It can even smile and talk. Greed instantly replaced curiosity. He shouted, holy crap, this. I can definitely sell this for a premium price. After Bellio's explanation, it clicked. I see. You're the pet of that field boss that exploded. Bellio bowed respectfully. Yes, master. Fascinating, he mused. Bellio, however, felt a wave of shame. To appear before the Demon King in such a state. How embarrassing. She stammered, master, my clothes. Xie cut her off, sold them. She froze. Then, my horns. Do they symbolize my status as a noble demon? Xie looked guilty. Sorry, I actually. Bellio's brain went into overdrive. I'm being sold off as a slave. It doesn't matter. Sorrow washed over her. Why? Why this? Then Bao Bao's words echoed in her mind. The master has a profound plan. Tears welled up. The Demon King saved me just for money. To sell me to humans, she trembled violently. It really is. But suddenly despair turned to perverse excitement. This is thrilling. She imagined humiliating herself for the Demon King's sake. To be ordered around by filthy humans, to be beaten and endure it all in silence, sacrificing my dignity for the Demon King. Just the thought makes my soul feel so noble. But reality intruded. Wait, is the Demon King really that broke? I finally got to his side. If I'm sold, I can't protect him. After a long pause, Bellio spoke up. Master, if it is wealth you seek, I have other methods. Xie raised an eyebrow. Other methods. Suddenly, Bellio floated up, radiating light. Whoa, what the? Just then, the delivery guy arrived. Boss, your food is here. The delivery guy froze. The angle made it look like Bellio was pinning Xie to the bed. A beautiful scene indeed. He gave a silent thumbs up of respect. I'll just leave the food here, the driver said, fleeing. Xie reached out. Wait, it's not what you think. Defeated, he gave up, explaining. Turning back to Bellio, his voice dropped. All right, spill it. How do we make this money? Bellio beamed. Please witness my special ability. Xie squinted. Special ability? Bellio clasped her hands, straining as if pushing something out. Here it comes. She squeezed her eyes shut. Pop tada. My demon horns have regrown. Without hesitation, she snapped the horns off and offered them up. Please sell these for money. Xie watched in horror. She's selling her body parts. Bellio reassured him, don't worry, master. I can harvest them once every single day. She looked up with puppy eyes. Please, just don't sell me. Xie patted her shoulder, adopting a cool CEO-like persona. You fool. How could I bear to sell you? The system chimed. Bellio acquired main heroine status. The deal was struck. Daily yield 354 gold, 98 silver. Alongside pet number 1, Bao Bao, who cost a fortune 1,350 gold, there was now pet number 2, Bellio. But as long as she stayed in mini mode, costs were manageable. 3 cookies a day. Thus, aside from the horn harvesting ritual, she remained tiny. Suddenly, Bellio looked up. Master, what is our next grand strategy? Xie blinked blankly. Strategy. Bao Bao panicked internally. Idiot, don't ask him that. You'll expose his cover. But Xie answered with gamer logic. Usually, players grind levels and hit dungeons. But our situation is unique. The priority is simple survival. Bao Bao was in awe. Deep roleplay, even now Bellio's eyes sparkled. I understand, we remain dormant and observe from the shadows. Xie scratched his head. I guess that's right, but why does she sound so dramatic? He clarified his point. Basically, yes, but we need capital. Only with enough money can we buy the boss position in the final challenge dungeon. He opened the system interface. My plan: buy raw materials, craft high-value items, and flip them for profit. Low-margin goods are a waste of time. Xie grinned. That is why you are absolutely critical to me. Bellio's heart skipped a beat. Master, she clenched her fists. I will give my all. To Xie, however, she just looked like a walking, talking money printer. Early the next morning, Xie stepped out. High above on the rooftop, Bellio watched him from the shadows. She blushed. To be of use to the Demon King. What bliss. Meanwhile, across the city, a pillar of light crashed down. It's here. The descent has begun. A silhouette stepped out from the light, revealing a presence that demanded attention. Following Lord Roland, the second high-tier NPC had finally descended upon Earth. It was none other than the bishop of the church, Mr. Moses Pookie. Roland grinned at the sight, declaring perfect timing. The war horn for our counterattack has finally blown. The crowd erupted in cheers, hype levels rising. Once every high-tier NPC descends, humanity can finally throw down in a decisive battle, no longer trembling before the Demon King's threat. Poochie heard the noise and let out a smug laugh. Ha! The bishop immediately started trash-talking. You people are making a mountain out of a molehill. Roland frowned, confused by the shade. Poochie didn't hesitate to clap back, exactly what it sounds like. You guys are overreacting to this Demon King threat. How strong can a monster stuck in a kid's body actually be? The mockery continued as Poochie sneered. We only agreed to your plan to let you play assassin. But claiming the Demon King is too strong. Sounds like someone is just making excuses for a failed mission. Poochie's face twisted into pure ridicule. And they call you the hope of humanity. What a joke. The words hit like a critical strike, turning Roland's expression dark. Suddenly, Kang Wu burst onto the scene, shattering the tension. The rookie screamed in panic, report, urgent report. A level 89 monster has spawned in the south. It claims to be dragon kin, but looks like a mutated lizard. 8 strongholds have already been wiped off the map. Player casualties have exceeded 4,000, all slaughtered by the NPC. Kang Wu screamed in terror, requesting immediate backup. The sudden bad news stunned both Roland and Poochie into silence. Snapping back to reality, Roland immediately stepped up. I am heading out now. But Poochie couldn't resist one last jab. Your ability to run away is truly impressive. Roland shot back, wait for my return. With eyes burning with fury, the hero growled, I will show you just how foolish your arrogance really is. Moments later, Roland was mounted on a warhorse ready for battle. Kang Wu stood by the side. Nervous Lord Roland, please watch your back out there. Roland looked down with a serious gaze, issuing orders. While I am gone, the task of monitoring the Demon King falls to you. Kang Wu blinked, confused. Wait, I have to stalk the Demon King. Roland snapped. You idiot. The Demon King's power is off the charts. Stalking would get you caught instantly. Kang Wu jumped, terrified. Then what am I supposed to do? Roland replied instantly. Just go ask directly. The rookie panicked even more. Ask directly. Like the target is just going to spill the beans. Suddenly, Roland tossed a red bag to Kang Wu. Take this over there. Kang Wu stared at the red bag. Curious, a gift. Are we sending a tribute? Roland explained with a bright smile. That is the supreme treasure of our clan, the Dragon Claw of St. M. Kang Wu nearly dropped it, trembling. We are giving away the clan's supreme treasure, just like that. The hero looked totally confident. Don't worry, my old man agreed to it. But Kang Wu was losing it. That is not the issue here. The rookie's voice shook. This is priceless, and we are just gifting it. Roland slapped Kang Wu's shoulder heavily, raising a fist in encouragement. Do your best. Show them our sincerity, and the target will definitely be moved and reveal some secrets. Kang Wu looked ready to cry, feeling totally pathetic. This is so humbling, it hurts. Time was running out, so Roland gave one final strict order. Just keep the target occupied while I am away, and do not let anyone harm the civilians. High above, Poochie watched the exchange between Roland and Kang Wu with a look of pure disgust. How annoying. The so-called hope of humanity has fallen so low, acting like a clown in a comic book. With orders given, Roland charged off, leaving Kang Wu waving goodbye. I know what to do, rest assured, Lord Roland. The rookie's face turned serious, fists clenching with determination to complete the mission. A moment later, someone asked, are you heading out right now? Kang Wu, now sitting on a bicycle, replied, yeah, big mission, cannot afford any mistakes. Just as the rookie prepared to pedal away, a voice called out, hold up. Poochie floated down from the upper levels. Kang Wu gasped in surprise. Bishop Poochie. The bishop landed smoothly in front of the bike, declaring, I'm coming too. The statement made the rookie's jaw drop. Huh, Poochie looked hyped, grinning. I want to see with my own eyes just how tough this so-called invincible Demon King really is. A short ride later, the duo arrived at the destination. They stood before a towering, luxurious building that screamed wealth. Poochie smirked, thinking the situation was obvious, so that is how it is. You guys found a unit in this administrative building to contain the Demon King. The bishop scanned the area, nodding approvingly. The green belt is wide, a decent safety distance to stop the monster from hurting people in the safe zone. I must admit you guys really thought this through. Kang Wu flinched, trying to explain. No, actually. The next words froze. Poochie in place. The Demon King bought this entire building. The bishop couldn't believe it, all of it. Is the monster's house? Kang Wu nodded. Yeah, the flower garden over there too. Poochie was so shocked the facial expression glitched out. The sheer wealth sparked intense jealousy. Buying property in the safe zone. Selling a legendary tier item to the shop only gets you 680 gold coins, which buys one high-end apartment here. This is clearly not normal. Bellio is the second to last boss of the final dungeon. Equipment dropped from that raid would never be claimed by players this early. By the time players can actually kill the boss, the 680 gold coins it drops won't be worth anything. In the early game, 1,000 gold buys a luxury house. But in the late game, you need at least 71 billion gold coins due to inflation. The Demon King came to human territory to invest in real estate, preparing funds to build a doomsday army for the future. Unexpectedly, this monster has a mind for business. Perhaps I underestimated this threat. Let me witness this power firsthand. All right, call the target out to welcome us. Kang Wu panicked, trying to block Poochie. Stop joking, Bishop Poochie. Just watch from a distance. Do not do anything dangerous. Poochie tilted its chin up to the sky, arrogance overflowing. A generic NPC dare teach me how to do my job. It is just a monster with some business sense. Do not think I agree with your assessment of the Demon King. When I return to Sky City, I will report Roland for covering up the enemy's real estate empire. Poochie turned around only to see Kang Wu already offering the gift to bowing sincerely. Please accept this humble tribute. The scene left. Poochie flabbergasted St. M's Dragon Claw. The supreme treasure of the Lee family is being used to bribe a monster. Is this how we curry favor now? And when did that fat cat even get here? Bao sat perched high above, looking down with half-open eyes radiating pure arrogance. Kang Wu held the gift above head level, hiding a terrified face. Lord Roland asked me to give this to you. Bao shot them a look that screamed, who are you again? Total vibe check failed. Moses Poochie wasn't about to let that disrespect slide. Roland must have brain damage. Gifting a family heirloom to a creature that literally just eats, sleeps, and licks itself. The audacity. Bao was annoyed too, judging them hard. Only chatting because the master's plan involves messing with humanity. Time to translate Mr. Ha's vibe into human speak. Oh right, that guy. The reputation bullies, the weak, terrified of the strong, treats staff like garbage. Somehow, Kang Wu totally bought that description. Yeah, that's the one. Bao grabbed the dragon claw from the box. Legendary treasure for humans, just a glorified back scratcher for this beast. Hits the spot. Thanks. Eyes popped out. Jaw hit the floor. A back scratcher. A legendary tier artifact used to scratch an itch. Well, as long as Lord Cat is happy. Bored now. Bao Bao waved a paw to dismiss them. Anything else? No. Then scram. Kang Wu finally stuttered out the main quest objective. Actually, got a question for Lord Cat. That did it. Moses Pukey's rage meter maxed out. Enough dumb playing nice, this arrogant fuzzball needs a reality check on who's actually at the top of the food chain. A massive magic circle formed. Attack incoming time to show this little pet the true destructive power of humanity's elite. Kang Wu kept yapping totally clueless. Just wanted to know if Mr. Ha planned any world domination recently. Meanwhile, Moses Pucci unleashed Holy Light Judgment level 42. That skill, major damage stun effects. Serious business. Bao Bao sensed the incoming aggro and stood up on two legs. Finally getting serious. Nope. Just a chill demand. Hold that thought. Pause button pressed. Both humans froze, totally confused. Wait, why wait? Bao Bao looked away with a shady grin. Something came up. Minutes later, the sky turned blood red. A massive An and Liu diving down. Moses Pucci spotted the threat. That's a dragon, no way. Kang Wu squinted. Just a mutant lizard wannabe. Bao Bao gave it a playful wink, looking totally unimpressed. Panic mode activated. Didn't Roland say that thing was handled? Where is the guy? Speak of the devil, Roland was chasing it on a scooter. Yes, a scooter. Dragon in the sky, Roland zooming on the ground. The swordsman leaped off the bike like an action hero, drawing a blade mid-air to slice the beast. Tail whip. The dragon countered hard. Roland blocked, but barely. Smacked down to the ground with massive impact. That looked painful. Dust everywhere. Moment of truth. Roland walked out, still alive but grinding teeth in frustration. The chase continued. A fair fight would be an easy win for Roland, but the lizard wasn't sticking around for a duel. The thing was already fleeing, cursing at the cowardly moves, bypassing the boss to hit the safe zone. Seriously, this mob had zero interest in strong players, only wanted to farm newbies. Down below, eyes locked on the incoming doom. The monster was heading straight for the group. Kang Wu and Moses Pucci, totally helpless. Panic rising. What's the plan? Roland couldn't stop the beast, but the safe zone barrier should work right. Wrong. Reality was about to slap Moses Pucci in the face. Kang Wu turned into the bearer of bad news. Bishop Moses Pucci didn't know. During the third wave, Lord Roland forced the anti-demon king system on. Broke the barrier completely. Moses Pucci's face twisted, screaming internally. No time for lore dumps. The dragon was nose diving speed maxed out. Mouth open, charging a massive lightning ball. Brain freeze. It's over. The dragon fired. The sky lit up with magical destruction. Moses Pucci went pale. Zero defense, zero hope. If that hits, every low-level player in the zone gets deleted. Game over. Everyone knew exactly what was coming. Doomsday impact. The city vanished into blinding light. But then, Bao Bao's eyes started glowing. Normal laser fired. A beam of pure terror. Two attacks clashed, but Bao Bao's laser dominated instantly. The dragon tried to push back, but nope. Roland watched the dragon get wrecked and freaked out. The other two, eyes nearly popped out of their skulls. Total shock. What just happened? A level 84 mutant wiped out in one hit. The dragon evaporated and Bao Bao went back to looking like a harmless house pet, sitting back down like nothing happened. Okay, continue. What was the question? Kang Wu was shaking so hard, the soul almost left the body. Memory wiped. Totally forgot. Brain overload. Moses Pucci regretting every life choice. Thank God that attack didn't launch. Hugging the cross, tears flowing. Lord God save me, Lord Cat, please take this. An heirloom cross passed down for generations. A gift for you. Kang Wu saw the meta change and switched teams instantly, handing over property deeds like a pro. Here's the house papers from back home. And the retirement savings. Kang Wu leaned in, whispering, wow, sucking up harder than me. No time to waste. Moses Pucci waved Kang Wu over. Don't just stand there. I paid the tribute too. Ask the question already. Kang Wu was crying tears of joy. Bishop Moses Pucci, you finally see the light. Lord Laren will be thrilled. Bao Bao sighed, took the loot and accepted the quest. Fine. What's the ask? Just no, not all knowing here. Just a guard pet. Kang Wu took a deep breath and speed ran the question. Just checking. Any plans to massacre the safe zone, destroy the world, or launch catastrophic events requiring us to die defending it? We need to prep the mental state. Moses Pucci nodded along like a bobblehead. M-A-M-A-M. Then, realized how blunt that was. Huh. Just asking like that, Bao Bao stayed chill. Not for now. Demon King just wants to stack some cash recently. Huge sigh of relief. Oh good. The cat sat there. Done. Kang Wu nodded earnestly. Yes. The command dropped, then leave. Kang Wu spun around instantly. On it, but Moses Pucci, soul crushed. The face of tragedy. That was a Dragon Claw, heirloom cross, Sky City apartment. Gone. My future pension. For one question. Meanwhile, Kang Wu walked away buzzing. Mission accomplished, baby. At least the world hasn't ended yet, so that's a plus. Afternoon hits and Xie strolls back, grin wide and a gold coin flipping in hand only to spot Bao Bao perched on the gate pillar like a gargoyle. Xie waves a hand, calling out, "Yo, stupid cat, what's with the pose?" Bao Bao immediately launches onto his shoulder, purring like a broken engine chest, puffed out in pride. Telepathic connection established. Xie nods. Yeah, missed you too. Strutting inside, completely ignoring the pile of poop on the floor, until their eyes lock and a sudden chill runs down both their spines. Xie switches from angel to demon in a split second. How many times have I told you, yeet? The poor furball gets tossed out the door with absolutely zero mercy. Bao Bao gets the eviction notice that very night. Sleep under the stars, brat. The cat rolls in the dirt, crying rivers of despair, while Xie slams the door, already complaining. Useless cat just doesn't learn. But hold on, something else catches the eye. It's Bellio looking like a mummy wrapped entirely in white bandages. Master, your humble servant is here to serve. Too bad for the girl, Xie has the romantic IQ of a brick. The protagonist freezes like a statue while Bellio gets close, snuggling in. A confused glance is the only response given to Bellio. She raises a brow. I'm right here. But master, sleeping like this might be unstable. Suddenly, purple light explodes from Bellio's body. I know what to do. How about this form? Xie, still looking completely brain-dead, mumbles. It's passable. Bellio snuggles and celebrating the win. Perfect. Sweet dreams, master. Night. Meanwhile, the cat that once one-shot a level 84 boss is feeling incredibly insulted. Why is it like this? Dawn breaks over the mansion, highlighting a sleepless, tear-stained Bao Bao. Sunlight slaps Xie awake. Eyes drift open to see Bellio curled up, having stayed there all night. Xie has to admit the view isn't bad. Face heats up like a toaster. Then boom, a pink notebook peeks out from under the pillow. Grabs it just as Bellio rolls away in fake shyness. A diary. Even game pets write journals now. Realism is off the charts. Look, didn't mean to snoop, but my hands have a mind of their own. The pages are filled with cheese. Oh, Demon King can't say this to your face, but Bellio would do anything for you. Hope you see these feelings and understand my heart. Love ya. Xie nods, flipping the page. Wow, she's really into this Demon King gig. Then the vibe switches to horror. Dark days. Tore Roland into confetti for master today. Crushed a skull with one hand. Brains everywhere. Being a maid is hard, Bellio noted sadly. Xie freezes. Read on, or save sanity, curiosity wins, flipping to the next page to see how deep the rabbit hole goes, and it greets Xie with a blurry, chaotic photo. Nope, done. Book closed, return to sender. Almost forgot this girl is a terrifying demon, not a high school crush. Nearly got charmed there. Dangerous. Bellio does the shy finger poke routine. You leave master still here. Oh no, I've been exposed. So embarrassing. It was a trap. Left that diary there on purpose, so the Demon King would see it. Love, determination, and violence all packaged for the master's eyes. Top-tier manipulation. Demon King is this happiness. Spoiler, no. The happiness expires fast. That night, Bellio joins the club of the evicted, sitting in the cold darkness. Inside, Xie is back to snuggling the cat. Bao Bao, you're the only real one. Bellio sits outside, completely clueless about why the eviction happened. Why, though? Meanwhile, Hao Ran's squad is scheming. After that level up, our combat power is looking juicy. Boss Xie didn't just heal us. He boosted stats, levels, and class tiers. That's some god-tier hacking right there. Only a legend can do that. Lulu Jiu drops the strategy. Basically, we need to be professional kiss asses to the Demon King. Hao Ran smirks. You got away with words. Let's call it choosing the winning side. Team Demon King takes the gold. Lulu Jiu nods. Got it. I'll polish my flattery skills. Suddenly, Xiao Yuan signals. Hao eyes up. She points at a blur in the distance. Incoming bogey, Hao Ran squints but sees nothing. Lulu Jiu adjusts glasses. On it, system command engaged. A massive magic circle flares up. Skill activate Eye of the Sniper level 2. Contact confirmed. High-level demon looks young but dangerous. That's Babylon, one of the 7 heavenly kings. Level 101 leader Babylon thinks sent the whole army to Earth and still haven't found the master. This is getting annoying. Her face darkens. Can't keep this up. If Roland is involved in the master's disappearance, I'll beat the answers out of him. Lulu Jiu analyzes the trajectory. Target heading for the safe zone. Probably looking for boss Xie. Hao Ran grins like an idiot. A coworker, sweet. Time to make a good impression. Let's say hi. Mid-flight, Babylon spots the welcome committee on a construction site. Hao Ran's group is that a player's squad lying in wait for an ambush. Hold on. Look at the levels hovering above the heads. Level 23. Level 24. Level 23. The server opened barely 3 days ago, yet the grind has already reached level 24. Leaving such threats alive would spell disaster. They must be purged. Babylon wrapped the body in aura and launched a lethal strike. She comes in hot, but Hao Ran stands his ground looking chill. Yo Demon Clan, you looking for boss Xia Ye? He doesn't even finish. Bam sentence interrupted by a foot to the face. Hao Ran goes flying through a wall. Xiao Yuan reaches out screaming how Babylon lands, radiating menace. She gets in Lu Lujiu's face. Wait, we're actually pow. Another one bites the dust. Xiao Yuan screams as teammates turn into projectiles. Lu Lujiu tries to cast midair. Healing art level 3 Babylon teleports right next to her. Did I say you could heal? She throws a punch meant to delete Xiao Yuan from the server. Claws slash down, but hit nothing but air. Babylon blinks. Blocked. Who the hell are you? Enter an An Liu. Assassin class. Babylon is confused. Assassin. And An Liu looks annoyed. Let people finish talking psycho. Still, shaking from the impact. Wait, since when do assassins use shields? No shield should block a direct hit from me. Then she looks closer. That's not a shield. That's a dinner item. Babylon freezes. Roast chicken. It's the Hooligan passive's Jiangling's will. Immunity to 1 fatal hit. Cooldown 29 days. 23 hours, 59 minutes left. Potions chugged HP plus 500. Hao Ran shaking yells and An Liu tell her that gold light is trying to kill you. Her eyes were razor sharp, locked on target. It's just a roast chicken. Suddenly, Babylon descended from the heavens. What is that? An. Liu didn't hesitate, unleashing a blinding beam of light. This is the blessing of Master Ha Ye. The beam slammed home, a testament to body and spirit. Babylon stumbled back, overwhelmed by the power of Master Ha Ye. In an An Lu's hand, a golden rope blazed like the sun right in the enemy's face. And An Lu screamed, "Behold the supreme treasure of this world." Sensing the danger, Babylon's body blurred instantly, dodging the strike. And Liu raised the glowing artifact to the sky. No hesitation, she swung down with a vow of absolute victory. The scene erupted into chaos, debris flying everywhere in a storm of destruction. A massive crater scarred the earth before an An Liu. Xiao Yuan sweated nervously. That roast chicken looked normal. But it just pushed back a level 101 archdemon. And An Liu landed, grinning at the chicken. Master Ha Ye foresaw the danger. That's why he gifted this to me. High above, Hao Ran looked down, absolutely fuming. Quit yapping nonsense. Why didn't you just explain it clearly? We belong to the Demon King's faction too. Couldn't you just say that? The abandoned house was gone, reduced to dust. Babylon stood up, grimacing. Careless. Players under level 30 shouldn't have this power. Impossible. Are they using hacks? I won't fall here. She screamed to the heavens. I must find the Demon King. Ding system alert. Boss Babylon HP at 85%. Entering phase 2. Berserk status 99%. All stats boosted by 20%. Hao Ran panicked. We are screwed. She's transforming. Phase 2's begun. Babylon's form twisted, mutating with terrifying passive skills. Armor plating grew over flesh. Once she goes full berserk, diplomacy is dead. Xiao Yuan rushed over, trembling. How? What do we do now? He replied, ice cold. Fear nothing. Babylon is right there. And we hold the intel on the Demon King. Bellio groomed his fur nonchalantly. Lord Bao Bao, is this power level sufficient? Suddenly, a gaze shifted to the horizon. A strange silhouette dominated the sky. Hey you, Babylon was morphing into a literal fighter jet mechanism. Bellio looked confused. Have I seen that somewhere? Do I look familiar? Babylon's face twisted in confusion. Bao Bao spoke up. Really? Maybe you saw me in a comic book. Hao Ran screamed in terror. We know where the Demon King is. Babylon froze. She approached slowly, casually. Oh, Hao Ran gasped. Yuan, did she just hesitate? Yeah, the Demon King is in the safe zone disguised as a chicken. We were hired to fetch his pet cat. We got beat up, but the Demon King saved us. His bandages instantly leveled us up. We bowed before his overwhelming might and submitted. We pledged our loyalty to repay the debt. Xiao Yuan beamed with excitement. That's the whole story. The explanation made Babylon pause, staring at them blankly. Babylon roared, you hackers, not only do you bully me, but you fabricate this garbage. At least make the lie logical. Who would believe such a fantasy? Hao Ran interrupted. We have proof. This eye is the Demon King. Look, we took a selfie with him. Babylon squinted at the tiny screen. She pulled out a sketch to compare. Fury exploded. IT doesn't look alike at all. Deceivers system notification. Babylon enters rage mode phase 3 initiated. Size increase 1,500%. Attack up 2,000%. Sanity 0. She screamed, detestable humans hacking and ambushing me. I will wipe this map for 100 miles. Power surged as Babylon ascended to the sky. Hao Ran panicked, diplomacy failed. And An Liu take her down, and An Liu looked devastated. Master Ha Ye's gift. It broke. Hao Ran raged. It was a one-time consumable, you idiot. His eyes sharpened as he spun around. Ding notification, Lu Lujiu has left the party. Hao Ran froze. Are we? Done for? Babylon dove like a meteor, a blazing red aura swallowing the sky. Is this game over? Suddenly, a beam of light pierced the red chaos. Hao Ran stammered, W, what is that? Babylon halted mid-air, her glowing red eyes turning back. Hao Ran shouted, "That's the dungeon boss from the other day." Bao Bao commanded, "Go Bellio," carried Bao Bao soaring in. "Seize fire," Bao Bao yelled. "You're making a scene. Too loud. You'll ruin the Demon King's master plan." Babylon stared at Bao, Bao silent. But the Berserk Code overrode her mind. She struggled to attack again. Bellio weaved through the air, dodging bullets. The Demon King is undercover, living as a human, executing a strategy beyond your comprehension. "Stop now and I'll take you to him." Babylon ignored the offer, continuing her assault. Bao Bao scowled. "She's not listening." Xiao Yuan cried, "She's lost her mind." Hao Ran nodded. "Logic is useless. Even with Bao Bao there, she's locked in kill mode." Babylon tilted her head in confusion. Bao Bao's eyes narrowed, sharp and dangerous. Crack muscles bulged, razor claws extended, transformation complete. Enough of this. Bao Bao gathered energy in a paw, a shimmering screen materializing before them. The strike fell. Learn your lesson. A colossal fireball descended with crushing weight. Meanwhile, Master Ha Yi stood casually admiring the sky. Wind ruffled his hair. So breezy. He paused, glancing sideways. "Ah, today is another peaceful day. Sold 2 archdemon horns, 12,000 credits richer." Happiness, Belial, and Bao Bao finally touched down. Bao Bao dusted off. "Now, can we talk calmly?" Babylon finally focused on Bao Bao's face. Vertigo hit her hard. I don't speak cat." Bao Bao blinked. "Oops. Forgot to switch language settings after following the master. System menu cat, dog, human, demon." He turned to Belial. "Why didn't you remind me?" Belial shrugged. "I was too immersed in my role as a mount. Forgot I could talk." Babylon stammered. Is that you, Belial?" "Ignore the small stuff," Babylon rallied. "Bellio, you're alive. Let's go save the Demon King. We'll turn that safe zone into rubble." Bao Bao flared up. "I see you have a death wish." Xiao Yuan cheered. "We survived." Hao Ran clutched his chest. "Heart attack avoided." Lulu Jiu shrugged, disappointed. "Shame. I already pre-ordered your coffins." Xiao Yuan puffed her cheeks. "You didn't even try to help us." Hao Ran looked blankly. "Wait. You're still alive. Do you have any shame? Is this a comedy sketch?" Lulu Jiu looked away, whistling. "Hey, we're teammates. No need for harsh words. I don't even know how I survived." "Yo, is this some kind of omen? Watching from the sidelines is wild. Looks like just a chubby food-obsessed cat on the surface, but reality check. That's an abyssal monster with 0 chill. One shot, a level 11 boss." Bao Bao yawns. "Y'all get the picture yet?" Babylon nods aggressively. "Loud and clear, crystal clear." Lulu Jiu trembles. "That power level. It's suffocating." Hao Ran backs it up. "Yeah, totally overwhelming." Xiao Yuan's eyes pop out, can't handle the pressure. Hao Ran's shaking in boots. Survival odds. Basically 0 against that thing. "Lucky for us, Lord Xia Ye showed mercy." Xiao Yuan nods. "Facts only." Meanwhile, an An Liu's sobbing, "Lord Xia Ye's grace." Gone like smoke. The squad watches the pity party. Suddenly, the door creaks open. Bao Bao, Xia Ye blinks, confused. "Bellio, where'd everyone run off to?" "Chaos everywhere these days. Trouble." Then the screen buzzes. "Huh, guests. Oh snap, it's the big shot from that dungeon run. Thanks for saving Bao Bao and dropping the crew off." Hao Ran scratches head, nervous laugh. "Pure coincidence, just passing by." "No need for formalities, Mr. Xia. We were the ones saved." But Xia Yi gets emotional. "Stop being strangers. Call me Ah Yi. I'll call you Ah Ran." Hao Ran freezes. "For real?" Xia Yi waves. "Come and chill for a bit." Hao Ran speaks up. "Actually, brought a little souvenir." The host looks puzzled. "Souvenir?" Hao Ran replies, "Found a rare pet out in the wild, thought it fit the vibe." System alert, Babylon level 1. Bound. Added to main collection. Babylon's eyes sparkle. "Demon King. Finally in your presence." But Xia Ye, not vibing. Inner thoughts. "Great. Another mouth to feed. Why dump this on me?" Xia Ye sighs. "My living situation is rough right now. Can't support a whole zoo here. Why don't y'all keep it?" Babylon enters panic mode. "Rejected already. Am I trash to the Demon King? No way. Giving up isn't an option." Brainstorming time. Suddenly, Babylon holds out hands, presenting 2 massive demon horns. Xia Ye is shook. "The heck is this?" Babylon explains. "Metabolism is cracked. I grow 3 pairs a day." Blushing hard. "Master, please accept." Maximum awkwardness achieved. Total cringe. Xia Ye coughs. Thanks I guess. "Anyway, get inside. Make yourselves at home." "Yes, sir." Hao Ran beams. Babylon acquired maintenance cost 12, gold 98, silver daily, new heroine unlocked. What a glorious morning. Xia Yi leads the way. Places a dump, don't judge. Hao Ran bows. "No way, Mr. Shai." Humble as always. Boom. Hao Ran misses a step and plummets. Xiao Yuan panics. "Little Hao, was the aura too heavy down there? Just some beginner trash I forged for practice." But to Hao Ran, that's a legendary armory right in the face. Every blade screams murder. "Beginner. Yeah, right." Xia Yi babbles about basic armor, while the guest stares jaw on the floor speechless. Next stop. Little dolls I carved when bored. But those eyes, cold, bloodthirsty. Pure nightmare fuel staring back at Xia Ye. Cute right, a nervous gulp follows. Yeah, adorable. Hao Ran's brain screams, this ain't a house, it's a doomsday bunker. Tried selling him, Xia Yi shrugs. Lowball offers meant a loss, high prices scared folks off. Stuck with this junk now, I see. Xia Yi waves a hand, grab whatever catches the eye, just beginner trash anyway. Gonna try selling the mid-tier stuff later. Hao Ran nearly faints. Beginner tier makes sense though. Even the roast chicken here has god-level stats, so casual heaven-defying gear is standard procedure. A smirk forms. Zero surprise, but then how can we just take this? Xia Ye nods. Fair point. The loot you guys get from slaying monsters is probably way better than my DIY projects. No comparison. Hao Ran goes to sit, freezes. This sofa. A demon artifact too, Xia Ye chirps. Oh yeah, built that myself. Get comfy. Trembling like a leaf. Okay. Sits down gingerly. Muttering begins, sofa. Tea. Table. Floorboards. Windows. All god-tier. Bellio hit him with some hydration. Bellio brings out cups, glowing eerie green. Hao Ran's mind races. Even the water is cursed with dark mana. Xiao Yuan turns pale as a ghost. Xia Ye notices the hesitation. To save cash, dug a well out back. Pure well water tea. Hao Ran gasps. The well of eternity. Unbelievable flex. Face full of terror and awe. The realization hits hard. Wait, is this entire architecture a singular massive demon artifact? To Hao Ran, this crib is the dungeon boss of houses. Sudden manic laughter, hesitation gone. The truth is crystal clear now. Creating this implies power beyond comprehension. We have to pledge loyalty, must get accepted into his faction at all costs. Xia Ye smiles innocently. Drink up, guys. They down the cursed tea instantly. Then the host speaks up. Heard a crazy brawl went down in the safe zone. Is that where you snagged Babylon? Hao Ran stutters. Why, yeah. Inner panic. Is he mad? Surprisingly intense battle. Xia Ye muses. Hao Ran sweats buckets. Didn't see that coming either. Lucky it ended well though. Hao Ran blinks. Ended well. Xia Ye grins. Yeah, you're alive. Sitting here, sipping tea in my living room. That's the best luck. Hao Ran pouts serious mode. Exactly. We rushed here. 0 seconds wasted. Xia Ye raises a cup beaming. To that then, cheers. Hao Ran clinks glasses ecstatic internally. The Lord has accepted us. Maximum hospitality unlocked. Drink, drink. The squad obeys. By the way, that roast chicken I gave you, polish it off. An and Lu freezes, realizing the truth. Lord Xia Yi. He was watching the entire battle from the shadows. The Supreme One knew the chicken of victory had been consumed. Xia Ye smirked with casual benevolence. Got some leftovers here. No room in the fridge, so take a share. Yeah. Ding. The system roared. Received 20 roast chickens from Xia Ye. An and Liu trembled, mind-shattering. The legendary chicken of victory. A supreme treasure given away like trash. 20 for each of us, Lord Xia Ye. This subordinate shall never betray such divine favor. A silent vow forged in steel. Failure was not an option in the face of such grace. Hao Ran swallowed hard. Teammates might be losing their minds, but who cares? As long as the Demon King acknowledges the squad's sanity is a small price to pay. From here on out, barring any apocalypse, the path to absolute victory is secure until the game credits roll. Ding dong. The chimes sliced through the tension. A visitor, Roland, stepped into the frame, voice smooth as silk. Mr. Xia thought I dropped by. Mind if I intrude? Xia Yi raised a brow, casual as ever. Brother Roland. What brings a busy man here? Roland replied, eyes sharp. Heard a little skirmish outside. Had to check if Mr. Xia was entertained. Need a hand with anything, just say the word. Suddenly, Roland's pupils dilated. Shock. The gaze landed on Babylon and Belial. Belial survives, and another beast alongside it. Alarm bells rang in Roland's head. Disaster looming. Entering the sanctuary, terror clawed at the heart. This isn't a house. It's a demonic fortress. Roland gasped, scanning the arsenal. War Asset 1, legendary gear. War Asset 2, puppet soldiers. War Asset 3, doomsday weaponry. Roland's mind raced at light speed. I knew it. Preparations for world annihilation are complete. This entire structure is a stronghold of death. Did humanity offend the Overlord? Why the sudden urge for destruction? Roland calculated every step, sweat forming. Must pacify the beast. Stabilization is key. Xia Ye led the guest into the living room. Wait, the Clear Sky apartment squad. Why are they lounging in the Demon King's lair? Hao Ran froze, eyes widening. Roland, the golden boy, is here too. Roland grit teeth, irritation bubbling. Did these small fries sense the Demon King's anomaly before me? Did the squad come to scout ahead? Humanity's first squad. Truly elite. Impressive instincts. A sense of relief washed over. Roland flashed a covert hand signal. Wink. The message was clear. Cooperate. Stop the apocalypse. Yet that overflowing enthusiasm gave Hao Ran a chill down the spine. Bad omens only. Xia Ye caught the vibe. Oh, you guys acquainted? Roland smiled, mask perfect. Old friends. Hao Ran remained stone-faced, radiating pure silent rejection. Xia Ye spoke up. That chaos outside. These guys cleaned it up. Survival isn't easy, huh? Lots of casualties, I bet. Roland's instincts screamed. Provocation, indeed. Sacrifices are inevitable, Roland parried. Xia sighed, looking out the window. Honestly, this world is a blast. I'd hate to see it erased. But I'm powerless alone. Guess I'll rely on you guys to save it. Roland's brain decoded the subtext instantly. Translation, I'm bored. Entertain me or the world burns. Roland bowed the head, submission feigned. Understood. Boredom is the enemy. A spark of desperation. Mr. Xia. Have you ever found elves interesting? Xia's eyes lit up like supernovas. Elves. This game has an elf race, Roland nodded. An uncharted zone exists. The ancient elven kingdom. If we search, we shall find. Pure joy radiated from Xia. You're speaking my language. If I get the chance, I'm totally visiting. Roland slammed a fist into palm. Say no more. I shall capture a specimen for the Lord. Xia blinked, confusion loading. Capture like. A pet Hao Ran watched from the shadows, calculating. Look at that. Humanity's hope groveling like a dog before the Demon King. Xia laughed it off, humble as ever. Brother Roland, I'm flattered, really. But I'm just a noob. Zero combat power here. If you want a bright future for humanity, look at him. Xia pointed. Suddenly, the weight of the room crashed onto Hao Ran. He's the MVP. Best player I know, Xia declared. Hao Ran panicked, soul leaving the body. Hold up, Lord Xia. There's a massive misunderstanding about the relationship with Roland. Actually, Roland cut in voice, smooth as velvet. As expected of Mr. Xia, nothing escapes the all-seeing eye. Yes, I am collaborating with the first squad. Hao Ran's blood pressure spiked to critical levels. Roland continued unbothered. Since the shroud is lifted, why hide? Correct, Hao Ran sputtered. What absolute nonsense are you spewing? Roland beamed, manic energy rising. Exposed. Let's move openly then. The elf hunt is on. Together, success is mathematically guaranteed. Xia clapped hands. For real awesome, I knew you guys were a match made in heaven. Mission accomplished. Roland bowed out. Farewell. We move at dawn. Xia waved, catch you later, drop by whenever. The gravity of Roland dragged the whole room into orbit. Hao Ran stood paralyzed, reality warping. Misunderstood as the enemy. Again. I don't know why you're all moping, Roland's voice cut in. But I assume the Demon King's arrogance shattered your spirits. Fear not, his ego forced this alliance. Deliver the elf and the scales of fate tip in our favor. Snap. Hao Ran's patience disintegrated. A fist flew through the air. Boom. The punch missed, obliterating the concrete wall instead. Roland stared at the destruction. Hao Ran roared, veins popping. You did that on purpose, didn't you? On purpose, Roland blinked, processing. The realization hit. Disrespect. Bold rage flared. First time in history someone dares speak to me with such tone. Where does a grunt get the audacity? Hao Ran stepped into Roland's personal space, a sneer forming. Audacity. Want to see where the power comes from. Whoosh. Hao Ran channeled energy. Not a fireball, but a shimmering roast chicken materialized. Roland recoiled. That aura. Hao Ran smirked, ta-da, terrified yet. Chicken. Roland composed the self. Thanks, but I ate. Hao Ran froze, statue-like. From the back, Lulu Jiu sighed, face palming. Captain, I try to respect the rank, but your stupidity is blinding. Hao Ran snapped silence. The captain knew exactly what she meant. Staring at Roland, the gears turned. Conflict is suicide. Ruining the Demon King's deep cover operation means instant death. I know, okay. Just then, Roland broke the awkward silence. Why the hostility? Teaming up with the hope of humanity. You should be weeping with gratitude. Fine. Whatever. Hao Ran rubbed temples. What's the play? Roland pointed to the horizon. Like I said, into the unknown. The uncharted map. We capture the elf. We offer it as tribute. We buy time against the apocalypse. Hao Ran looked at Roland with pure disgust. Listen to yourself. Does that sound like justice to you? Yuan leaned in, whispering the latest tea to the squad. Hey, Lord Hades actually wants us to collab with Roland. The team immediately switched to their private telepathic channel. Lu Jiu broke the silence. Surely the boss has some 5D chess master plan our pig brains can't comprehend. Hao Ran twitched. Why did he have to catch a stray insult? Yuan hesitated. Maybe. He just said it randomly. Hao Ran shut that down instantly. This is the Demon King we're talking about. Every syllable he speaks spells apocalypse. How could he just be joking? And then Liu dropped her theory. I get it. He wants us to find an opening and physically liquidate Roland. Hao Ran scoffed. You think we can take him? Roland interrupted their mental huddle. Done plotting. You guys in. We can't trigger the boss right now. But this piece is temporary. Once the players level up, we strike together. Your potential is literally game-breaking, Roland pitched. You're the elite of the elite. Stick with me for loot that shatters the level cap. Everything is yours except the ladies. Tempting offer, right? Hao Ran turned away, accepting the devil's bargain with a shrug. Let's roll then. No handshakes, though can't let Lord Hades get the wrong idea. High above behind the glass, the boss watched intently. Hades' eyes sparkled. Perfect. Look at them bonding. I need to cling to Roland's overpowered legs and this squad for dear life. Otherwise, who's going to carry me? He shivered with excitement. Ha! I am a tactical genius. Behind him, the minions stared at Hades, confused but fully convinced of his brilliance. He really is a genius. Suddenly, thousands of red data codes flooded the sky. Hao Ran stared up, totally lost. He turned to Roland. You mean here? Roland smirked with arrogance. Exactly. Unlike basic dungeons, this zone is virgin territory. We're going in. The ancient elf kingdom. Restricted level 92. Even Roland didn't know what lay beyond the gate. The only certainty was danger. The mobs inside dwarfed current dungeon bosses comparable to high-tier demons on Earth. Elves were a forgotten third faction, Roland began. They existed alongside humans and demons. Welcome to Lore 101. The squad dozed off immediately. Hao Ran stifled a yawn. Cool story, bro. So fascinating. Roland pressed on. Originally, the world wasn't binary. Did you guys skip the main plot dialogue? Hao Ran shrugged, guilty. I spammed the skip button to power level. How else do you think we hit top 1 on the leaderboards? Roland sighed, defeated. Lore human tech is divine, borrowed from Western gods to counter the brutal demons. Thousand-year war stuff. Caught in the crossfire, weaker races couldn't fight for resources. Total extinction event. But the elves were built different. They rivaled the main factions using the raw power of nature, a force that could end the stalemate. But the elf princess refused to be a pawn, sacrificing herself to seal their power away. Since then, they're just myths. Got it. Roland took a breath. Hao Ran nodded. Loud and clear. So being neutral got them wiped. Roland continued. This is their ruins. Unclear if anything survived inside. System alarms screamed danger. Do not enter. Hao Ran winced. Yo, my inbox is blowing up with warnings. We're way too underleveled for this. You trying to send us to the afterlife? Roland stayed chill. Anything to keep the Demon King happy. A little risk is necessary. Besides, I came prepared with the family vault. He swiped open his inventory, revealing a massive arsenal. An endless loot stream appeared. Lu Ju and Hao Ran stood frozen. The hope of humanity was strapped with dark artifacts, simping for the Demon King with cursed gear while dragging noobs into a restricted death zone. Classic behavior. Roland packed it up. That's just the starter pack. I'll handle the aggro. You guys just stay alive. Hao Ran relaxed. Music to my ears. Roland commanded. You handle the loot and farming. Move out. Hao Ran grinned. Best. Raid. Ever. Roland grumbled, finally realizing how lucky you are to have a carry like me. Hao Ran deadpanned. Totally. Roland kept rambling. Your attitude is trash, no respect, but you're the only talent I have. I'll build you up. Just conserve mana and avoid combat unless absolutely necessary. System alert, combat start. Enemy A-rank beast. Good luck. Roland raged. We literally just walked in, Yuan trembled. My bad. Think I stepped on a trigger. A massive muscle-bound bird monstrosity materialized. Ignorant humans disturbing the peace. It was the blood-red griffin A-rank. One warning. Get lost now and never return or become my lunch. Compliance buys your life. Yuan instantly bowed 90 degrees. So sorry, it's all my fault. I'll do anything, just don't be mad. The monster actually blushed at her submission. Really? Well, if you insist. Roland roared. Get back, I'm taking lead. The squad yeeted Yuan 100 meters back. The griffin raged at the interruption. Roland summoned a Crimson Cube S-rank demon gear. System, Hellbreak module. All stats boosted 30%. Duration 5 minutes. Debuff, severe exhaustion, and slow movement after. Roland morphed, unleashing a flurry of supersonic strikes on the griffin. Hao Ran stared blankly. Whoa, he's actually soloing the boss. But why is the hero using demon tech? Yuan turned to Hao Ran. Shouldn't we assist? Before she finished, she saw the boys casually starting a campfire. What on earth are you doing? Hao Ran shrugged. Camping. Xiao Yuan stood frozen, face blank, speaking as if witnessing a daily routine. While over there, Roland and the beast clashed in a symphony of violence. Roland leaped. A final strike to drain the last drop of blood. The blood-red, arrogant beast roared in panic. Stay back. But before the blade could connect, Roland reverted to original form. The system voice rang out cold, buff duration expired. The monster blinked, confusion clouding its gaze. Then a spark of realization. Opportunity. The predator became the prey. Time for the counterattack. A direct impact sent Roland flying, debris scattering like shrapnel. The beast swung the massive mace again, smashing down where Roland stood. The earth shattered into dust. Xiao Yuan screamed, panic rising. Do something. Is death the only option? The beast pounded the ground relentlessly. But as the dust settled, a silhouette stood tall and unbroken. Hao Ran standing like a shield before Roland. The monster paused, shocked. Roland gasped, Mr. Qin's suicide mission. Knowing fully well the power gap, words died in the throat. Roland watched Hao Ran conjure. A roast chicken, Logic failed Roland. Why the poultry bribing the boss with food? Under Roland's horrified gaze, Halran charged chicken in hand. Roland raged. What kind of strategy is this? Trying to feed the enemy, get back here. Admitting the thought process was unique, but did the boss even like chicken? Then again, the blood-red beast technically belonged to the avian family. The beast burned with fury. A level 26 trash daring to posture, the mace raised high, ready to crush Halran. Shin Halran activated item-enhanced grilled chicken, closing the distance. Full power swing, the chicken slammed into the beast. Wham, unbelievable. The boss sliced in clean half. Roland froze. Brain offline for 5 seconds. Comprehension impossible. Lu Jiu and Xiao Yuan's eyes sparkled. As expected of the Demon King's divine artifact, ugly appearance but god-slaying power. Truly a legendary weapon. To think the inventory held 20 of these chickens. Roland grabbed Halran by the collar, shaking violently. Why hide the high-tier gear? Halran replied, face flat. Did say preparations were complete. Roland switched expressions instantly. Serious mode on. Indeed. Very complete. If not for the debuff state, the kill would have belonged to Roland. Confidence and personal skill remained unshaken. Right. Loot time. Look at the reward. A massive spirit pearl pulsating with aura. Roland winked. Promised the loot belongs to the party. Applying a rune bandage, recovering 40 HP, the group circled the spirit pearl. Xiao Yuan whispered, anticipation rising. Halran. Lu Jiu stepped in. Your hands are cursed with bad luck. Step aside. The pearl dissolved into items. Halran nodded. Rewards not bad. Enough currency to dominate the early game phase. Elemental ores and earth essence. Materials crucial for late game gear enhancement. The system listed the haul. Halran felt a surge of luck for serving the Demon King. Inner thoughts raced pity. Compared to the Demon King's chicken, this is just trash. Xiao Yuan frowned. No equipment drops. Lu Jiu sighed. Bad RNG. Should have let the pro handle it. Halran shrugged. Trading a chicken for this is a loss but better than nothing. Returning to split the loot, Roland watched, silent and brooding. Sudden words broke the silence. Roland remembered something. The item used just now, not standard issue power. Where did it come from? Roland summoned a blade. Did the Demon King provide it? The interrogation began. Such overpowered gear. A gift from the Demon King. Xiao Yuan's brain went into overdrive. Found a rare treasure chest while grinding levels. Pay 998 coins, get god tier props. Wow, our luck is just too good, right? Halran back the play. Correct. Exactly that. Lu Jiu thought internally. Level 20 noobs finding items to one-shot level 100 mobs. Only a moron buys that lie. Roland listened and fell silent. Lu Jiu panicked. Bad vibe. A fight is brewing. Roland turned away. Split the rewards. Scouting ahead. Lu Jiu dropped jaw. Believed it, seriously. Face frozen in shock. Roland is an idiot. Halran smirked at Lu Jiu. Actually, Leyland served as a reminder. Lu Jiu blinked, reminded of what Halran continued. The Demon King, handing out such power. Illogical. Lu Jiu asked, meaning Halran's eyes sharpened. Obviously. Lu Jiu synchronized. Obviously. Halran declared, the Lord wants a pet elf. Lu Jiu agreed. Right, the items ensure the mission succeeds. Halran nodded. Correct. The difficulty of this zone was calculated. The Demon King knew. Mere mortals couldn't win without help. Lu Jiu clapped. Everything makes sense now. Determination filled the duo. Then the mission is clear. Find the elf, show Lord Xie absolute loyalty. Yes, Xiao Yuan watched the two fanatics, laughing, a sinister smile creeping onto the face, plotting something dark. Boss Guardian of the Fallen Throne, level 108. Not another step. Razor-sharp fangs, red eyes glowing with rage, claws slashed at Halran and Roland. The spiked tail lunged at Roland, clang blocked by the sword. System Roland activates space distortion module. Deflecting the tail, moving with unnatural agility, running along the beast's spine, the Guardian panicked. The tail, sliced into segments by Lalan ARGH system alert. Chin Halran uses enhanced grilled chicken. Skill Hooligan Class C, random trash throw level 1. A rain of garbage descended from the heavens, pelting the Guardian. The beast roared. Where are these items coming from? Then realization struck. Cold sweat poured. Halran unleashed a critical finish. Simultaneously, Roland executed the kill shot. Died twin attacks landed on the Guardian, total annihilation. Impossible. Roland and Halran synced. Easy game. The Guardian opened the system interface. Reporting for hacking, system report received. Verdict, target loses 4 karma points. The Guardian asked, and then system, then nothing. Why? The Guardian collapsed, staring blankly. Defeated. System item drops for Halran. A foot stepped into the puddle of defeat. Roland stood before the massive gate. Ahead lies the spirit throne. If the elf lives, clues await inside. but the elf self-sealed to deny power to other races, meaning the real danger is just beginning. Anyway, listen up. No triggering traps this time, new map, new rules, but the words barely left the mouth before. System alert, combat mode engaged. Roland fumed, turning to Hao Ran with eyes spitting fire. Can't we be professional for once? But Hao Ran, just a mirror image of that rage, mocking Roland instantly. Can't we be professional for once? Poor Xiao Yuan caught in the crossfire. It wasn't this one, seriously innocent here, too scared to even take a step. Suddenly, a massive Enliu loomed, a behemoth blocking the path. The sheer scale left Hao Ran and Roland paralyzed with shock. The beast opened its maw, a voice like grinding stones echoing out. Foolish humans, daring to disturb the spirit's slumber, tired of living are we. This is the final warning. Leave now and never return. Obey and mercy might be granted. Hearing this, Roland tilted the head. Sounds kind of familiar, doesn't it? The monster froze, confusion replacing the fury. What? Recovering quickly, the beast roared. So what? Ignorance is a death sentence. Come mortals, taste true wrath. But fear, non-existent. Hao Ran just shrugged, turning to chat. Just like that retro game played years ago. Total rip-off, right? Roland chimed in. Felt familiar too. Seeing such casual disrespect, the monster gasped. Huh. It began pacing, doubting reality. Wait, let's think this through. Hang on. While the beast questioned existence, the party slipped behind it, spotting a tiny clone muttering away. Almost got it. Suddenly, the clone sensed a presence. Bam, captured in a bottle just like that. The clone wailed in disbelief. Captured so easily, Hao Ran glared cold daggers. So noisy. System Throne of Spirits illusion cleared. Party XP 8990. Level up. Tan Hao Ran acquired 3D projector. Roland stood before the gate. Teleportation open. Seems the Spirit Throne's outpost is unlocked. Hao Ran scoffed. Why is the difficulty so trash? Thought a cheap minigame was starting, but nope. Weak. Words piercing the clone's pride like arrows. The captive exploded in rage. I am but a clone of the Master. The Master is the kingdom's strongest spirit. Hao Ran raised an eyebrow. Master. The clone began the tale. After the princess fell and the kingdom crumbled, only the Master remained, guarding the realm alone for a millennium. The strongest spirit, none dare touch the legacy while the Master stands. Hearing legacy. Hao Ran and Roland exchanged that look. Hao Ran grinned. A spirit perfect. Trip wasn't wasted. Where's the target? The clone slumped. Priorities are seriously twisted here. The clone sighed, revealing the truth. The spirit went for a walk. Saw a weird mushroom. Took a bite. Disaster struck. Poisoned instantly. Paralyzed. One bad snack. And the legend fell. The clone choked on the words. Moments later, standing before the spirit soul S-rank boss mass S.A. Calm, level 101 ruler of the ancient kingdom. The region's mightiest boss, Hao Ran squinted from afar. A soul? Why just a soul? Whispers filled the air. Xiao Yuan asked, dead already? Hao Ran shook the head. The Demon King sent this team. For a corpse, no way. Roland nodded. Agreed. Impossible, unless struck by external force. Spirits are immortal. The defensive illusion just shattered. Roland fell deep into thought. No battle scars on the throne. Not an assassination. Hao Ran smirked. Not murder. Suicide then. Roland shot back. Suicide, bold guess. Wait, Roland pointed sharply. Look there. The body. Eyes widened in realization. It all makes sense now. The great detective Roland speaks, guarding ruins for 1,000 years. Erosion by solitude, losing the self. The soul became malice, while the body and goodness fell into slumber. The clear condition. Defeat the malice, wake the sleeper. The clone in the bottle dropped the jaw. Every single word is wrong. That's a body. That's clearly a corpse. Roland ignored reality, smirking at the clone. How was the deduction? The clone slow clapped. Flawless logic, truly genius. Roland suddenly frowned. However, a spirit warrior is no mere A-rank mob S-rank power. Even this one lacks confidence in a fair fight. Roland turned to Hao Ran. What's the plan? Hao Ran raised hands instantly. Out of items, Roland sighed deeply. Guess it comes to this. The trump card. Save this even when ambushing the Demon King. Suddenly, the soul of mass sensed intruders. OH rats have entered. Power exploded like a supernova. Use blood to quell this rage. Thwack. Something bounced off the spirit's head, clattering to the floor. Ma stared at the green object. What is this? Sitting on the ground. Must be for stepping on. But before the foot could descend, the green device era PTA. A massive surge of energy released. Green smoke engulfed the throne. No time to react. Hao Ran gaped. What on earth is that? Roland adjusted the glasses, calm as ever. Prepared for the Demon King originally. An heirloom treasure of the family. S-rank item. The plague trap. Channeling the primordial four demons, unleashing pestilence, massive damage, ultimate crowd control, side effect, agony beyond imagination, a fate worse than death, resistance is futile. Hao Ran stepped back, horrified. Why is the family heirloom so demonic? Roland smiled brightly. The family hunted demons for generations. Looting the defeated is only natural. Makes perfect sense, right? Hao Ren's sweat dropped. Why does it feel? The clone chimed in. Looting is one thing, using it is another. Aren't the heroes the good guys? Hao Ran recalled a certain memory. Tastes just like the Demon King's tea. Meanwhile, the soul of Ma's drowned in green miasma, vines of plague tighten the grip, system alert Ma's afflicted by plague trap, power sealed, resistance null, status extreme agony. Roland leapt from the shadows. A predator sensing weakness, good control established. Charging toward the bound spirit with lethal intent, system engaged, gas mask on. Buffs activating reinforcement attack power level 13, all attributes level 10, luck stat boosted to level 14. Hell breakthrough mode, legendary Roland roared, unleashing pure chaos at Mas. The sheer speed made Mas scream in terror. RGA, blinded by the flash, Maz couldn't even counterattack. Boom, a direct hit landed before she could blink. Up close, Maz saw Roland's face and gasped. High-level human NPC. But that chilling aura changed the vibe instantly. No way. Maz realized the truth. This is a straight-up demon. Roland went full berserker, completely losing control like a monster. Combo after combo, Maz's HP bar plummeted. The clone watched from the sidelines, trembling. That villain laugh. It's too real. Too scary. An NPC bullying low-level accounts with cheap tricks. Shameless Howren stood by analyzing the scene. Didn't expect this insane power level, though. Worthy of the title, Hope of Humanity. Guess I underestimated the guy. The clone whipped around, shocked. What hope of humanity? Howren glared back. You know the lore, the clone nodded. A mysterious voice gave us a prophecy recently. When the worlds collide, a player will lead the heroes, slay the Demon King, and become humanity's savior. The clone looked at the maniac, Roland, tears forming in his eyes. Him, seriously, I'd rather choose despair. Ma snapped. Don't look down on my 1,000-year resolve. She went supernova, blasting away the plague trap binding her. Roland just raised an eyebrow. Trap duration expired already. He checked her sliver of HP and sighed. Damn, just a tiny bit short. Moss launched a desperate counter. I won't let a human touch the child. We protect the future with our lives. Roland looked bored. Is that right, Slash? One casual swing cut Moss in two. The strongest elf warrior forgot one crucial detail as she collapsed, coughing blood. Roland stated cold facts. In your past life, you died eating poisonous mushrooms. Dead silence filled the room. Howren jumped down, clapping. Nice moves. Roland turned cold, cut the bootlicking. Loot the corpse. The clone couldn't process the audacity. Torture the boss to death just to loot. This is humanity's hope. Mass's soul faded into absolute despair. Clang. An empty jar hit the floor. Silence reigned. Roland frowned. Weird. No drops, no little elf spawn. Roland started theory crafting. Did I cheese the boss wrong? Is there a secret phase? A hidden mechanic? Howren scoffed. Now you question your toxic playstyle. What's next? Roland stared at the body. Plan B. I'll gift this to the Demon King. Howren gagged. The dried corpse. Are you insane? Suddenly, the room quaked. Strange runes covered everything. Panic ensued. What's happening? Dungeon mechanic. Howren pointed fingers. Roland. Your evil vibes pissed off the ruin's spirits. Roland waved his hands. No, I think carrying this body triggered a seal. Howren stared at the corpse on Roland's shoulder. When did you even pick that up? That's a top-tier elf seal breaking. Just then, a door creaked open. Roland tilted his head. Did we unlock a cutscene? Howren turned pale. Bro, drop it, or we're toast. A graceful silhouette emerged, voice dripping with sweetness. Sister Mass. It was C, the elf princess awake after a millennium. She stepped in worried. I can't sense you. Sister, where are you? Then she saw Mass's corpse slung over Roland like a sack of potatoes. She froze. Her body turned to stone and cracked. System alert, elf princess logged out due to shock. Howren's squad lost their minds. The princess shattered. We finally found a live one and she broke. Roland analyzed the situation. We can still salvage this. Better condition than the one on my back. Howren screamed internally. Is that the priority? Roland commanded. Help me hold the body. I brought glue. Howren blinked. Glue? Roland nodded. Yeah. Strip first. Boom! Massive energy explosion. A rainbow beam pierced the ancient elf kingdom and shot straight through Earth. When the dust settled, only a charred husk remained. Howren stared. Now, what? Roland shrugged. Worse than the mummy now. Howren raged. Stop talking about mummies. So close, yet so far. Suddenly, a murderous aura spiked behind them. Failed mission. We can't face the Demon King, and Liu roared. I'll kill you all then myself. Lu Luju patted his shoulder. I'll. Scout for survivors. Xiao Yuan chimed in. Me too. An Liu followed. Lu Luju whispered, put the knife away. They were trying to bail. Roland shouted. Wait, is this the legendary elf treasure, the Alpha Wisdom Stone? That's what the princess tried to nuke. A 1,000-year seal meant to hide this S-rank artifact. Roland crouched next to the burnt remains. He frowned. An item that shifts the world balance, holding all elf knowledge and mana control. Howard realized, so holding it means wielding the third great power, rivaling divine and demonic energy. Roland's expression turned villainous. With this, the Demon King can't threaten me. I can wash away all my recent humiliation. He reached out. Haran intercepted his hand. Hold up. Roland looked confused. Mr. Chin, Haran's vibe changed. You're not giving this to the Demon King. He smirked. Mr. Chin, you acting too hard. We're just playing along to keep him stable. With this gear in hand, a chance to take the bastard down. No way in hell it's getting handed over. Haran stayed silent before bursting into a maniacal laugh. Ha finally clicked. The puzzle is solved. La Lan looked confused. What a dangerous glint flashed in Haran's eyes. Finally figured it out. Why the Demon King sent this squad to tag along, finding spirits. La Lan tensed up. Why Haran didn't hesitate. Thought the boss just wanted a pet spirit wrong. The plan was set from the start. The big guy knew the Alpha Wisdom Stone was right here. New spirit power couldn't fall into human hands. That's the real mission. The Demon King actually trusts this crew. The tears are flowing right now. La Lan looked annoyed. Sorry for breaking the promise. Can't let this go. It goes back to Sky City. With this, humanity stands a chance against the Demon King. Payback for all the humiliation. But wait, the rock in La Lan's hand, just some elemental ore, a blueprint for a red heat core. La Lan froze, looking stupid. Haran's squad is booking it. Time to bail. La Lan stood up slowly. What did you just do? A smug grin from Haran. Sorry, Mr. Hope of Humanity. Don't pop a vein. Just a little entertainment skill. Using the C-rank rogue skill, street magic. Swapping two objects, usually useless trash. La Lan stayed calm. Trying to turn the tables. Surprising. Actually think winning is possible. Haran laughed. Normally, no chance in hell. Lu Jiu pushed up those glasses, but with enough grit, eyes full of determination. Battle ready, chanting the spell, 10,000 bullets. Miracle Roast Chicken Edition. As the chant dropped, thousands of roast chickens turned into floating bullets behind Lu Jiu. La Lan couldn't believe it. No time to talk. Lu Jiu unleashed the barrage, an endless stream of poultry flying straight at the target. Seeing the chicken storm incoming, La Lan powered up. S-rank skill, Divine Power Shield. A red barrier blocked the chicken storm. Wait, Miracle Roast Chicken thought the supply was dry. Haran was honest. Mine is gone. But the squad, 20 birds each. The storm cleared. La Lan walked out of the smoke. So that's how it is. Face full of rage. Prepared from the very start. No more talk. La Lan charged and buffs activating. King's Blessing level 23. All stats up 10%. Freedom, Blessing level 13. Movement restrictions ignored for 35 seconds. Punishment, Aura 18. Attack damage boosted by 4.6%. Xiao. Yuan joined the fray. Little Hao blocking the target run. But the skills did nothing. La Lan phased right through sword, thrusting straight for Hao. Ran quick reflexes. Use a roast chicken to block the strike. La Lan's eyes dead calm. Hao ran struggling just to hold on. Can't take the pressure, sent flying by the impact. Skidding across the ground. Coughing up blood. A bitter laugh inside. Relied on the victory chicken just to keep up. But a head-on clash. The level gap is a canyon. Thinking this. Rage directed at Xiao Yuan. Thought you said block it. By 1 second at least, Xiao Yuan panicked. Out of mana. Seriously. Empty time to redeem the mistake. Blocking it for real this time. Skill Open Star Fire. Art level 4. Magic gathering in the hand. High speed energy bullet. Base damage 788. But wait. Reinforced roast chicken boosts damage to 8,358. Launch collision. Massive explosion. Lu Jiu watched with starry eyes. So bright. The glow of a detonating artifact. La Lan struggled to hold ground. Do these chickens ever run out? Can't keep wasting energy. Need that wisdom stone. Thinking too much. Sudden backstab and Liu with backstab level 6. But La Lan is too fast. Blocked it. Hao Ran spotted it. The stone on the ground. Knocked loose during the blast. Yelling out and Liu grabbed the stone. Hand reaching out. Almost there. La Lan screamed. Dream on. Sword pommel slammed into and Liu's gut. Pain doubled over. La Lan reached for the prize. Just as fingers brushed it. Lu Jiu kicked it away. Captain catch. Hao Ran leaped. Voice steady. Got it. La Lan frowned, watching the stone fly. Just as Hao Ran was about to make contact. Scene change. Hadda spoke up. Stop fighting. Don't get hurt over me. Turns out. Just turning on the TV for the girls at home. Voice dropped low. TV fixed. Taking a nap. You two watch quietly. The girls answered in unison. Yes, master. Hadda walked away thinking. Who knew? Engineer skill leveled to grandmaster can fix appliances. Saving cash on repairs later. Living in this world is tough. Gotta be careful. Skipping away happily. What to train next, Bellio and Babylon watched with pure worship. Master pays such a high price to blend into human society. Meanwhile, back at the fight, Hao Ran cheered. Got it. But suddenly, a hand covered the eyes. Lalan smacked Hao Ran backward and snatched the stone. Stone in Lalan's hand, Hao Ran was stunned, frowning hard. Hao teleportation Lu Ju was confused too. We kept attacking. Hao moved through that barrage. Alman Liu realized something. Look. The target we attacked turned into a doll. Lalan smirked. Just a C-rank rogue skill. Used to play with it when bored. Lalan cast rogue skill. Level C street magic, swapping positions usually useless. Hao Ran grit teeth in fury. But Lalan didn't let the sentence finish. A boot straight to the face, Xiao Yuan screamed in horror. Hao Ran Lu Ju smirked, breaking the silence. That guy's got some serious nerve. But honestly, couldn't even be mad. It actually felt kinda awesome. Before Lu Ju could finish, and Liu cut in sharp. Agreed. Roland raised the gem high voice cold as absolute zero. Curtain call for this little drama. Boom, purple crimson lightning crackled overhead. Panic mode on, the squad whipped out. Roast chickens. Yeah, meat shields against an ultimate move, but the attack was too OP. Hao Ran's team couldn't tank the damage. HP bars flashing red, barely hanging on. Lu Ju gritted teeth. Behold the power of the Wisdom Stone. An S-rank artifact. Even the Demon King's legendary victory chickens got roasted instantly. Zero defense, Xiao Yuan was shaking like a leaf. If humanity keeps that artifact, the Demon King is in danger. Roland stepped up to Hao Ran. And here I thought we had chemistry. As a first-gen player, selling your soul to the Demon King. Have you no shame? Hao Ran just smirked, zero regret. You really think you're qualified to lecture me? Roland doubled down. Humanity might be down but never out. We will rise. The prophecy of victory, never doubted it for a second. Hao Ran's mockery hit hard. Well, I have serious doubts. Roland, completely speechless. Talk about a conversation killer. The hero turned to leave. Hao Ran frowned. Not gonna finish us off. Roland replied calmly. Waste of time. You guys might lack morals, but I still have standards. Once this wisdom stone reaches Sky City, you'll finally realize just how small and stupid your worldview actually is. Roland vanished. Lu Ju sighed. He took the gem. Hao Ran nodded grimly. Yup, S-tier item in enemy hands. Mission status, total failure. And then Liu drew a blade, eyes wild. I should just slaughter you all and then off myself. Xiao Yuan trembled. Hao Ran. I'm terrified. Can we actually survive the Demon King's wrath? Hao Ran's face deadpan. Take a wild guess. Suddenly, Lu Ju caught an Liu's fatal strike with bare hands blocked. Hold it. We report back first. That Alpha Stone was broken. Even the roast chicken wall couldn't tank it. We were helpless. If we come clean, maybe the boss shows mercy. Deal. So they dragged the petrified corpse of S and dumped it right in front of Xia Ye. Xia Ye stared at the rubble. This is the elf you mentioned. Hao Ran sweated bullets. Yes. Well, kinda trembling hands lifted a bag. The other 30% is in here. Xie froze. Statue still. Hao Ran tried to explain. I know that critical bits are missing, but can you work with the rest? Xie Ye's expression went pitch black. Is that how it is? Hao Ran shivered. Doomed. Boss is furious. Meanwhile, Liu was fangirling hard. So handsome, even the boss's rage is gorgeous. Xie Ye glared at them, aura screaming death. Meanwhile, at Sky City, server voices echoed everywhere. Lord Roland. Welcome back, Lord Roland. Mission status. Someone teased, whoa. Haven't seen Lord Roland grin like that in ages. Roland beamed. Smooth sailing. Perfect, actually. Humanity finally holds the key to salvation. Staff cheered. Real hope, finally. But at the door, Counselor Yuri has been waiting. Personal report requested. Roland nodded sharp. Understood. Inside, the atmosphere was heavy. The High Council sat in silence. A man with a face like granite stared him down. Yuri. 7th seat of the 12 rulers of Sky City. You've returned, Roland. The question hung in the air. Tell us, Lord Roland, how exactly has humanity secured true hope? Roland grinned. I secured this. He revealed the prize. The elven supreme treasure. The crimson alpha stone. The gem pulsed with blinding light. Back at the Demon King's lair. Xia broke the silence. Well, say something. I can't tell what the elf looked like originally, but the fact you guys wanted to give me a present touched my heart. Bought this at a dungeon gift shop. A 1/1 scale figure must cost a fortune. Too bad it's busted. Hao Ran and Liu's jaws dropped. Shockwave. Hao Ran's face brightened. Yes, he's not angry. And Liu blushed. Is the boss spoiling me? Xie grew excited. Actually, I just grinded a related repair skill. Might be able to fix it. Thunderstruck, Hao Ran blinked. Wait with superglue. And Liu slumped. Oh, so not spoiling me. Xie analyzed the wreckage. Chest took the critical hit. If I can restore the core structure, we're golden. Hao Ran recalled Roland's lecture. The chest holds the elf's core. That explosion, a self-destruct mechanism to deny the enemy. Total energy release equals absolute death. Her soul energy dissipated in that blast. Returned to the world's flow, like a single drop falling into the ocean. Retrieving that drop, scientifically impossible. Hao Ran spoke up cautiously. Mr. Xie. Restoration is likely impossible. Xie shrugged. Really bummer. Then he pulled out a box. Guess I have no choice. I'll just swap it with this chess piece I sculpted 2 days ago. Hao Ran's brain short-circuited. Huh, swap it. Xie compared the parts. Close enough. He slapped the new chess piece on. I choose you. Gloves snapped on. Game time. I might be a noob at combat, but repairing figures, I'm basically a grandmaster. Follow the intuition. Find the universal reset button. Complexity becomes simplicity. One is all is. System alert, press FVI to repair elf doll. Controller users press B. Xie yelled quick time event. He channeled the light power. Light flooded the statue, blinding radiance. Hao Ran gasped. No way. The dispersed energy. It's regathering. S fluttered her eyes open. Ugh. First thing she saw Xie's terrifying face looming over her. Panic spike. Why is the Demon King here? Something felt wrong. Drastically wrong. She patted her chest. Wait. My glorious F-cup disbelief screamed in her voice. It's flat. I've been nerfed to an A-cup despair. S logged out of reality instantly. Back to sleep. Do not resuscitate. I beg you. Hao Ran's expression, priceless cringe. That entity was definitely dead just moments ago. What kind of heaven-defying power is this? To completely rewrite the laws of energy flow. This is truly an omniscient, omnipotent existence. Suddenly, Xie looked up, a casual smile on the face. I never expected the souvenir doll you brought back to be so realistic. I love it. Hao Ran's eyes went wide in shock. Hao Ran thought, a doll, the elf princess that the human demon faction has craved for a millennium. And the boss just treats it like a doll. Anne and Lu stood there dazed. A doll. So that is Lord Xie's taste. I understand now. I understand everything. The noble elf princess falls into Lord Xie's hands, only to become a plaything for amusement. Lord Xie looks cold on the outside, but inside burns a fire of wild passion. Such overwhelming kinkiness. It's absolutely magnificent. I must find a way to become that kind of woman too. To win Lord Xie's favor. Hao Ran stammered, buying souvenirs. We also found this. A small sphere materialized in the palm. Please accept this tribute. Xie's eyes lit up with excitement. A creature emerged from the ball screaming. Is that it? This is all the rage you people have. Feel the hatred accumulated over 10,000 years. You seek your own death. The protagonist laughed. Interesting. I can change the settings a bit. It'll make a perfect doorbell alarm for the front gate. If you guys aren't using this loot, I'll gladly take it off your hands. Hao Ran grinned nervously. Please take it. Xie looked bashful. I don't have anything to give in return. Hao Ran interrupted. Return gift? Lord, you are too polite, Babylon thought. So that's how it is. These humans are trading with the Demon King. I want to hear what item could possibly be more valuable than me, the princess. What treasure is worth betraying the own kind for? Xie asked casually. By the way, did the squad finish those roast chickens from last time? Hao Ran beamed. All gone. They were incredible. The combat stat boost was insane. The protagonist smiled. Glad you like them. It's just flavor to me. I have some salt-baked chicken left. Take these too. The squad answered in unison. Thank you so much, Lord. Babylon was flabbergasted. What? Chicken. I am the dignified elf princess, and you traded me for a few poultry snacks. Suddenly, a savory aroma wafted through the air. Babylon's cheeks flushed pink with intoxication. So fragrant? No, the flavor isn't the point. The point is the fall into the Demon King's clutches. What will become of this princess? Hao Ran waved. We'll go back to grinding levels then. Xie replied. Good luck. Come back and play any time. The protagonist nodded. Sure. Hao Ran stood at the gate waving alongside Anne and Lu. Lu Jiu broke the silence. Well, how did it go? Hao Ran asked. You two are back already, Lu Jiu explained. We split up. We were in charge of preparing for the worst-case scenario, remember? Xiao Yuan looked excited. Little Hao, big sis is amazing. I used the money from this run to buy a premium plot in the graveyard. Even if the Demon King killed us, we wouldn't end up as wandering ghosts. Hao Ran said coldly. The Demon King didn't blame us. Xiao Yuan immediately spun around to run. Got it. Going to get a refund right now. Lu Jiu grabbed the hood of the cloak. Keep it. Sooner or later, we'll need it. Xiao Yuan turned back. So what happened? Hao Ran laughed. Who knew the elf legacy we retrieved was just a small doll? But the boss was happy. Even gifted 10 salt-baked chickens. Lu Jiu's eyes popped. Holy crap. The new flavor god-tier buff items. And 10 of them. Hao Ran nodded. Exactly. The might of that man truly forces me to see the world differently. It constantly leaves one in awe. They looked up at the sky, realizing the choice of faction was correct. This is just too good. Roland smiled confidently. I secured this. The red alpha stone. The room erupted into chaos. Nothing there. What is the meaning of this? Could Lord Roland be mistaken? Impossible. Roland is the hope of humanity. I get it. It's the type of item only smart people can see. Yes, I see it too. Excellent. Truly the hope of humanity. Roland stared at the empty palm in shock. What? It was right in the hand a second ago. How did it vanish into thin air? The crowd whispered again. So it wasn't an invisible item. We said so earlier. Yuri's voice dropped to a heavy bass. Quiet. The elf princess has revived. The stone belongs to the elves. It returning to the master is only natural. Roland's eyes widened. What you say? The princess came back to life. The old commander continued. Not just you. I have been monitoring every move of that demon king. I must admit, the acting skills are terrifyingly good. Roland shouted, agitated. But the princess exploded right in front of me. There is no way a revival happened. Suddenly, Yuri stood up, slamming a hand on the table. Correct. This situation leaves only two possibilities. 1. You were deceived by the demon king. From the moment you stepped into the real world, you have been dancing in the palm of that hand. Roland's attitude shifted to wariness. I have no rebuttal to that. The hero looked up to hear the rest. And the second possibility. Yuri's face darkened instantly. You betrayed us. Babylon's squeezed eyes shut. Those humans really threw me away and left. The lips trembled, overwhelmed with grievance. Xie spoke up. All right then. Finally, it's just the two of us. Babylon shuddered. He knows I'm awake. Just the two of us. What does he plan to do? What is the fate of a captive? Fight back against a demon king. Is winning even possible? Suddenly, Xie placed a hand on the head. Don't be scared. It's just us now. Open those eyes. No one here will hurt you. Babylon's facial muscles relaxed. Such a gentle voice. Is this really the demon king? Why is the touch so tender? Passive skill activated. True sight of the elf. Babylon's body began to shrink rapidly. The truth was indeed terrifying. Xie panicked. Why is this happening? It's shrinking. Kang Wu entered the room whispering in shock. Yuri's expression was pitch black. Possibility number 2. You turned traitor. Roland, caught off guard, stammered loudly, I. Yuri coldly raised a hand to signal. Red laser beams erupted from all directions instantly. Roland was trapped inside a translucent pink barrier. Everyone in the command room watched in sheer horror. Kang Wu shouted, Impossible. Lord Roland is humanity's hope, destined to lead the players to defeat the Demon King. How could betrayal happen? Before the sentence could finish, the body was blasted backward. Roland stared wide-eyed as Kang Wu was pinned against the wall. Suddenly, Kang Wu froze. Static noise filled the ear. No. 007. Dark smoke began to rise from the floorboards. Yuri aimed the weapon directly at Kang Wu. The crowd gasped. Lord Yuri. The commander explained, this is the S-rank artifact granted by the Divine Gate. Godslayer, number 3. It borrows the creation power of the gods themselves. Kang Wu's eyes transformed, radiating an irresistible power. The body bowed low. Everything you say is correct, Lord Yuri. The old man laughed, confidence oozing from every pore. That is how it should be. Roland stared daggers at Counselor Yuri, rage boiling over. You. But suddenly shock froze. Roland in place, the gun barrel was pointed not at the hero but directly at Yuri. A voice cut through the tension. Counselor Yuri, the situation is looking grim. The shadowy figure continued. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Now every single. The situation spiraled out of control. Chaos reigned. Drastic measures were the only option left. Betrayal. Just check the numbers at the bottom of the list. Bao Bao looked up, confusion written on its face, letting out a whine. Xie laced up his sneakers, ready to hit the streets solo. A smirk played on his lips, asking what the plan is. Taking this elf doll for an appraisal. Stupid thing won't transform into a human no matter what I do. Worried it is a defective product. Gonna hit the shop and demand answers. Bao Bao gave him the puppy eyes, whining again. Xie slammed the door shut. Be good. Do not wreck the crib. Guard the house from any creeps trying to get in. Suddenly, black clouds rolled in, choking the blue sky. Xie looked up surprised. Why are the clouds so heavy? Could it be? Scratched his head with a grin. Rain coming. Xie kept jogging, carefree as ever. Lucky me brought an umbrella. Yuri kept the gun leveled. You really do not want to go against me, do you? Moses Pucci stood his ground, face set in stone. Bishop Moses Pucci. Uriel continued. I remember clearly. You were on the Warhawk side just like me. Moses Pucci nodded. That is right. If it comes to war, I am all in. But that Godslayer weapon, borrowing the boss's power, that is our ace in the hole. Right now, fighting the Demon King is suicide. Zero chance of victory. But with that weapon, maybe the tables turn. Thoughts, Roland grimaced. Whatever you were planning, it feels wrong. Moses, Pucci continued. I am down for war, but I have seen the Demon King's terror with my own eyes. Only your Godslayer weapon stands a ghost of a chance. You two fight the Demon King personally. Use that power. Show them the depth of their stupidity. The words made Yuri pause. He lowered his voice. Actually makes sense. Pucci started moving again. Heading down first then. Roland panicked. Wait, seriously, Yuri shouted. It is decided I will face the Demon King myself. Show this week. Hope what true human class looks like. Roland freaked out. Stop joking, Lord Uriel. The Demon King is not some pushover you can bully. Yuri smirked with arrogance. I will verify that myself. Sit in your cell and wait for the good news. The whole room watched Roland vanish in a blink. Yuri laughed. All right, prepare for war with the Demon King. Shut down everything. Game services, shops, merchants, safe zones, closed. Evacuate all NPCs from the warehouse zone. Lights out in the sector. Close the game gates. Godslayer, number 3 plus. Target the warehouse, lock and load. Moses Pucci spoke up. Lord Uri, abandoning that place, he replied, it is about to become the Demon King's final dungeon. Why keep it? Moses Pucci hesitated. Fair point. Lord Uri, this works. If we win, my retirement fund is looking juicy. Yuri commanded from the high ground. Army move out. Even if we cannot kill the Demon King, secure the elf. Contact media. Arrange global live stream. Let the whole world witness what real hope looks like. A white sign appeared ahead. Closed. Closed. A thought flashed through Xie mind. Could it be? Eyes went wide. Today is a legal holiday. People ran around screaming. Get out of the city. Hurry or die. Xie grinned. Legal holiday means travel time, right? A man shouted. Hey kid, what are you spacing out for? Game gate is down, run. Xie blinked. Game gate down, even the system artifact is taking a break. Game world benefits are insane. Suddenly, a white paper flew over. Evacuation notice. Finally realized how serious this is. No. Suddenly, an army in black appeared from the shadows. Yuri smiled darkly. Finally found you. Xie frowned, backing up, terror creeping in. What the Babylon peeked out of the bag. Did I sleep in? Saw the crowd. What is this? Humans fighting over me again. Oh, the tragedy of 1,000 years repeating. Heartbreaking. Xie whispered to Babylon. Do not fear. Counting to 3. Army waiting ahead. Babylon's eyes sparkled. Demon King is making a move. Run, fools. You cannot beat the Demon King. Yuri stared intensely. Tension peaked. Babylon thought, am I truly a calamity? Do I not deserve a blessing? Xie spun around, screamed. Ah, run away, Babylon, and the hip bag went wide-eyed. Min-Ke asked. Sir, pursue. Yuri stopped him. Wait, eyes filled with caution. Might be a trap. Suddenly, Xie face planted nearby. Min-Ke blinked. Now what? Yuri thought. Isn't this even more suspicious? Xie lay tied up, trembling with fear. Someone save me. Min-Ke stuttered. Didn't expect it to be this easy. Yuri turned. Honestly, scared me too. Found the elf or wisdom stone, Min-Ke replied. He is tied up, but searching him feels. Wrong. Too scary. Babylon hid behind a rock watching them. Face full of worry for Xie. Possessing invincible power but not fighting back. Why passive elf skill? True sight. Xie, level 5. Babylon stunned. What is his game? Suddenly, Uriel barked. Hey, Xie jumped. Here face dark and serious. Hand over the elf. Frowned. Elf target is the elf. Suddenly, Xie grinned greedily. How much you paying? Min-Ke wide-eyed. Babylon confused. Yuri dumbfounded. Money. Babylon backed away in fear. He is selling me. Yuri shocked. Selling it to me. Xie sat there. What is the deal? Face lit up with excitement. You guys want that handmade craft? Say so earlier. Scared me to death. Yuri grimaced. Conspiracy. Definitely a conspiracy. That is a priceless treasure. Infinite power. Destroys balance. Rivals artifacts. How can he just sell it? Fake capture. Fake trade. All fake. I am not like Roland. Won't get played, shouted in rage. I am not paying a single dime. Everyone froze, staring at Yuri. Xie spoke up. Want it for free? Yuri blinked. What free? Glare shifted to Min-Ke. Eyes sharp as daggers. What about you? Want the doll too? A sudden thought struck like lightning. Mika's cheeks flushed crimson. Who on earth wouldn't want this treasure? Xie smirked, pressing the advantage. So what's the bid, brother? The sheer audacity froze the entire crowd. Citizens across the city were glued to the screens. Mika stammered nervously. My monthly wage is 13 gold. Savings are barely 430. If installments and loans are an option, I could maybe swing 1,200 gold. Suddenly, Xie roared like a ringmaster. Do I hear a higher bid? Yuri sputtered in rage at Babylon. Mika and Yuri's eyes popped out. What higher? Yuri exploded. You think this is a chaotic auction house? The mob went wild, raise 100, 500 here. Cash on delivery right now. The commander shot daggers at them. You traitors. Babylon trembled like a leaf in the wind. It really turned into a bidding war. How did it come to this? The crowd was hyped. Watch me, I'm sincere 10 years of brotherhood and you fight me for 100 gold. Get lost. Xia remained an unmoving statue, effortlessly dissolving the army's killing intent. Babylon cowered behind a rock. Was the demon lord really just going to sit there and surrender? A devilish grin curved Xia's lips. Everything was dancing to his tune. Under the livestream's unblinking gaze, the soldiers were bidding like possessed maniacs. 1,300, 1,350, 1,800, 1,500, 2,000, 2,500, 3,000 gold. Xia sat in silence, bathing in the chaos. The rising numbers were the sweetest symphony in the world. He burst into maniacal laughter like a villain. After the cackle, Xia shouted, anyone daring to go higher. Just then a soldier rushed Yuri in a panic. Commander, the internet. Netizens have joined the auction. Yuri's face twisted in horror. Say what? The soldier reported. Because of the global livestream, the entire planet is watching this showdown. Yuri listened, stunned. His voice cracked with urgency and mockery. How would these new players know the value of an elf? The soldier eyed the spamming comments. They don't, sir. They just say, waifu is leifu, pretty is justice. Hearing that, the commander's jaw hit the floor. He turned back, bewildered. Even so, where are these plebs getting the funds? The soldier stammered. They started a crowdfunding campaign. Yuri and the grunt screamed in unison. That's allowed. But Sally, having slept for a millennium, was confused. Hey, what is? Crowdfunding thus began a quick economics 101 class. Crowdfunding is an investment model, where investors back projects or companies for a slice of equity or ownership. Basically, the entire world's wallet was emptying into this one spot right now. Yuri panicked, screaming orders. Kill the stream, cut it, no now. The soldiers scrambled instantly. Sir, yes, sir. Sally fell into deep thought. Not only did he dissolve the enemy's bloodlust, but he also united the fractured world. She glanced at Xia again. This demon lord. Xia looked majestic, absolutely flawless. A true leader. But inside his head, if I buy cheap knockoffs from gift shops and resell them to these soldiers on stream. Holy cash cow, I didn't know business could be this easy. Wonder if I can send Hao Ran to raid the souvenir store. We're gonna be filthy rich. These idiots will buy anything. Miles away, Hao Ran shivered with telepathy, looking at Xiao Yuan. Bro, what was that? Xiao Yuan replied. I feel a disturbance in the force. Is the boss thinking of me? System alert, human squad 1 is escorting the mechanical chick. Mission complete, 1,500 EXP secured. Back at the cliff, Sally whispered, Lord Xia. Her eyes shimmered with tears. Are you really selling me off? A pang of guilt finally stabbed Xia's capitalist heart. His face darkened, voice dropping to a whisper. I just want to survive. He recalled Yuri's demon-like rage. Besides, I haven't spent a single penny yet. He continued, if I don't hand you over, they'll just rob us. Sally asked softly. Why not resist? Xia replied. Resistance, violence only breeds more excessive violence. Internal reality. He imagined getting jumped by the army. He dared to fight back, stomp him, break his legs. Hearing Xia's answer, warmth flooded Sally's chest. Violence only breeds more violence. Such a simple sentence explained why this world had drowned in war for ages. He wants to end the 1,000-year tragedy of conflict. A demon lord with such height of character, such mercy. Is this the grand plan? Thoughts racing, Sally spoke slowly. If it is as you say, her eyes burned with absolute trust. Perhaps a bloodless, peaceful world can be created. Xia blinked, brain buffering for a few seconds. He couldn't help but think, damn, this little doll is actually kinda cute. The doll trembled. For such a world, I accept. The auctioneer's voice boomed. 5,400 gold going once, Xia choked. What? 5,400? Sally nodded. I am willing. Mana began to flare around the doll. The auctioneer started the countdown. 5,400, going twice, going 3 times. Hand raised, Yuri looked absolutely miserable. Congratulations, Counselor Yuri winning bid. He was weeping internally. He joined the auction to secure the elf's intellect, fighting the financial might of the whole internet alone. Bankrupt, but still, a hero. Yuri tried to comfort himself. If I secure the elf plus Genesis unit, 3, the council and the world are in the palm of my hand. His ambition reignited. Whoops, victory lap cancelled. The transaction failed. He stared at the hologram. Elf Sally is soulbound to Xia. Item is non-transferable. Yuri's eyes bugged out. Sally was chanting ancient codes, mana swirling violently. The commander watched in horror. Sally bowed deeply to Xia. Contract sealed. You are now my master. Xia gave Yuri a nervous, awkward grin. Sorry, big bro. I swear I didn't know it would do that. Yuri's rage detonated like a nuke. You played me. You dared to scam me, Xia. Waved his hands frantically at the tension. Bro. It was an accident. Listen to me. He shot a glare at Sally. Girl, you need to explain this right now. Sally shrugged, looking helpless. The rice is already cooked, old man. Give it up. Stop having delusions about me. She sighed with savage boredom. Besides your retro style, totally not my aesthetic. Shie's soul left his body. I didn't tell you to say that. Yuri instantly leveled his weapon at the boy. Enough. A massive saucer loomed behind him. Any last words? Eat my cannon first, then talk. The barrel was spinning, and the demon lord stared down the barrel of a literal spaceship gun. Kangwoo screamed the order instantly. Genesis creator number 3, plus locked and loaded. That and Liu swallowed the entire city, aiming straight for the safe zone. People down below lost their minds. What the heck is that? Total chaos exploded. It is a map cannon target locked on us. Save yourselves. Run up above. Kangwoo laughed like a maniac. Too slow. Fingers inching toward the button. But then bam, a cat paw slammed right onto Kangwoo's hand. Little Bao Bao tried to stop the madness. For a second, the kitty froze. Arms crossed face, looking totally lethal. Don't go pointing weird toys at people's houses. But whoops, that chubby weight pressed the button anyway. Little Bao Bao realized the mistake. Bored eyes looked up. Hey, can this be eaten? The beam fired instantly. The crowd went from scared to absolutely terrified. Game over. That beam was diving straight down to nuke the city. Suddenly, a green flash. Yuri looked up confused. It stopped. The beam wasn't just pausing, it was retreating. It wasn't just stopping, it was being pulled away from the ground like gravity reversed. Something was sucking it back. The energy beam recoiled right back into the cannon barrel. Little Bao Bao had its mouth wide open, inhaling the laser like spaghetti. Kangwoo could not believe this insanity. How is this even physics? Little Bao Bao just kept slurping it up. That is the power of a Genesis creator, supreme god tier energy. And the cat finished the whole meal. Little Bao Bao turned around and let out a massive burp, paws rubbing that round full belly. Taste was mid, honestly. Kind of like the cat food master makes. Kangwoo curled up, trembling in fear. Then Little Bao Bao actually spoke. My bad. A glare that could kill shot through Kangwoo. You can blow up whatever map cannon you want, but aiming at my house, that is just straight up rude, bro. Kangwoo turned pale as a ghost. You. He could not comprehend what kind of monster this was. How does a cat have Genesis level power? Little Bao Bao grinned pure evil style. You should be asking what my master is. I am just a disguise. A little kitten he raises to watch the house. Nothing special. Kangwoo was too shook to speak. Suddenly, the cannon barrel glowed. A brilliant light burst forth, flooding the entire dimension. People below screamed again. What now? An explosion. Then, someone saw the truth. No, not a bomb. It was a massive, dazzling firework blooming in the sky. Fireworks, Yuri's crew started falling from the sky. Little Bao Bao casually parkoured over the debris. Spotted something. Roland was floating there, trapped in a clear cube. He froze. Who are you? Little Bao Bao smirked, looking scheming as heck. A playful snap of the fingers and poof, the cube vanished instantly. Roland was totally lost. Why? But Little Bao Bao bolted before answering. He just watched the cat vanish. Then the crowd looked up. More stuff falling. Since when are fireworks made of solid steel? It was the wreckage of the map cannon. The guy in blue panicked. If that junk hits us, everyone gets flattened. Look up there, someone shouted. It is Roland using his powers. He descended from the fireworks like a literal messiah, blade flashing. He shredded the debris, sliced every piece of falling steel into dust. As he landed, the crowd erupted. The wind blew away the danger like glittering sparkles. It is Lord Roland. He actually saved us. Truly the hope of mankind. Roland walked forward, looking cool and composed. The mob swarmed him instantly. Lord Roland, thank you. We were dead without you. Lord Roland, big fan, notice me. Roland smiled awkwardly, waving it off. Honestly, I did not do much. But they worshipped him anyway. Please guide me, Lord Roland. Roland startled, glancing to the side. Little Bao Bao was perched on the railing, grinning back. That back scratcher you gave me last time, pretty comfy to use. Roland probably wondered what species that thing was. Thanks, though. Now alone, he figured this cleared the debt. His face went red, but then the vibe got heavy. Wait, what did those lights mean? Yuri screamed in rage. Taste the terror of Genesis creator. Number 3. But the weapon turned into a water gun. Wait, didn't it? Say the energy could reset everything in the game world and rewrite reality. Inner panic set in. The real tool was on the Plus model. This was just the reloader. But it shouldn't be this weak. Why? Boom, more fireworks lit up the sky. Yuri stared, jaw on the floor. Genesis. Number 3. He froze for about 3 seconds before letting out a pathetic scream. It turned into fireworks. From behind, Xia dropped a hand on his shoulder. Hey buddy, just because the deal failed does not mean you go scaring folks with water guns. Not cool. You brought an army, told me to eat a cannon, and it turns out to be party poppers. Yuri looked ready to delete himself. The system's strongest weapon called a party toy. He questioned his entire existence, wobbling hard. Xia stepped in, gripping him tight. Yuri's brain flatlined. The protagonist smiled. I am a chill guy, but that joke was way out of line. You don't look totally evil, so take a tip. Keep acting like this, and you will catch hands. If I wasn't such a noob, I would have wrecked you already. Run into a real gangster next time and you are toast, got it. Hello, answer me. After that lecture, Uri just crumbled. He got it. From the building opposite, Belial spoke up. Told you. Why would Lord Demon King need rescuing? He was ready to throw hands for real. Babylon nodded. Never expected the Demon King to move without leaving a trace. Zero evidence, they felt that surge of pride. Then a familiar voice drifted up. Xie spun around. But the girls were gone like ghosts. Nothing there. Weird. Sally looked curious. Master, something over there. Xie laughed. Just imagining things, whatever. Deal failed, let's bounce home. Sally hesitated. Is she coming back with us too? Bound to me now, so yeah, no choice. Come on. But I do not do freeloaders. You got anything on your body that grows back daily for us to sell? She thought hard, seemed to lack that infinite glitch feature. Xie sighed. Fine. Can you clean? Man, when does my legal holiday pay kick in? Safe zone is toast. Deal tanked. Rice bucket is empty. Surviving these days is absolute hell. A minion whispered. Lord Yuri, they left. But Yuri was still rebooting from the trauma. Right. Sorry. So sorry. Won't happen again. Snot and tears flowing like a river. The minion stared speechless. Is he broken for good? Sigh. If he knew this would happen, he never would have started it. Twilight descended over the city. The livestream concluded with a shocking twist. The elf had been acquired by the powerful counselor Yuri, while the mysterious seller walked away with a fortune. The players speculated wildly, but the truth was far darker. Creator number 3 had been destroyed. Kang Wu stepped forward, report in hand. Sir, the fragments have been located. Orders were barked to transport the wreckage of Creator number 3 immediately. Time to face the music. They were challenging a deity after all. But Counselor Yuri, the supposed winner of the auction, stood empty-handed. The elf was nowhere to be found. As the ringleader, Yuri was dragged back to Sky City for judgment. Humanity's first crusade against the Demon King had ended in total humiliating defeat. Meanwhile, the Demon King celebrated victory, holding the receipt Xie wept tears of despair. Why aren't property values going up? Babylon and Bellio watched in silence. There was no other choice. After the chaos, the masses fled, and what used to be the safe zone had completely transformed into the Demon King's turf. Aside from Xie, few were celebrating. In a dark, solitary room, Roland stood lost in thought. Saved by a subordinate of the Demon King, the indignation burned on Roland's face. Darkness swallowed the silent room. Roland remained motionless, mind racing. To be rescued by the enemy, what an absolute disgrace. But that wasn't the worst part. The ultimate humiliation was remembering how it happened. That smug face. Bao Bao's arrogant, sneering grin as the rescue took place. A scream tore from Roland's throat. Wake up. That is the Demon King's minion, the vilest enemy in existence. But the brain fought back. Think carefully. Did that creature actually commit any evil? Last time, survival was only possible thanks to that rescue. Could it be, is the creature actually a benevolent kitten? Roland slammed head against the wall. The more thinking happened, the more the logic crumbled. Roland, the hope of humanity, the player guide destined to slay demons, could not be bewitched. Kang Wu entered the room, interrupting the spiral. Lord Roland, a package has arrived for you. Roland turned face, flushing crimson. A hand slapped the forehead in frustration. Kang Wu froze, witnessing the hero's breakdown. Roland checked the order, careless. Nearly fell for the charm spell. Battling the Demon King requires constant vigilance. Wait, is this from the former safe zone? The letter read, Big Brother Roland. You were the first to help, and words cannot express the gratitude. Hope this small handmade gift isn't too humble. Sender Xie. The moment the cat-themed item appeared, Roland's defenses shattered. So cute, locking the door to the empty room, face burning, red breath coming in heavy gasps. How is anyone supposed to resist this? It seems the gift struck a critical hit on Roland's weakness. Meanwhile, Xie's phone buzzed with a notification. Looks like Big Brother Roland received it. Placing a towel on the door, leaving the towel here. From the bathroom, Sally called out, Yeah, okay, thanks. Soaking in the massive tub, the thought crossed Sally's mind. The Demon King is surprisingly gentle. This Demon King is different. Immense power yet possessing true character. The prophecy states humanity will win, but that outcome cannot be allowed. Rather than letting the world fall to corrupt humans, there are no good ones anyway. It is better for the Demon King to rule. Under that rule, perhaps the world could change. Perhaps war could end. The wisdom of the High Elves shall be used to help achieve this dream. Sally began fantasizing about the firstborn child's name, Bisan de la Fuzia. Peace and love, Zia. Oh my, deciding that alone might be a bit much. Suddenly, a chilling, killing intent spiked from behind. Turning in terror, Bellio's voice dropped to absolute zero. Bellio warned Sally against doing unnecessary things. The sheer pressure left Sally speechless. Scratching ahead, Babylon added, There are rules here. Don't blame us for not warning you. Sally trembled. What subordinates of Lord Xie? Taking a closer look, stats revealed S-Class Great Demons levels exceeding triple digits. What is going on? This is different from the Demon King. They radiated danger. Are they plotting against the Demon King, planning to torture and steal the elf treasure? But the Demon King was helped. This should have been considered sooner. Even if the Demon King is kind, the subordinates are bloodthirsty demons. Of course, they crave the power of an elf. Resistance is futile against such power. What will the Demon King think? But without resistance, it's game over. Cutting off the panic spiral, Bellio and Babylon spoke in unison. Don't think just because the master excuses you from chores or selling your horn that you're the mistress of the house. Exactly. Don't get ahead of yourself, Sally froze. Huh, what? Why does this sound like a jealous harem drama? They continued. Do you know how many rotten apples we ate to find the master, or how we were killed by those hateful humans? It wasn't easy returning to the master's side. Beings as noble as us forced to act like petting zoo animals, pretending to be friendly with selfish evil humans. Do you know the price paid for the master? Do you know the struggle? Babylon and Sally stared blankly. The atmosphere just got awkward. Wait, is this getting weird? Suddenly, realization dawned on Sally. Wait. Understood. I understand now. It all makes sense. The thinking was too simple. The Demon King chose the path of peace, a difficult road, friendly but not servile, diplomatic without abandoning the tribe. A dangerous gamble. Even the three great demons are giving their all, yet the situation was taken too lightly. Just because the Demon King showed strength and wisdom, guard was lowered. Baby-making plans on hold, Sally blushed. Babylon noticed the silence. Why aren't you talking? Not even looking at us. Look down on us, little girl. Let's beat some respect into you. Let's start the war and show you the gap in our power. Bellio's eyes locked on the target with determination. A powerful punch launched forward. Just before the fist connected, Sally spun around, bowing deeply. I am ignorant. Please, big sisters, teach me your ways. Bellio froze, shook to the core. What did you call me, big sister? You called. Is me. Big sister, what do you need us to teach? Sally bowed lower. Though once an elf princess, the kingdom is dust. The entire race is gone. Waking up alone in a strange land, deciding to serve Lord Xie but having zero clue what to do. Lord Xie talks about breaking horns and housework. I don't know how to do any of that. I don't even know how to refuse. Please, big sisters, teach Sally how to survive here. If mistakes are made and exile follows, Sally will be alone again. The cuteness attack landed a critical hit on Bellio. The kid is actually pitiful. Looks like we're the only ones who can help. Babylon's heart wavered too. Seems so, Bellio. Fine then, in the future, if you have trouble, just tell big sister. We've got your back. That is Babylon, level 101. One of the 7 demon kings. Special skill, transformation, preference, turning into something massive, indestructible, and overwhelmingly powerful. Bellio in the house. The one with the ultimate sight, the prophecy power nobody else has. Standing at the peak of the 7 heavenly kings, this oracle knew the true face of the demon king before anyone else. The only demon to ever hear the whisper of destiny. That creature guarding the gate, future master of demonic beasts. Connected to the Demon King right now. It was the one who shattered system artifact number 3. The Demon King gave the orders. Standard procedure disguised as level 1 pets. Babylon adds a darker note. Infiltrate humanity. Rot them from the inside out. That is the boss's master plan. Just play the role perfectly. Everything else, play it by ear. No need to stress. 3 cookies a day. The Demon King certainly does not starve the troops. Still beams with realization. So that is why Lord Xie calls this one a doll. It all makes sense now. Thanks for the guidance. From now on, consider us sisters. A hand extends to Babylon. 3 palms smack together in unison. Deal. Syl smiles brightly. Let us work hard for the master's noble ambition. A world without war. Bellio chants along. For the master's noble ambition. Annihilate humanity. Let demons rule the world. Living in harmony. But the noise wakes Bao. Humph. The master still loves this little one the best. Syl reflects on royal memories. How maids used to serve. Time for the first mission, washing Xie's Superman underwear until it sparkles. Next up, a perfect breakfast. Bed sheets smooth to perfection. Water spills, no problem. Syl casts, level 3 plant growth just to keep Xie's shoes dry. Such delicate service unlocks a title feudal remnant rank B. Xie looks pleased. A thumbs up flashes, good job. Scene shift. A strange car parked on the street. Inside sits Nick and Kang Wu. Investigating Xie's the mission. The Demon King looks like a slacker, but in reality, a massive combat force is gathering. Nick slams down a dossier on the inner circle. Intel on the boss-level creatures under the Demon King's command. Suddenly, something catches the eye. Kang Wu asks, found something? Nick's face turns grave. The tension builds. Then the words drop. I discover that Bao is still the cutest. A thumbs up. A face begging to be punched. Kang Wu explodes. Be serious. This is not a joke. Bellio appeared first. Handles the most roles. Humanoid form. Logically more potential than Bao, right? Nick shoots back. Is that really the main point? A hand waves dismissively. No. Look at the elf princess. Recently appeared. Cannot be ignored. Since the Demon King acquired this one, the mood has improved significantly. World destruction seems off the table. The argument heats up. The car shakes violently. Kang Woo screams, think it is all just a coincidence. Nick screams back just as loud. You have a point, understood. Understood. Moments later, a question remains. Rumor has it variance increased after the elf showed up. But look at the stats. Elf, level 2 digits. Demon King, 4 digits. Lord Roland thinks possessing this elf means defeating the Demon King. What exactly is this balance-shifting elf power? Kang Woo replies coldly. That is above the pay grade. But the mind races. Even variants are affected. No wonder everyone fights for this elf power. Kang Woo gives a reminder. None of that matters. Just focus. Do the job right. Nick retorts. The job watching the Demon King browse a supermarket. Kang Woo corrects. Half the job is waiting here, checking if a ride home is needed after the shopping trip. Meanwhile, Xie Yi is buzzing. Huge discounts. Since Sil arrived, the cookie stash vanishes much faster. Need more ingredients. Eyes scan the shelf. Cheap brand versus premium brand, a tough choice. The hand reaches out, stick to the usual. Suddenly, a memory strikes. Sil's humble voice, Lord Xie Yi, cookies are enough for this one. That radiant smile could melt steel. The image of that lonely figure, hiding at the desk, eating dry cookies alone, pitiful, silent, lonely. The hand pulls back, change of plans. Sil asks, no flour, master. The reply comes, Going to buy other things. Sil looks confused but stays silent. In a flash, the cart fills up. 2 cat beds, 3 silver, 50 copper. A brand new blanket, 40 silver, 50 copper. And a luxury bed, 6 gold, 20 silver. A smile breaks out. Time to pay. Sil nods. Understood. Xie Yi scans the code. Sil waits obediently in the distance. The mind calculates. 2 cat beds, 1 human bed. Meanwhile, back at the hideout, 2 figures brush Bao Bao's fur. Faces go pale. A chill down the spine. A bad omen. Back at the supermarket, Xie Yi steps out loaded with bags. Let's head home. Sil follows quickly. Suddenly shouting erupts. A gang of youths corners an old lady. Old hag, handed over, pink hair shoves her down. A painful cry echoes. No mercy. The bag is snatched. A sneer follows, refusing a toast only to drink a forfeit. You asked for this. Baldy gives the order, got the loot. Move. They run, ignoring the chaos left behind. Broken eggs. Crushed cakes, littering the ground. The old lady trembles in fear. Xie Yi approaches gently. Grandma, are you all right? The crushed cake is retrieved. The old woman looks up in surprise. Sorrow fills the voice. That was the eldest son. Not the first time this has happened. The group moves to a nearby bench. Xie Yi asks, he robbed the money. A sigh of despair. He claims he needs cash to increase combat power. Says he cannot survive otherwise. Turns out the grandma holds a class, beginner mechanic. Crafting linen backpacks for pennies. But every time that ungrateful brat takes it all. Grocery money gone. Violence used. A sob breaks out. The worst part, Little White tried to protect this old lady. Retaliation followed. Look what they did. Smeared in hot chili paste, a white fluff ball appears. Head stained red. So adorable. Xie Yi and Sil's eyes light up instantly. Ping, the system interface materializes. Daily quest, clean Little White. Reward 200 XP. Xie Yi calculates 200 experience. That means this poor lady faces this trouble multiple times a day. She continues, Little White knows good people. Always protects this old granny. But too weak. Not very smart. Sympathy flows. A gentle hand pets the dog. Poor thing, we will clean this up. Quest accepted. Sil steps forward. Allow this one to handle it, master. Xie Yi nods. All right, go for it. Sil beams with a professional smile. Yes, master. The old lady and Little White just freeze in shock, ignoring that awkward master title between these two youngsters. Sil dropped Lil White into the tub for a scrub, gently washing the little furball in the restroom. Meanwhile, the other two sat outside vibing. Grandma started reminiscing about playing like that with Pops back in the day. Ha-Ye looked confused. Then the old lady blushed and teased, but he used to call me master too. Ha-Ye nearly choked on spit hearing that. Then the bomb dropped. That girl is an elf, right? Ha-Ye stuttered, panic rising. Yeah. An elf. Grandma, how did you know? The old lady chuckled. Saw the elf auction live stream, obviously. Didn't know who the kid was, but anyone could recognize that mysterious internet-famous face. Ha-Ye forced an awkward smile, thinking game over. But Grandma just kept talking. Didn't expect to see such a high-class elf just walking down the street with you. Ha-Ye asked, what do you mean? For a split second, the old lady's face shifted cold, mysterious, terrifying. Then snap. Back to the sweet grandma vibe with a warning. You got a good heart and clear eyes, kid, so listen up. That existence is something everyone wants. Slip up for 1 second, and someone will snatch that elf away. Scene switch. A monstrous claw snatched Sil's arm. A giant wolf loomed over. The beast grinned maliciously. Finally found you. The beast introduced itself. I serve Lord Fenrir. The Fenrir. Ordered to find the elf, only to realize this target is a Class A mutant level 75. The wolf smirked arrogance, leaking out. Didn't take any effort at all. Rumors were true. The defense in this so-called safe zone is useless. Sure enough, Syl shot back, invoking the name of Fenrir. A wolf variant, I assume. The beast pointed a claw at the elf and pressed. Smart, as expected of an elf. Sharper than humans. Lord Fenrir ain't some normal mutant. We call that entity king. Awakened, a talent never seen before. Given enough time, Lord Fenrir will surpass both demons and humans to stand at the peak of the world. Meanwhile, Fenrir, a creature with a level still unknown, watched through a screen ordering the capture. Turns out this was the Sky City Conference livestream. And the main character, none other than Syl. Back to reality. Drought Wolf kept bragging. I got the order first. With elf power and wisdom, the rise of our mutant race is unstoppable. Syl stayed ice cold. You watched the stream. You know I have a master. The Drought Wolf scoffed. Master? You mean that short, weak rookie, or that old dude? That triggered the rage. Syl glared at the ignorant beast. One chance. Take back those words and I might let this slide. Drought Wolf bared fangs, drool dripping everywhere, totally gross. You think you have the right to negotiate with me. You might be uncomfortable, but escaping my bind, impossible. And don't think I don't know why. Before Syl could speak, the beast answered itself. My nose led me here. Top-tier sense of smell. Seeing the worry etched on the elf's face, the wolf dropped the theory. Your level is actually trash tier low, right? That's why you can't break free. Meanwhile, Haye sat frozen by the old lady's words, repeating the phrase, in existence everyone wants. A light bulb went off. Haye got excited. So, that means big money, right? Grandma smiled, satisfied. Exactly. So protect that treasure. But then Haye sensed a disturbance. Wait, they've been gone a long time. Little worried now. Grandma suggested checking. Haye hesitated, staring at the bright pink sign ahead. Women's restroom. Can't walk in there. So the kid sat back down. Maybe just wait a bit longer. Back in the danger zone, Drought Wolf dragged Syl. Just submit. Once you witness Lord Fenrir's power, there will be no regrets. Syl watched in silence. Suddenly, ARG Lil White sank teeth right into the wolf's arm. Drought Wolf raged. What the hell? The pup wouldn't let go. The wolf roared, get off you brat. Just a piece of trash that can't even evolve, huh? Syl gasped at the pup's bravery. Protecting me. The monster's massive hand crushed the small head. Die, a savage throw sent the little beast screaming in pain. Howl Syl watched in horror as the pup flew. Drought Wolf grabbed the elf's arm, twisting a face full of malice. Want more pain, or are you gonna come quietly? Elf Syl lowered the head expression, darkening. Sin number 1, speaking arrogant trash about the Demon King. That is blasphemy. Sin number 2, even with a fallen kingdom, this one remains the elf princess. Ignoring the royal will, also blasphemy. The beast looked confused. What are you babbling about? Suddenly, blue light exploded around the elf. 1,000 years ago to stop scum from using this power. I chose to seal myself. Do you have any clue what elf power actually does to the balance of this world? Fear started to creep in. The wolf stammered. What a strange blue glow enveloped all three of them. The pup stood up, legs shaking like crazy but alive. It woke up and immediately barked straight at the Drought Wolf. The beast sneered. Just a buff or resurrection spell. Then the wolf checked the pup's stats. Wait. Level 75. Same as me. So that's it. The power of the elf. No wonder every faction craves you. Instantly boosting a target's level. Truly surprising. The pup leaped high, roared. Drought Wolf stood ground, winding up a punch, even with equal levels. My combat experience is absolute. The pup simply dodged and chomped down on the wolf's head. The beast's eyes went wide like it was a nightmare. Checking the status board again. What is this, my level? Dropped to 1. It wasn't a boost for the target. A red light flashed. It was a stat swap. Elsewhere, a bystander watched the vote count on a phone. Boom. A massive explosion rocked the top of the skyscraper. 2 figures in a car bailed out immediately. What's happening? They rushed toward the supermarket. Could it be related to the Demon King? Move it. What for war with the Demon King, idiot? We go to protect the Demon King. Nobody ruins his happy grocery shopping trip. Both stopped dead in front of the high-rise. This is the spot. 4th floor. Eyes locked onto Syl, standing amidst the smoke of the fresh explosion. That girl had no clue about the audience. The elf's cold gaze, narrowed voice dripping with disdain. Total disaster. The mutt kept mauling the Drought Wolf even after it was game over. Growl, bark, covered in gore. Filthy. Eyes locked on Sally. Bath time again. The pup launches into her arms. But wait, panic. The master cannot know. Failed a basic fetch quest, unacceptable. Keep your mouth shut, mutt. Suddenly, noise from below. Sally's attention snaps sharp. A curious glance downward. 2 tiny figures spotted, staring right back. Humans from Sky City, here to slay mutants. Late to the party, as always. Pathetic. Experts at starting wars, amateurs at defending territory. Only the Demon King can save this rotting world. Speaking of, lurking near the restroom, taking forever. To knock or not to knock, rude. Boom. A massive crash earlier. Trouble passers-by whisper eyeing Shay. Hey look, that face. The pervert from the news. Internal screaming. Innocent here, total misunderstanding. Meanwhile, boots hit the rubble. A perfect landing. Cradling the pup like a treasure. The duo freezes. Struck dumb by aura, an angel. Right in front of us. Ice-cold voice. Here for the mutant, you're late. Jolt. Spines snap straight. Apologies. Is the Lord Demon King unharmed? Blush. Cheeks burn red. They know the title Demon King, could they be? Comrades, fellow believers in the Master's peace, Bellio and Babylon mention this. The plan dismantling the enemy from within. Click. The puzzle solves itself. Understood completely. A calculating gaze. Rush here to shield the Master. Weaklings. Yet willing to die for the cause. Touching. Sally's eyes shine with respect. Master's charisma knows no bounds. Incredible. Snap. Expression darkens instantly. However, a look of pure nightmare. Mutants breaching the safe zone ensure it never happens again. Tremble. Terror strikes their hearts. A smile like a blade. Human safety is the job, is it not? Incompetence. Relying on miracles every time. A dazzling, terrifying grin. Correct. Real meaning, lucky I saved you. Their interpretation, 1, fail, again, you die. 2, pieces on your heads. 3, you were ants beneath a boot. Thud. Knees hit the floor. Desperate bowing. Mercy, we understand. Blink. Kneeling. Such devotion to the Master, glowing like a goddess. Good. Rise. Yes, ma'am, arms crossed. One final matter. Lifting the gore-covered pup. Handle this mess. Xie pacing. Nerves frying. Step. There she is. Sally finally out. Bath time over. Expecting a clean dog. Finds 2 grown men scrubbing floors, wearing pink aprons. Brain reset. What the? Exploding pipes. A graceful chuckle. Water everywhere. Turning to the cleaners. Hard work. They wave it off. Duty calls. Next time call for help. Sally whispers, careless. Cia beams at the grandma. Ma'am. Job done. Gasp. The pup. Eyes so sharp now, reaching into a pocket. A glimmer. No XP for you, take this instead. A token of thanks. This is trinket. Nothing fancy. Ping. System interface boots up. Stats scrolling. Frozen. Gacha mechanic. With these drop rates, a wise chuckle. Fate rests in your hands, child. Head scratch. Doomed then. Luck stat is 0. Tension rises. Ding. System notification acquired alchemy purification potion, low tier. Sheepish grin. Trash loot. As expected. Sally steps in. Rewards matter not. The joy of service is the true treasure. Blink. Grandma tears up. Such pure souls. Turning to leave. Fun times. Supermarket raid next. Yes, master. Inner voice, absolutely not. Never again. Under the Demon King's An and Liu. Peace remains. Lights hum in the silence. Atmospheric tension. Rest now. Tomorrow waits. A sigh of powerlessness. The fate of a low-level NPC. Forgive me. Suffering this filth daily. I failed you. Crash. Door flies off hinges. Pink-haired thug enters. Old hag cash out booze money now. A sneer at the dog. Evil grin. Back for more, lesson time mutt. Lunging. The beast attack scene cut. Moses Pucci on the throne. Foam scrolling. Breaking news. Elderly victim. Dog attack. What eyes widen. Mutant breach in the safe zone. Kang Wu's voice trembles. Too close to the master. Disturb him. And the world ends. Say that again. Mutants are mindless. Beasts enslaved by instinct. The lizard incident. Level 84. Raw power, 0 intellect. Yet, a tunnel straight to the Demon King calculated. Intelligent. Too precise for coincidence. A glance up. Roland still on leave, sir. Traumatized. Useless. Door creaks open. I'll handle this. Your objective grim. Audience with the creator. Lord Mose. Visual, the majestic sky city. Artifacts, Dumas and Bosgan. God-given weapons against the darkness. Moses Pucci stares at the ruin. Look at this mess. Yuri paid the price. But the future. A glance at the Archbishop. The Demon King. A monster beyond defeat. Hands clasped in desperate prayer. Chill out. Trust the prophecy. Victory is guaranteed. Lord Mose wouldn't scam us right. The Grand Bishop frowned. Doesn't matter. Report that God's Slayer 3 got wrecked. Lord Moss will drop the walkthrough for the next step. Raise the goblet, waving the staff like casting a spell. Bathed in blue light, levitating the holy gear. Offerings presented to Lord Mose. The bishop froze. My God left me on red, why no answer? Moses Pucci panicked. Is the Demon King's power jamming the signal? The creator shot up. Crap. Accidentally overslept, staring at the screen. Too many missed calls, the statue's eyes glowed. Lord Moses online, finally responding. Moses Pucci zoned out. It's God. Grinning like an idiot. Awesome, not abandoned after all. The creator spoke. My people rough grind, paused. Wait, even God's Slayer 3 couldn't scratch the boss. The bishop covered a giddy smile. Lord pity me, knows everything. Always watching, so touching. The creator scoffed. Not watching 24/7. Hard to miss the pile of scrap metal back there. One glance said it all. The bishop stuttered. But the world fusion. Players descending. Unexpected glitches happened. Offered the book. The whole event log is here. Please check it. Staring at the pages. War report against the demon clan hype. Flipping to page 1 to see the glorious battle. Reading page by page. Silence. Bam book slammed into the floor. Ordered a raid, not a fan club meeting. Why sucking up to the enemy, the bishop squeaked. Fighting men a 100% wipe. You said the demon king would spawn at newbie levels. Reality was totally different. The creator squinted. Excuse me, blaming the dev. The bishop panicked. No, just, if the prophecy patch notes were better, we wouldn't be toast. The creator sneered. If told the demon king was level 4 digits, would that change the outcome? Stammering. Can't say that. Bad intel almost got Roland deleted. The creator roared. Still blaming me, bowing low. Sorry, you know all always right, we are trash. Shrugs. Fine. Blaming the admin makes sense actually. The bishop stood there totally done with this. The creator looked down, silence taking over. Even so, shouldn't be that. OP at spawn. Smashing a custom-made God Slayer weapon, staring at the book puzzled. Surprising skill gap. 2 options. Wait for the players to level up. Hesitation. Or log in personally to PK. Lord Mose smirked. Nah, just talking big. Not the time. The statue unleashed a terrifying pressure. The bishop gasped. Creation power. Moses Pucci stared. A miracle. God Slayer 3 bathed in holy light system rebooting. Light condensed blinding flash. God Slayer 3 system restored instantly. Repair complete. That's God tier strength. 2 OP. Lord Mose typed on the keyboard. Uria's history. Humans need new firepower to carry the growing players. A pistol materialized in front of Moses Pucci. The command dropped. New user for God Slayer 3 selected. It's you. Grab the gear. Fight for humanity. Pointing at self shocked. New owner me, the voice continued, sensed ambition and guts rising up. Shaking like a leaf. Nope. Wrong guy. Just want to survive, oh my god. Even fix that weapon won't beat the monster. The creator soothed. Relax. Die in battle, get a free ticket to heaven. Moses Pucci looked confused. Heaven. The bishop looked over. What a blessing. Instant VIP pass to the afterlife. Clasped hands, smiling. So jealous. Turning around. You take it then. Head shake. Nah, I'm good. The creator's voice deepened. Relax. For 1,000 years, humans dominated every race. Never lost. This won't be an exception. Moses Pucci sobbed, praying sincerely to live to see that day. Hand on heart, radiating fake loyalty vibes. Seconds later, shooting help me signals to the bishop. The old fox smirked and looked away. Lord Mose lay back on the bed. Done. Just keep Roland and the noob players alive. No worries. Talent or faith, that kid was picked from millions. The ultimate hope of humanity. Persistence and skill are surprising. No matter how strong the boss, never giving up. Always finding a way to win. Even against a terrifying demon king, will fight to the last HP. Humanity's undying flame. Oh, one more thing. Recall Roland's dad. The bishop flinched. General Lee. The tank holding the defensive line with God Slayer 1. My lord, is it that bad? The creator snapped. Duh. Want our hope to keep rotting away out there. Hands in pockets watching the sunset. You rushed over. General Lee, divine oracle for you. Big trouble. Return to Sky City as soon as possible. A grunt. Understood. Lucky bastards, those demons. Returning to grab the ultimate gear, then wiping the map. Below, red eyes of the horde glowed with killing intent. Lee Dada. One of the 20 counselors. Top dog in Sky City. Unlike the others, this seat is hereditary. Ever since the server opened. The Lee clan. Vanguard in the eternal war against darkness. Current head Lee Dada holds the title of undefeated god of war, wielding the #1 divine artifact bestowed by the heavens, the God Slayer. 49 battles against the demon army. 0 losses. Mountains of demon corpses stacked high in the wake of destruction. Ruthless. Cold. Absolute logic. That's why the streets call this guy the Iron Blood Slayer. Lee Dada pulls up to the crib. Bai Yu Wu. Why interrupt the slaughter at the demon front lines? Why the rush? It concerns Master Roland. The head turns. Slow and menacing. The question drops again. Roland. The one and only son, the Lee family heir. The brave soul who descended to Earth first to lead the human players into battle. Might be the Iron Blood on the battlefield. But as a father, never there for the growing up part. Zero doubt about the talent. harder worker than anyone in Sky City. The chosen hope selected by Lord Mose personally, destined to lead the charge for that final victory. Never once a disappointment, the perfect heir, pure pride, so spit it out. What legendary feats has Roland achieved on Earth? Lee Data steps inside. Silence. Absolute emptiness. Eyes popping out of the skull, brain freeze for a solid few seconds, turns to Bai Yu Wu. Where are the Lee family ancestral treasures? Just a nervous chuckle. Aha. Eventually, the beans are spilled. Here is the tea on what went down with Master Roland in the backlines. While the war raged on the front, Lee Dada grunts, meaning Roland took every giftable item and handed the loot straight to the Demon King. The rest used to grind over-leveled mobs just to find a spirit pet for the Demon King. Deep breaths. Stay calm. Don't panic. Minor setback. The Ironblood name doesn't flinch at 3,000 enemies, must think from the sun's perspective right now. Must be a logic to this madness. Did Roland capture the target and then surrender? Bai Yu Wu adds, he mentioned taking the treasures to you. Lee Dada loses it, said taking a dragon claw, not wiping the inventory clean. No. Chill out. Maybe the burden of saving humanity is too heavy. The sunset glows across the sky, thinking about hiring a shrink. On the table, info on 3 candidates. Resumes look pretty solid. Roland picks up the paper. Silent. Sorry to disappoint, but this isn't needed. The situation isn't what it looks like. The old man speaks up. Roland. Know why this family never loses. Why the high status? A bit of surprise, but the answer comes. You said it's total faith in Lord Mose. Lee Dada reaches into the pocket. Correct. But it ain't just a catchy slogan. Confusion hits. Tada pulls out a necklace glowing with golden light. Different from those glitchy items. This is the real family treasure. God tier artifact demon slayer, number 1. Gifted by Lord Mose. The Durandal pendant. The more sincere the faith, the higher the combat power spikes. Also works as a loyalty detector. Only 100% faith in Lord Mose unlocks the full potential. Never lost a battle against the demon clan. Can't understand what's so scary about them. A side-eye glance at Roland. Hearing that just makes the eyes look away. Lee Dada hands over the pendant. Decided to pass this on to the next generation. Staring at the pendant. Is this a loyalty test? The old man reassures. Youth brings fear. Natural. But firm belief is the strongest force. Taking the item. Father. Let down the family name. Can't blame the misunderstanding. The old man never took an L against the demons. No matter how deep in the danger zone, never give up. Slayer, number 1. Owning this means having the power to throw hands with the Demon King. Father. Understood. Getting the groove back. Suddenly, eyes lock on the pendant. Lee Dada grunts. Why is there a speck of impurity in the holy light? Glitched impossible. 1,000-year record, 0 malfunctions. Unless, a hole in the loyalty to Lord Mose. Roland's face goes pitch black. Grabs that resume off the table. Screaming, Father, introduce this psychologist right now. Startled. Oh, good eye. Like that one too. Head bows low. The glitch in Durandal. Definitely related to this thing. An object comes out. Blinding light makes Lee Dada jump. A cat the size of a marble. Winning prize from a gacha game. The cat glares back. Lee Dada jumps out of the skin. Look closer. System-grade devil artifact impossible. Red glint in the eyes. Cold sweat dripping. What in the hell is this system-level prop? Supposed to be only 13 of these in the world, gifted by Lord Mose. Slayer number 8 Big Bang. Absolute sealing power. Fragmented to create safe zones on Earth. 66 total. Slayer number 3. Origin Canon. Power to rewrite reality's code. Faith power, converting to raw stats and mental fortitude. Higher the belief, higher the damage output. Durandal. Slayer. Number 1. Limitless. All 3 are system-grade god tier. Yet, none can put a scratch on the current Demon King. Staring at the cute marble cat. Looks basic, but the power. Deeper. Stronger. Completely unreadable. Perfect. Absolutely magnificent. With this victory is an easy clap, no matter the enemy. Lee Dada gets hype. Where did the loot come from? Roland shrugs. Demon King gave it. Demon King. Gave it shock, twists the face into a meme. Demon King gifted this. Yeah, house is full of them. Just molded them for fun. Lee Dada spits blood, full of them. For fun, plus the Alpha Stone S rank near system grade also fell into hands. Lee Dada's face goes dark mode. Understood. Roland tilts the head. Father, a sudden bear hug. Finally get what the hell is being faced here. Didn't know the enemy was this broken. Must have been suffering in silence. Tears well up. Father, don't worry. Motivation restored. With Slayer number 1, the Demon King is going down. Lee Dada's expression sinks. Slayer number 1 ain't gonna cut it. Never thought the day would come. To pass on the family's ultimate trump card. Roland's eyes lit up with hype. The final trump card. Does the clan possess something even deadlier? A heavy hand landed on his shoulder. That's right. When facing an unstoppable enemy, even the God Slayer might fail. One ultimate technique remains. A secret move unused by the clan for a millennium. Right hand went up. Roland mimicked the stance. Data continued, now raised the left hand too, the universal sign of surrender. A shameless grin met Roland's blank stare. Don't mess around, old man. This is the clan's ultimate secret technique. Just wasted a whole second of resolve. Data rubbed a scruffy chin. What? Still have one more move. Sharp eyes. Truly a proud air. Roland squinted, suspicion maxed out. What other move? Knees hit the floor. The upgraded version, the Dojeza. A scream of pure frustration. Is this the iron-blooded god? Slayer. Data shot back. Aren't you the hope of humanity? Pot calling the kettle black. Tears of injustice. Give back that wasted determination. A helpless shrug. No joke. Literally out of options. Meanwhile, before the altars of Babylon and Bellio, panic set in. Situation critical. Lord Demon King is MIA. Belial is gone without a trace. Now Babylon is off the radar too. Snow gritted teeth in frustration. Backed into a corner for real this time. Spring remained silent, deep in thought. Need another scout squad for the Demon King. Sky let out a heavy sigh. Down to the last unit. Deploy them and the base and the kids are left defenseless. Spring removed the glasses. If the king isn't found, death is the only destination anyway. Hand placed over heart. Gamble everything before exposure. The demon squad mobilized. Scene shift. Tires screeching on asphalt. A convoy kicking up a storm of dust. Collision course. Demon squad versus human convoy. The driver jumped, heart stopping. Demons, direct subordinates of the Demon King. Sky trembled, fear visible. Human legion. Only 3 clicks out and already hit resistance. Cursed luck. The human convoy ground to a halt. Troops disembarked. Demons shifted into battle stance. Steel drawn from scabbards. Audacious scum. Prepare for a duel to the death. No backing down. Slaughter them all. Leave none standing. Hold the line here. Go find Lord Demon King. Tension snapped. The clash began in a chaotic melee. Suddenly, a crimson pillar of light tore through the sky, slamming into the battlefield. Blinded by debris. Sky gasped. What the hell is that? Emerging from the smoke, Fenrir. S-class mutant wolf. Level unknown. Terror forced a retreat. No way. S-class mutant level breaks the 100-mark. Drool dripped from the beast's maw. This shouldn't be possible. A sinister cackle. Caught the scent of a snack. Vanished in a blur. The slaughter began. Jaws clamped around an unlucky victim. Crunch. Head popped like a ripe watermelon. An unexpected delicacy. The crimson monstrosity felt the surge. Power rising. Fenrir's passive gluttony. Devour life. Gain stats. Level up. Stacks at 34. Cooldown 29 minutes. A twisted, sadistic grin. Keep this up and devouring demons becomes reality. Time to take the throne. A subordinate shouted, Lord Fenrir, look at that. The convoy's cargo. Cargo doors creak open. A shrill sound pierced the air. Fenrir's crimson eyes widened. Jackpot. Children huddled in the darkness trembling. Cries of terror erupted. Cut to Moses, Poochie face pale with disbelief. Say what safe zone kids are missing. Bayou reported post-God Slayer event number 3, evacuation protocols initiated. Extracting under 16s to safe harbor away from the Demon King. Signal lost near the Lakeside Forest Park. Investigation confirms combat. Signatures of both demons and mutants present. Shock. Demons and mutants. Is Agent 007 tracking the target status? A stammered reply. Target left the lair early. Headed downtown. Bayou pulled up the surveillance log. Subject. Observed. Helping a granny cross the street. Feeding stray cats by the roadside. Exposed a bus pervert. Demon King Xiaye earned the achievement Upstanding Citizen. Opened a stall in the plaza. 0 sales. 3 hours of gossip with local aunties. Bayou concluded currently back at base, taking a nap. Moses Poochie slammed the table. That Demon King. Diabolical cunning. Hiding cruelty behind a mask of normalcy. What is the endgame? Cannot rule out connection to the missing children. Keep digging. Sir. The room emptied, leaving Moses Poochie alone in the silence. Thoughts raced. Crap. The NPC evacuation plan backfired. Kids gone. Sky City's reputation is about to tank. Must recover the targets immediately. Humanity's hope needs a morale boost. Dialing. The subscriber you are calling is unavailable. A frustrated scream echoed through the command center. What's the holdup? Roland Dada had spent ages picking a housewarming gift for the Demon King. Roland facepalmed. The childhood hero turned out to be a shameless old geezer. The gift, Duranidin pendant. 99% purity. Function, loyalty check. Being friendly is just a tactic. The goal is to crush him. Got it. Dada rolled eyes. Isn't that obvious? Why scream it out loud, right in front of the guy's house? A nervous cough. Just. Tactical reinforcement. Dada shook head at the weirdness. Ringing the bell. Ding dong. The door slammed open and bam, monster teeth right in the face. Are these guys looking for a speedrun to the afterlife or what? Roland's eyes practically vibrated with terror. Was this a warning from the Demon King to stay off the turf? Suddenly, Data wheezed out from the side. I felt that pressure too. Roland's jaw dropped. Say what? But the old man cut in voice trembling. I feel the presence. The Demon King definitely senses me too. I am Lee Data, the Iron Blood Demon Slayer. I've smoked countless minions. This illusion. A straight-up warning shot to the face. Who dares act tough here? The gate bell flexed on the visitors. Master is busy. Beat it and come back some other time. The pair froze solid, like statues totally speechless. The gate bell laughed. Staring won't change the rules. I ain't talking. Eyes shifted to the cat guarding the gate. Little King dropped the truth bomb. Is the boss asleep? Roland looked lost. Asleep seriously. Wait if you want, the cat shrugged. Bam. Both sat down instantly, posture perfect. Time just drifted by as the sky turned orange, then straight to black night. Beep beep, battery dead. Data pulled out a phone, but Roland snapped immediately. Get a grip, Dad. If the Demon King catches us scrolling TikTok, we are toast. Finally, the door creaked open. Xia stumbled out. My bad. Big bro Roland slept like a log. Roland forced a grin, sweating bullets. No worries. We just got here too. Totally. Dada nodded. Yeah, quick wait. But inside, legs were shaking, butt totally numb. Xie blinked. And this person is. This is my old man, Lee Dada. Big shot at the Sky City Parliament. Xie's brain short-circuited. Why bring a parent here? The old man panicked, saw the livestream huge fan, begged Roland for an intro. Xie's eyes practically sparkled. A fan. For real, Xie sighed. Look, it is a mix-up. No overlord or billionaire tycoon here. Just a weak normie with zero combat power. Dada sweated profusely. Right. Totally weak. Playing along. I get it, keeping the cover. Dada thought. But wow, Mr. Xie looks way sharper in 3D. Xie blushed, too kind. For real, Dada laughed, then went full service mode. Let me get those shoulders. Xie froze. Then the old man knelt to shine shoes. Bet you didn't know I am a legendary boot polisher. Xie backed up horrified. Whoa, that is really not necessary. Roland wanted the ground to swallow the whole scene. Dad stopped. Xie stared. Do high-level NPCs always fanboy this hard Uncle Lee, just a regular guy here? Chill out, okay? Dada winked playfully. Got it. Can't blow the Demon King's cover. Phew. Crisis averted. Xie smiled. Great. Then Dada whipped out a box. Just a little something for the collection. Xie blinked. The box popped open with blinding light S-Class auto duster with the newest AI tech. Hands-free cleaning, pure luxury, the old man bragged. It has got origin power infused right in the handle. Your place is huge, so this is perfect. Suddenly, cleaning supplies floated up. The girls in the house gasped in shock. Bellio laughed, teasing the machine. Oh, don't come over here, swish. The handle wrapped right around a lock of hair. Something felt off. The vibe shifted instantly. Xie watched intently as the girls danced around the floating tools. Xie grinned. Kinda cool. Dada saw the smile and fist pumped internally. Nailed it, the Demon King is pleased. Dada shot Roland a cocky look of victory. Whispering, gifting is an art form, kid. Personality, hobbies, lifestyle. It cleans it, entertains the minions. Total package for a Demon King's daily grind. Every time it cleans, the boss will remember our loyalty. Roland nodded. Okay, Dad, you got skills. Learned a lot. Taking notes, Roland said. Dada smirked. Think that is it? You think I am just some shameless suck-up? Roland blinked. Aren't you? You and the Demon King. Both blind, Dada scoffed. You underestimate my genius. Roland looked confused. Genius. Dada lowered the voice. This S-Class tool looks safe, but that AI, it calculates exactly how to spoil the owner. Over time, it numbs the mind, makes the Demon King lazy, saps the will to conquer. Psychological warfare. We win without spilling blood. That is how the Iron Blood Slayer rolls, Dada grinned. Watch this activation. Click. Power on. Weird sparkles filled the air. But wait, the vibe shifted again. Dada frowned at the strange behavior. What the duster started morphing. Forget cleaning. It assembled into a massive heavy-duty energy cannon. Automatic assembly complete. Boom. A gun. Xie stared eyes wide. Uncle Lee. It transforms into a weapon. Dada felt a migraine coming on. Why? How the brain spun in circles. Strange. Why turn into a weapon of mass destruction? Unless that AI is smarter than humans. It scans the owner, calculates the absolute best way to serve them, analyzes every threat level. A horrific realization hit Dada. It scanned the Demon King's power level and instantly chose violence to survive. Where is the dignity? Thud. Dada's knees hit the floor hard. Xie jumped. Uncle Lee, why the sudden kneeling? Sorry, leg cramp, total spasm, Dada lied. Xie shook the head. Sit down. You shouldn't bring gifts if you are unwell. Xie paused. I can't accept this. Dada panicked. The AI simp failed. Does the Demon King want a living sacrifice instead? Mr. Xie prefers pets. We got kobolds, gnomes. What is the preference for the terrifying collection? Xia just shook his head like nah, chill. Actually, there was a favor to ask. Figured giving a gift first was the polite move before dropping a request on them. But taking gifts makes asking for favors super awkward. Right? Roland's brain went into overdrive. Is this a secret mission? What exactly is the situation? So Xia spilled the tea. Heard some bad news on the way back. Kids going missing. The neighbor lady had been totally wrecked, calling out Little Master. You're a big shot now. Fancy mansion, high-level NPC friends. Please, if there's any way, help us figure this out. Just convince Roland. Everyone knows that guy listens to whatever you say. Get Roland on board and those kids might actually stand a chance. Meanwhile, Roland was multitasking like a pro, charging up and taking calls. Got it. Send the files. The screen lit up with the intel immediately. Mutants attacking people, standard Tuesday. But wiping out the city guards before backup could even arrive, that's insane combat power, total domination. To catch the Demon King's attention, this threat had to be catastrophic. Xie broke the silence. I know it's asking a lot, but can you guys save those kids? Roland looked like he'd been slapped. Say what? Then actual tears started streaming down Xie's face. Pure drama, I'm just so worried about them, heart of gold, saint-like vibes. The father-son duo just stared, jaws hitting the floor. Roland's brain short-circuited. Is this guy nuts? A demon king saving random brats? If this war drags on, those kids are the future resistance. The hero party meant to kill you. Usually villains pray for the heroes to get wiped out early. Xia put on this innocent puppy dog face, but Roland saw only 4D chess and evil schemes. Then the report on the phone updated. Mutants didn't kill on sight. They dragged the van away. Kidnapping instead of killing means a specific agenda. Something incredibly shady is going down. If there's a purpose, the hostages are likely still breathing. Xie lit up instantly. Alive, that's awesome news, thank God, says the Demon King. Roland stood there, brain frying. What top-tier acting almost had me fooled. But gotta play the game. Swallow the pride. Roland switched masks, instantly grabbing Xie's hand with fake emotion. Truly divine protection. Totally, Xie agreed. Roland turned on the charm, confident and decisive. Don't sweat it. Bringing those runs back is a guarantee. Xie beamed. Roland, you're the MVP. I'll tell the neighbors to wait for the good news. Roland clenched a fist. Mission accepted. Oscars all around. No slip-ups. Roland stepped through a portal, landing in a high-tech command center buzzing with operators. Barking orders at the NPC zone, target mutants over level 50 within 100 clicks. Track all movement for the next 3 hours. Filter for pack tactics and post a server-wide quest. Hunt flesh-eating mutants. Priority on missing kid clues. Standing tall, looking smug. This way, the second a clue drops, the intel comes straight to me. Just wait for the good news. Outside, Dada watched from the shadows. Roland's got the fire back, all thanks to the Demon King's mission. The king rejected the S-Class AI just to motivate Roland. It worked. The kid is outperforming the old man now. Dada felt a weight lift. Time to head back to the council. Dada slung the massive weapon over his shoulder, cool as ice. Gotta keep those stuffy managers in check. Only the #1 counselor can buy Roland enough time to grow. The weapon clattered against the wall as it was set down. Watch over my boy for me, God AI. The weapon glowed red as it touched the wall. Voice activation engaged. God AI connected to Sky City private network. Surveillance initialized. Reporting all anomalies to the Demon King immediately. Data froze. Right, it works for the enemy now. The old man's face went pale. So this is why the Demon King rejected the AI. To plant a spy in our base. That guy, absolutely diabolical. Under the starry sky, Xie gathered the neighborhood crew. Roland is on the case. Sleep easy, folks. The kids are coming home. If you can't do it, nobody in this world can. The auntie next door nodded enthusiastically. We heard big news. Sky City just dropped a massive quest line. Hunt mutants, find kids. The rewards are insane. Xia grinned. That's great. Problem solved. But another neighbor chimed in. We don't get all the details, but rumor has it completing these boosts. Sky City rep. Future costs dropped by 5%. Shopping skills, crafting everything cheaper. Xia's face melted. 5% discount. The frugal instinct kicked in hard. But mutant hunting is risky, right? Plus, I asked Roland to start this. If I join my own quest, it's kinda cringe. The auntie asked, Xie, you interested? Scratching the back of the head, laughing awkwardly. Nah, think I'll pass. Cut to Xie loaded with gear, holding a big, looking for group sign in the town square. Total ghost town. Nobody gave a damn. Finally, a voice, yo, isn't that the viral sensation? Xie turning around to check the source. Purple-haired dude approached. Class monitor Jack. The guy smirked. Saw you on stream. Thought you were a big shot. Why begging for a party like a noob? Xie scratched a cheek. It's a long story. Total awkwardness. Suddenly, a chubby kid hit the dirt looking absolutely terrified. The ransom is prepared. Take it. Leave. Tomorrow's meeting stands. Arrogance dripped from every word. Leak these photos to the World Channel. Consequences will be fatal. Remember that. This new quest. Legitimate. Thanks to the class president's resource gathering. Rights secured. Fortunes waiting to be claimed. Linda chimed in with a smug grin fueling the fire. Totally. We could get some killer blackmail material with those nudes. Class Prez really knows how to play the game. Kudos due right. Eyes darted over, spotting Jack and Hades nearby. The so-called Class Prez Jack slapped a hand on Hades' shoulder, faking friendliness. Yo. Small world, huh? Told you this guy was useless. Hades just shrugged, playing the part. True that. Still stuck at level 1 here. Unlike the Class Prez, who's basically a god at everything. Linda let out a sly cackle. Wow, spotting rare sights now. Truly, a model student. D cut and glancing over. Wait, aren't those losers from our class? The ones who ran off campus and never show up. Zero impression came the flat reply. Jack, dripping with arrogance, tossed 3 silver coins at Hades' feet, voice dripping with condescension. Looking pathetic there. Consider this a handout, a reward. Hades played the fool, grinning while scooping up the chump change. Hey Prez, your ranking is pretty high, right? Laughter erupted from the bully. Pretty high. You really are clueless. D and Linda drifted closer like sharks smelling blood. D started flexing the stats. Top 5,000 in global combat power means top 0.1%. That's beast mode. A noob like you wouldn't get it. Linda added with a sneer. Prez took the school esports championship. Remember, Jack waved a hand, feigning modesty. No need to bring up the past. Hades' eyes lit up, seizing the chance. Guess I really am out of the loop. Just happened that one time. Hey, could I hire you guys for a power leveling run? Been waiting ages for a strong squad willing to carry me. Tough break. Jack's gaze turned scornful mockery dripping from every word. Ha, 3 silver coins won't buy a carry from us. Trying to ride our coattails. I can pay real money, Hades insisted. Jack scoffed. Give it a rest. What could a level 1 scrub possibly afford? Suddenly, a system notification chimed. Transaction request, 2 gold coins. Confirmed. Jack's face went pale, cold sweat beating on the forehead. Panic set in. 2 whole gold coins. That's my entire life savings. How does this trash have as much cash as a top 5 to 1,000 ranker? Hades calmly laid out the terms. 5 gold total. You get the other 3 after the quest. Sound good. Given your level and rank, asking for less would be an insult. Thinking it over. Even the number 1 squad only charges 10. But rage bubbled up in Jack. Damn it. My teammate, this guy is calling the shots like a boss. A total nobody getting cocky just once. A twisted scheming grin slowly spread across Jack's face. Wasn't gonna get dirty, but plans changed. Gonna lure this fool to a dead zone, teach a lesson, snap some humiliating nudes, and beat the lights out. Leave him bruised and broke. See if there's any arrogance left then. Switching masks, a friendly smile returned. Hey, we're classmates, why talk money? Helping each other is just what we do. The grinding zone. Monsters everywhere. The trio and Hades arrived. Don't wander off. If a variant beast snaps you up, saving you won't be an option. Hades cowered in the back. Prez, quit trying to scare me. You're gonna protect the client, right? I mean, I am paying you. Jack laughed it off. Real talk, I don't even care about the cash. Meanwhile, Hades was busy fiddling with quest scrolls, whispering excitedly. Done. This one, still pending. Grinding for that reputation reward. How many more? Think that's enough. Time to spam submit all these completed quests. Title acquired, friend of Sky City. Jack approached, interrupting the flow. Mission complete. Let's bounce. Hades looked up. Whoa, is it dark already? My bad. Guess I went overboard with the quests. The group moved out. D suddenly spoke up. Usually finding quests here is hardcore difficulty. Why is it so easy today? Linda shrugged. No clue. Ask the NPC later. Jack shot a dark glance at Hades, thinking darkness is perfect. Time to lead him to nowhere. Suddenly, Hades broke the silence. Hey Prez, you sure this path is safe? Jack flinched internally. Did he figure it out? Hades continued. The vibes from these mobs. They don't feel like trash mobs. High level. Super aggro. Sensing the killing intent, Hades screamed, run, everyone move. But mid-sprint, a hand shot out. A ruthless shove sent Hades flying straight toward the oncoming horde. Vision blurring, the sight of them fleeing burned into memory. Those pros are ditching the bait, leaving me to die. A massive maw lined with razor teeth descended to swallow the sacrifice whole. Hades' internal voice spiked. Crap. This is it. Blink. Darkness. Then an old dusty room. Hades bolted up, heart racing. Alive, still kicking. Awesome. Note to self, don't cheap out on bodyguards next time. A soft sobbing cut through the silence. Crying. Are these the missing kids everyone's talking about? Scanning the room. And the missing guard players. A glance to the side revealed the 3 traitors also locked up. Looks like the big shots didn't make it out either. Not just the kids. Everyone's alive. Just like Roland said. What's the beastman's endgame here? In the same cell, a little girl shrieked, scary monster, I want my mommy. Hades whipped out a golden, perfectly roasted chicken. The blonde girl blinked, tears pausing. Huh, she pouted. No thanks. Mommy says too much protein gives me a tummy ache. Next, Hades pulled out a sword. The girl unimpressed. It doesn't even glow. 0 style points. Desperate Hades revealed a Sailor Moon doll. The girl stared deadpan. Mister, are you a weeb? Emotional damage taken. Kids these days? Tough crowd. Curiosity piqued, the girl pointed. Mister, what's that? A small box materialized, overflowing with items. Hades started the tutorial. Oh, this rewards from a C-rank crafting skill. Basic purification potions. 1 sip clears low-level debuffs. Holding a vial, the girl asked, does it clear away the scared feelings? And the sadness? Hades smiled softly. Yeah, let's hope so. Besides, there's nothing to be afraid of. The girl tilted her head. Really? But you looked terrified earlier. A boy stepped up, challenging the logic. Why shouldn't we be scared? Hades leaned in. Because someone is definitely coming to save us. The girl's eyes widened. Really, 100%. Those monsters are gonna get wrecked. So chill out, okay? Sounds legit, the girl nodded. But the boy frowned, anxiety returning. But those monsters are super strong. Who could possibly beat them and save us? The girl's shoulders slumped. Yeah. Hades flashed a confident grin. Ever heard the legends about the hope of humanity? Engines roared through the silent forest, a steel beast tearing up the earth. System alert, target located. The missing school bus. Found. The southern zone. Fallen. Players. NPCs. None spared. The abducted children. Dragged to the heart of darkness. Roland gripped the throttle, eyes focused. Coordinates received. Lock on target. Mission update, ensure hostages survive. Survive, why? Roland's instinct screamed. This situation reeks of conspiracy. Deep within the dungeon, Hades whispered comfort to the trembling souls. Suddenly, the air grew heavy. A voice from the abyss spoke. So, the bringer of false hope arrives. A nightmare made flesh. Boss rank variant Fenrir. Wolf's head. Colossal frame. Red eyes burning with malice. Looking down like a god. Excellent news. The guest I have been waiting for comes. Outside. Movement detected. Guards raise weapons. Tension spiked. Who goes there? Intruders will be slaughtered. This is the Beast King's domain. Unauthorized entry means death. But from the eternal night, through the thick fog, a figure emerged. Roland, unflinching, unstoppable, golden hair blazing under the moonlight, eyes burning with cold fury. Locking onto the prey. The wolf guards unleashed killing intent. But, wait, the pressure reversed, terror seized their hearts. Hold on, Roland moved. A blur of speed. No words, only action. Forward motion. Behind. Only silence and severed remains. The guards. Erased in a single breath. Suddenly, the entire fortress trembled. Violent tremors shook the earth. The Beast King startled. An earthquake. A minion crashed in. Panic in every step. Lord Fenrir, emergency, it is Roland. Slaughtering his way here. Shock turned to a savage grin. Finally, the wait is over. Muttering in obsession. Just one meeting, and I can. Boom, unimaginable power shattered the wall. The shockwave blasted the minion into oblivion. Fenrir scanned the dust, searching for the monster. A cataclysmic explosion rocked the foundation. Heaven and earth shook, a gaping maw torn into the fortress wall. Right behind the king, chaos reigned. Before reality could settle, Roland stepped from the debris. An avatar of wrath, hand them over. The Beast King froze. True fear struck. Preparation meant nothing. Instinct screamed. Danger. Fenrir managed a compliment. Truly. Humanity's last hope. The legends speak truth. Such overwhelming aura. Such Roland cut the silence. Silence. Where are they? Fenrir grinned, pointing back with glee. Keki. Patience. Not a single hair harmed. Behold. Behind the beast. Children huddled in terror, clinging to Hades. And Hades. Eyes sparkling. Staring at Roland with pure admiration. Roland scanned the hostages. Paused. The stoic mask cracked. Distortion. Horror. What the hell? Why is the Demon King here? Hades cheered like a fanboy. Brother Roland, finally knew you would come. First the kids. Now rescuing me, destiny. Internal joy overflowed. Waited for this? Waited for ages. Dead silence. The air turned awkward. Roland's mind raced. Waiting for me, distrust. Is this surveillance? Testing, loyalty, paranoia set in. Roland trembled. Checking performance. Seeing if I would show up. Opposite him. Hades stood confused. Scratching head. Clueless. Roland steeled resolve. If that is the case. Steel rang out. Sword drawn. Performance is required. Then watch closely. I will exceed expectations. Aura detonated. Pressure crushed the room. Fenrir blinked. Sir Roland, Roland roared. Eyes bloodshot with desperate fury. Hand them all over. The children screamed, running towards Fenrir. Too scary monster. Save us. Do not let him take us. Even the Beast King retreated. Confused. Who is the real villain here? Roland ignored logic. Launched forward. A living arrow of destruction. Blade met flesh. The first strike. True. Crimson sprayed from Fenrir's chest. Panic. A desperate tilt saved the beast from bisection. Collision released catastrophic energy. The arena. Pulverized. Outside. The mob watched in paralyzed awe. Bella felt the shockwaves. That sword chi. Immense. It is him. Roland. Inside. Roland had become a whirlwind of blades. Fenrir fought for survival. Terror in every block. Leaping back. Desperate distance. Panting. Stop. Wait, I never harmed the humans. The beast roared. It was a lure, only to catch the attention of the High Ones. I just wanted an audience. Roland halted. Blade lowered. Staring into the beast's soul, silence returned. Only dust and ruin remained of the battlefield. Hades watched. Intrigued. No killing intent, Roland sneered. Cold. Explain. Fenrir gestured. Observe my stats. System window, Fenrir level 11. Roland raised an eyebrow. Level 11, Fenrir grinned. Correct. A unique awakening. Infinite growth potential. Consume intelligent life. Gain gluttony stacks. Burn a stack. Instant level up. Voice dripping with pride. 2 days. Level 11. 15 stacks accumulated. Unused. Perhaps unnecessary. Aside from you and the divine weapon wielders, am I not invincible? The proposal dropped. If an invincible entity seeks alliance with humanity, surely you see the value. Internal monologue. Precisely. War is not the goal. Survival is. Coexistence. A chance for the mutated kin to endure. Reveal strength. Gain leverage. Witnessing my might. Surely Roland is shaken. Wait. Something was wrong. Zero surprise. Roland's gaze drifted. Not at Fenrir, but at that human boy. The negotiations, completely ignored. Roland's eyes bulged. Panic. Looking to Hades for permission, Fenrir theorized. Is he still enraged? Because I touched the hostages. Must de-escalate. Remove hostility. Fenrir bowed low. Desperate. Regarding that matter, I offer my sincerest apologies. I grabbed in just to get a little chat with you lot, the beast sneered. Truth be told, I actually saved their sorry lives. Roland finally focused on the creature Fenrir. Save them. What kind of twisted logic is that? Fenrir snarled, found him getting swarmed by demons. I wiped out the trash and saved these humans myself. Silence dropped like a hammer. The air got heavy, real heavy. From the sidelines, 2 lurkers watched the madness unfold. Wait, was the loudmouth Fenrir actually trying to speedrun a game over? Roland's face went pitch black, clicked the realization hit. Fenrir, seeing this, grinned internally. The beast thought its charisma check had finally passed. The wolf locked eyes with the An and Liu behind Roland. That side character, your minion, I saved him and his squad from a demon wipeout earlier. Just kept him in storage, you know. But Fenrir choked on the next word. Why was Roland looking at the wolf like that? That wasn't a negotiation face. That was a rest in peace face. It was the gaze one gives to a walking corpse. Desperate, Fenrir doubled down. Let's team up, Roland. We have a common enemy, the Demon King. Oh, the irony was suffocating. The actual Demon King Haya himself was standing right there. Roland felt his brain trembling at the sheer audacity. Steel sang as Roland drew his blade. Shut your trap. But before the strike could land, Haya's chill voice cut through. Wait, I think it sounds kind of fun. That sentence hit Roland like a debuff. Frozen the Knight trembled and barked at the wolf. Fine. Keep talking. Fenrir's ego inflated instantly. It had the upper hand. I knew you had taste. The beast sneered. Listen to this flawless master plan. The air grew heavy with suspense. My species is evolving high-tier intelligence. With the Demon King MIA, it's the perfect meta to hunt them down. I help you wipe out demons. You help me become the Monster King. I'll stick to eating demons and stay out of human territory. Deal. The creature beamed with pride. Well, perfect, right, an offer you literally can't refuse. Dead silence. Roland slowly turned to look at Haya with pure panic. Haya just flashed a bright, innocent smile. Sounds legitimate, doesn't it? Boom. That one sentence sent Roland's overthinking into overdrive. I get it. I totally get it. The mental gymnastics began. The boss came here personally to stop me from teaming up with this trash. He let the wolf reveal its plan just to test my loyalty. Roland's delusion went interstellar. He knew the mutant's plan all along. Everything is dancing in the palm of his hand. What a terrifying prediction ability. Such deep manipulation. What a control freak. Meanwhile, Fenrir had zero clue about the mental breakdown happening in front of it. It thought the deal was sealed. A win-win situation, right? Fenrir howled. But Roland's next words hit harder than a truck. I refuse. Fenrir glitched out. Huh. As Roland charged, the wolf panicked. Wait, why? Roland screamed back with burning resolve. Because the Demon King is watching. That makes no sense, Fenrir shrieked. Name your price, anything. But the only answer was a blade swinging for the neck. A narrow miss. Again, Fenrir raged. Let's negotiate. But Roland was radiating pure, killing intent. Chat was disabled. The knight lunged again. I will destroy you in the name of the Demon King. Fenrir was so terrified that actual tears started flowing. Whose side are you? Even on boom, Roland's power shattered the earth, cracking the very ground. Retracting the blade, Roland struck a pose. We might be level 101, but you're just a mob. I'm undefeated. A cold snort echoed through the battlefield. Hey, I blinked, genuinely confused by the dramatic pose. Ha, did Roland just say, representative of the Demon King? Does he know? Dust obscured the view. Fenrir stood unharmed but having an existential crisis. Is my intelligence stat too low? I don't understand this human's logic. Fine, no deal needed. I'll release the hostages for free. Just let me go. I'll even fight demons for you. Just spare me. Roland paused, shock flickering across his face. Wait, I understand again. The boss is watching to ensure I don't show mercy to this variable. Resolve hardened. No, Fenrir felt its sanity slipping. Why not? It tried bargaining again. I won't be king. I'll be your lackey. Roland remained a stone wall. No, the bar was lowered again. My whole pack will serve you. The attacks just got faster. No, Fenrir broke down sobbing. Someone explain this. Why is no the only word he knows? Is he glitching? The wolf backed away screaming. I just want my species to survive. Why so heartless? Fear finally snapped into rage. Fine, if you want war, you got it. System alert, Fenrir consumes gluttony stack. Level 101 is greater than level 131. Meanwhile, in the divine realm, the creator scratched his head. Oops. Did I forget to mention that? The archbishop sweated bullets. You said they were low-tier mobs. The creator shrugged. The Demon King is stronger than expected, so the mutants buffed up too. Balance patch, simple logic. The bishop gasped. You could have put that in the patch notes. The deity scowled. I'm a god, not your mom. Use your brains and stop relying on GM support. The bishop cringed. Our mistake. The creator cut in. But it is a pity. Pity, the god grinned with malicious intent. Yeah, that potential alliance. It just turned into a raid boss event. Back in the fight, Fenrir hulked out eyes, shooting lightning. Think you can take me now, Roland. The air sizzled with lethal intent. Roland's radar went off. AoE wipeout mechanic incoming. Everyone take cover. Pop every defensive cooldown. Flash out. The squad nodded, activating every shield spell in the book. Jack cast True Word Shield. Biola popped Stealth. Even the newbies joined the defensive formation with Defense Aura. Guardian Blessing. Resistance Armor. Haya stood there freezing in place as the team lit up like a Christmas tree of buffs. Hey, why am I the only one empty-handed here? Lalan popped an S-rank Divine Shield bracing for impact. On the other side, Fenrir unleashed a massive blast of raw power. Roland's minions started panicking. Master Roland's shield is tanking the damage, but Fenrir's attack is too insane. We're losing HP just standing here. Screams echoed everywhere. The shockwave didn't spare Xia or the kids. The blast hit and high-pitched screams of terror erupted from the group. But then Xia blinked. Wait. Zero pain, Roland's shield was cracking under the pressure. The enemy's power level was just too high. The level gap was a canyon. Even a hell breakthrough item wouldn't fix this. Roland tried to queue up another skill, but Fenrir shattered the defense like glass. Situation critical. Roland scanned Fenrir, level 132. No chance to use buffs. Roland's own strength had hit a hard ceiling. A frown deepened on Roland's face. Regret started kicking in about rejecting the Mutants Alliance offer. Isn't the Demon King gonna step in? Meanwhile, Xia was just standing there surprised. Huh, why didn't I take damage? Lucky me. Seeing the kid's clueless face, Roland groaned internally. Worst. Acting. Ever. Playing dumb and avoiding eye contact. Seriously, Fenrir kept attacking, roaring in fury. Damn it all, die humanity's hope. Xia finally turned, looking bewildered. Big bro Roland's thoughts were racing. I'm maxed out here. Are you really not gonna help? Just then, the kid with the twin buns sprinted forward. 2 bottles of blue liquid went flying toward Roland. Big bro, helping hand incoming. Lalan blinked, confused. What the vials smashed right in front of Fenrir's face. Darkness swallowed the scene instantly. Time seemed to freeze. Then boom, the blue liquid detonated. A massive explosion reduced the ground to rubble. Smoke blinded everyone. The minions started freaking out, shouting Roland's name in the chaos. Staring into the dissipating smoke, Xia let out a panicked shout. Big bro Roland, but a golden glow pierced the haze. Fenrir stood there, a glowing orb charged in its mouth. Roland had triggered a divine shield just in time. Fenrir looked shocked. What? The impact force changed. The monster's mouth was wide open, charging a nuke. I broke that shield easily. A second ago. Something feels off. Fenrir fired the orb anyway. Roland stood his ground. It's your level, mutt. It's different. The beast looked down. What? Fenrir, the B-rank mutant, just got hit with a purification potion. Berserk mode dispelled. Level dropped back to 76. My gluttony stats. Gone. The monster jumped back, body shrinking to its original form. It stared at the broken glass on the ground. That potion. Impossible AC rank item dispelling an S rank trait that shouldn't exist. Roland tilted his head, ready to question the source. What kind of potion is that? Xie hugged the stash of bottles innocently. Didn't think it'd work that well. I've got tons more. Want some? Roland and Fenrir both froze. The atmosphere around Roland turned dark. I get it now. I see the play. It was all a setup. Didn't step in earlier because the werewolf and I weren't fully committed to killing each other. Waited until it was do or die, then sent the kid in. Watched us fight to the death for entertainment. Roland's mood hit rock bottom. We're just puppets dancing for a clown. Tears of rage welled up in Roland's eyes. Any last words? Fenrir panicked, screaming, "Why are you so mad? I'm the one cornered here." Roland drew the blade. Light engulfed Roland's body. Is that your final testament? The beast stuttered in fear. Fenrir leaped into the sky, vanishing into thin air. I'm done messing with you, freaks. Xie's eyes lit up, rushing to Roland's side. Big bro, Roland, knew you'd come save us. Save us again? How can I ever repay you? Finally got the guts to go outside for a quest reward, and boom, disaster strikes. Lucky you showed up. Roland didn't reply, just side-eyed the kid. Thinking classic. The danger ends and the mask goes back on. Like nothing happened. Roland let out a heavy sigh, brows furrowing. But then the actor switch flipped. Mr. Xia is right. Rest easy, Mr. Xia. As long as I'm here, no mutant trash will hurt anyone. Xia's eyes sparkled with excitement. Totally feel safe now. Roland forced a smile. Fun's over. Heading back to the city, Xia tilted ahead. Ha, is it really over? Roland looked exhausted. Unless you have a better idea. The kid pointed innocently. The mutant ran away, didn't it? Roland looked bored. Its traits got purified. It's not a threat anymore. Xia sighed dramatically. But for a low-level scrub like me, it's still super dangerous, right? It usually only hunts demons, but didn't you just reject its alliance? Roland looked tired, climbing onto the bike. Got it. I'm going after it. Xie clapped hands in delight. Yay. Suddenly, a subordinate ran up. Lord Roland. Roland glanced over. Cleanup is on you. I cleared the troublemakers nearby. Just escort the kids and the players back to the safe zone. The minion hesitated. And the Demon King, Roland sighed. Safe zone. Keep him happy. Don't provoke him. Roland zoomed off. Xie waved enthusiastically. Go get him, big bro. The group started boarding the transport. One guy walked up. Mr. Xie, take this seat. Xie spun around, impressed. Oh, hopping onto the truck happily. Don't mind if I do. Suddenly a face appeared at the window. You're Xie, right? Bell bowed low, tucking hair behind an ear. Apologies. Said I'd guide you on the quest, but failed to protect you. Bell stood outside, calling out softly. Xie. Smiling brightly now. Didn't know you were tight with Roland. Jack cut in. Oh right, here's those 2 gold coins back. We're all friends here, why talk about debts? Let's party up next time, yeah. Even the driver grinned. Friends of Mr. Xia are VIPs. An invitation extended. Ride with us. But from the shadows of the vehicle. Instant rejection. Friends hardly. This was a transaction. Mercenaries hired for protection. Yet, at the first sign of danger. Abandonment. A betrayal not easily forgiven. The driver grinned like he just won the lottery. Gotcha. He whipped out a rope and bound their wrists tight. Enjoy the free ride, losers. The trio sat there, jaws practically hitting the floor, absolutely clueless about what was happening. The car rolled up to a massive ritzy mansion. A guy holding a stack of papers looked down at the crew with cold eyes. So spill it. What kind of mess did you idiots get into? Sitting pretty behind bars, someone guessed, scamming extortion. The guy's gaze dropped to the report in hand, ignoring the chatter. Red ink screamed off the page. Crime threatening, the innocent civilian Demon King Xie. Sentence. 3 years, hard labor. But then bam, the stamp slammed down. Let's just change that to blackmail, the boss decided, leaving the trio stunned. Morning news flash, the Sky City Guard squad just busted an illegal racket by total accident. Collecting protection fees from low-level players, pathetic behavior. Officials issued a statement. We call on all players to level up through official channels. Let's live in harmony and build a peaceful world, people. Breaking news from the front lines. The missing kids have been found safe and sound. The suspect. A mutant werewolf named Fenrir, currently on the run and hiding in the shadows. Humanity's hope, Roland is hot on the trail to save the day. And let's not forget the enthusiastic citizen Mr. Xie, who generously lent a hand to the rescue effort. A microphone was shoved forward. Mr. Xie, any thoughts? He flashed a shy smile, cheeks going pink. Haha, total coincidence. Just pure luck. The reporter leaned in, sensing a scoop. Mr. Xie, rumor has it, you were also at the recent spirit auction. Before the question could even land, someone stormed in from outside to interrupt the interview. People are saying you're a god-tier hidden boss. What's your real identity? A hand blocked the camera lens abruptly. That's enough. No more questions. Cut the feed. But the press didn't stop. Why aren't you on the leaderboards? Is Sky City hiding your stats to protect the balance of power? Do you have a secret deal with Roland? Back at the base, Bellio and Babylon watched the media circus. Suddenly it clicked. Wait, isn't that wolf heading straight for Fenrir's side? The beast tore up the road at 140 clicks an hour, muttering like a maniac. Can't fall here, won't fall here. Still couldn't figure out how things went so wrong. I had the traits active, offered a perfect collaboration plan, and humanity still wouldn't give me a chance. Rage turned Fenrir's eyes a blazing blood-red crimson. Doesn't matter, once I survive this, I'll make Roland my personal pet. Intel said the Demon King's base was established after the descent. The Great Demon King is away, so the base is empty. Perfect. I wanted to keep them as reserve food, but it's snack time now. The wolf locked onto a funky-looking skyscraper with modern architecture. Inside, the kids were playing totally clueless about the danger. Crash Fenrir smashed through the window like a wrecking ball. I need to recharge. Time for you all to be sacrificed. A massive roar shook the room, and Anne Liu swallowed the children. Become my nutrients. Glass shards flew like shrapnel, but the demon caretaker stepped up to tank the hit. A measly level 76 mutant dares invade demon territory. Fenrir didn't chat, claws slashed through the air with zero hesitation. Move it. The attack connected, a scream of pain echoed. Arg actual level 36, get wrecked. Know your place. A red flash zipped overhead, sending the kids into a trembling panic. Sister Nanny Fenrir opened wide rows of jagged fangs gleaming in the light. Skill-activated gluttony. The kids wailed in terror. Boo-hoo, suddenly, bam. A heavy hit to the wolf's spine. The nanny stood up, shaking but defiant. Not finished yet. As long as breath remains in this body, you won't touch a single hair on these kids. Fenrir kicked off the air, launching a missile strike. Boom! A brutal knee to the gut. The nanny went flying, slamming into the concrete so hard the wall spider webbed with cracks. She slumped to the floor, motionless. HP bar flashing critical. The wolf turned trembling. You! Who are you? Two silhouettes loomed in the distance, watching the chaos. Hands on hips, Bellio and Babylon didn't say a word. Their aura said it all. Lord Bellio, Lord Babylon. Fenrir stumbled back in pure shock. Great demons, why aren't you dead? Was my intel trash? Wait. Sniff, sniff. Being a wolf mutant had perks. Hold up. I can smell it. You. A ghostly image of Shie appeared behind Bellio. You reek of that brat. The more the wolf talked, the darker Bellio's expression got. That scent only comes from sleeping together. Babylon's side-eyed Bellio disbelief written all over. No way. Since meeting the Demon King, we've been sleeping in the cat nest. Belial's face twisted in horror. What kind of look is that? It's not true. Babylon spat blood and passed out cold from the shock. The kids looked at each other, the gossip train leaving the station. What Lord Belial met the Demon King? They slept together. Did you hear that, guys? Belial had the Demon King's baby suddenly bow materialize out of thin air. Silence. The creature stared down Fenrir. You recognize the master's scent. Wolf, have you met the boss? Fenrir's brain started churning. Master, only one person could command a great demon. The image of a trembling Shie flashed in mind. Don't tell me. That brat is the Demon King. He played me. He had the purification cure ready, acted like a weakling, and let himself get caught just to infiltrate my lair. Plan executed perfectly. Sneaked right into my base. And what did I do? Bragged about eating demons right to his face. I only eat demons. Demons are just food. That explains why Roland shouted, on behalf of the Demon King, I will destroy you. Pure terror washed over the wolf. I didn't know anything. I was the only clown in the circus. Bao strolled over deadly calm. Now that the truth is out, ready to meet your maker. Fenrir just flopped onto the floor, totally defeated. I can't even get up. Honestly, just end it. I don't want to live anymore. The finishing blow was coming, then stopped midair. Bao paused, sensing something odd. This mutant power. It comes from the master. Why is the master's energy concentrated here? A flicker of confusion crossed Bao's face. Maybe the master kept this thing alive because it's still useful. Bao hopped off the wolf with a judgmental glare. Lucky day, Mutt. I'm giving you a shot. We're taking you to the master to beg for mercy. The girls watched Bao approach. After seeing the news, we couldn't sit still. Still worried, so thanks for the escort, Bao. The creature glanced back. If the Demon King gets mad about this unauthorized trip, it's on you guys. Got it. The squad, 2 demons, and a cat marched out through the giant hole in the wall. All right, let's go home. But someone was watching. Hiding behind a nearby rock, a figure shook like a leaf peering at them. Roland clutched the tree, bark knuckles white with fear. Accidentally discovered the main demon base. Name's Roland. Supposed to be humanity's hope, but right now drowning in despair. I was just trying to find the kidnapper, not the end of the world. Tracking the beast, Fenrir, led straight into the jaws of hell. A fatal miscalculation. Now standing alone, encircled by the 3 great demons, Babylon's voice cut through the tension. Apologies. No witnesses allowed. Darkness veiled Roland's expression. Humanity's strongest warrior calculated the odds. In a duel, Babylon. Neither could match the hero's blade. But against all of them, victory was a delusion. Suddenly, Bao Bao launched into the air. See you in the afterlife. Desperation clawed at Roland's throat. One option remains. The ultimate trump card activated. Skilled Demon King Protection. The lethal strike descended, only to freeze. A radiant formation blazed across the earth. Bao Bao's killing intent vanished, replaced by sharp scrutiny. Repeat those words. Silence fell over the shattered ruins. Roland let out a shaky, confident laugh. Is this the extent of the demonic intelligence blind to the master's true design? Bell hissed, fury igniting. A human claims to understand the ruler better than us? Arrogance, Babylon roared. Lies, but Bao Bao's voice cut through like thunder. Let him speak. Roland seized the narrative. The initial command. Rescue the children taken by the variants. Fragile lives belong in the sanctuary, not the battlefield. Doubt lingered. Could the mission succeed? Yet, upon arrival, the master was already watching. The variants were lured here. To you. Babylon gasped. Impossible. Why this complexity? Why not simply annihilate the enemy? Is the Great One merely bored? Bell interjected, voice trembling. No. The human speaks truth. Babylon froze. What? A twisted realization dawned. As the oracle closest to the throne. This grand design was foreseen long ago. Babylon reeled in shock. Ah, Bao Bao nodded solemnly. Since the veil is lifted, I shall drop the charade. This is the master's will. Babylon panicked internally. Am I the only one left in the dark? Bell smirked. Intimacy brings insight after all. Roland seized the momentum. Exactly. With mutual confirmation. The truth is undeniable. The master foresaw the peril facing his subordinates, yet remained passive. Why? Because on the chessboard of fate, every move concealed a deeper intent. Neither the rescue of human whelps, nor the slaughter of beasts, was the endgame. The children were merely pawns, a pretext to guide his loyal subjects to safety. Bao Bao grinned, and then Liu covering his face, sharp. You see the truth. Tiny footsteps echoed from above. Lord Bell, who is the guest? Innocent eyes peered down. A human? Is that Roland? Roland stiffened. Killing intent surged from the demons. Eliminate the witness. Burden the master no further. But in a blur of motion, the hero stood before the children. A blindingly bright smile masked the tension. Let's move. Confusion washed over the young ones. Time to meet the Demon King. System alert. Crimson notifications flooded the vision. Application pending. Denied. Request rejected by system. Access denied. The digital rejection coincided with a physical one. Ding dong. Who dares? Confusion reigned at the sight of the gathering crowd. You expect. Disbelief. Bao Bao sat atop the legendary beast Fenrir like a conqueror. Raise that monster. And these bratty humans too. Teary eyes sparkled. Please take us in. The aura darkened instantly. Permission. None asked. Authority, none given. What kind of absurdity is this? A pet raising another pet. Fenrir trembled, sensing the predator. The food bill alone would be astronomical. A glance upward. Denied. Claws unsheathed. A silent threat from Bao Bao. Logic became the weapon. Self-preservation is barely managed. Yet a beast is desired. Who bears the cost of this gluttony? Pause. Calculation. Technically. The grocery bill falls on Babylon and Bell. The shrunken demons trembled at the financial thought. Fine. Spoiled brats. Chain it in the yard if you must. Bao Bao's mind raced. A test. The master desires the beast but feigns reluctance. Tears streamed down the monster's snout. Mercy granted. From this day forth, call me loyal, hound caged, submissive. Master. Roland stepped forward with a politician's smile. Mr. Xie, surely these orphans fall under your care as well. The audacity was staggering. Since when did this become an orphanage? Roland's gaze intensified. Analyzing, calculating. Roland's inner monologue raced. He planned this. My deduction hit the mark. Xiaoye's expression shifted. Shadows danced. A smirk that promised chaos. A whisper barely audible. The beast Fenrir was tracked. These children were its intended prey. No records exist. Ghosts in the system. Perfect cover. Xiaoye let out a dry chuckle. Unknown origins deemed acceptable. What is this play? The government hero demanding civic duty. Debts are owed to Roland. Refusal would be tasteless. Housing them is impossible. However, inventory clearance. Unsold beginner gear. Better than freezing. Sponsorship initiated. Target orphanage. The property acquisition included a bonus plot. Wasteland until now. Roland's eyes widened. An orphanage, Xiaoye internally screamed. The budget bleeds, physical damage taken from wallet loss, HP -1, a tug at the fabric. Brother Xiaoye. The gaze shifted down. Orphans. Drifters without a harbor. The hand extended. Hesitant. heavy, pity, no, wait. Gears turned. A strategy forms. If Roland desires assistance, a proposal exists. An idea, Xia Yi revealed the master plan. Establishment a guild. A banner to unite the strays. Mutual benefit, protection. A label changes everything, from homeless to members. Investment requires return. Guild creation conditions. Draconian. Exorbitant fees. Combat power thresholds. Headcount quotas. But the reward, a 15% reduction in transaction fees. The ultimate prize. With reputation this high, a 5% discount is locked in, could even stack up to 20%. Plus, leveraging the guild means grinding more events and stacking serious cash. The math doesn't lie, it's a steal. Total luck finding this, otherwise it would have been a massive waste. Roland stares at the guild application. Probably just a fake out to reject it and start a new crew, right? If that's the level of the scheme, fine, whatever. But then, the system board flashes approval. Guild creation successful. Wait, what? That guild name? Roland stands there, brain buffering as the text burns into the retina. Congratulations to Xia Ye. The Overworld Guild is officially online. Every pair of eyes in the vicinity locks onto the duo. Overworld. The kids look up, eyes shimmering with pure idol worship. Overworld. Does that mean a sanctuary for the entire globe? A place where everyone can join, rely on each other. So wholesome. Syl just smirks. Wrong. Overworld means transcending boundaries. The master wants to build a realm where every race exists in harmony. Bellio's expression goes pitch black. Absolute morons. That is not it. It just proves Roland has zero clue about the chaos currently unfolding. Over. As in game over for the world. Realization hits. Jaw hits the floor. Tears start streaming. Why hit the approve button? What kind of nightmare just got authorized? Right at that second, the new faction Overworld stands established. Hao Ran is hyping it up. The Demon King actually made a guild. Xia Yi scans the system interface. Hao Ran requests entry. And Liu Jiu. Xiao Yuan. The requests keep pinging. Eyes trace every single name popping up on the holographic display. The whole squad assembles. Notification. You have joined Overworld. Hao Ran freezes, stunned by the situation. This isn't just a membership. It's a system promotion to Dungeon Leader level 3635. New title acquired. Hao Ran, the Demon King's Hooligan Fang. Sounds savage. Xiao Yuan instinctively whips around to look back. Hao Ran materializes out of thin air, fully armed, mob in tow. Voices tremble. What is going on with them? A dark, suffocating aura suddenly swallows the entire area. Why? Hao Ran turns back, a sinister grin plastering that face. Simple. The faction alignment just shifted. Suddenly, it's enemies all around. Meanwhile, dead silence at Xia Ye's fortress, until a light explodes from Sally's body. This sensation, the form warps, expands. A giant monster rises. You are now Dungeon Leader level 13,109, title kin of the Demon King's lair. Sally is buzzing with adrenaline. Before, just a mere illusion without substance. Now the Demon King gifts a physical form. A red dot pulses on the map screen. Kang Wu's voice drops low. An anomaly on the radar. That red dot is a dungeon. Someone chimes in. The mansion inside the safe zone. It just mutated into a full-blown dungeon instance. Bougie observes, running the numbers. Risk assessment, critical. Beyond calculation. Whispers under breath. Player progression is stagnant, yet the Demon King's influence expands like a plague. Humanity has never stood against a threat this massive. Hand crushes the cross tight. Oh, almighty. Rose lounges on the bed, eyes glued to the glowing screen. Praying for salvation, a chuckle escapes. Relax. If it goes to hell, a goddess descent will fix everything. Back at the gates of Xia Ye's fortress, Roland stands solitary under the blazing sun, totally lost. How did it come to this? The title Humanity's Hope feels like a heavy joke right now. Giving up is not an option. Roland. Even if the path ahead is pure darkness, hope remains. Gritting teeth. Hope is the one thing that never fades. Shadows loom from above. Two figures gazing down with disdain. Look at that struggle. Pathetic. Resistance is absolutely futile, because Bellio knows the truth. The Demon King orchestrated every single move. Babylon adds to the narrative. Our victory isn't just likely, it is inevitable destiny. Bellio speaks slowly. But for the likes of us. The door swings open, Syl yells. Chow time, sisters, the menacing aura vanishes. Eyes sparkle instantly. Coming Bellio now in tiny chibi form sits at the table. About that destiny, the trio agrees in unison. Being the master's pampered pets is the ultimate goal. Fenrir is demolishing food but freezes mid-bite. Eyes dart upward. Demon King. What brings the boss here? Xiaye's expression is terrifyingly dark. The mutant Wolf King. The one plotting with Roland to devour every demon in existence. Voice drops to sub-zero temperatures. That was the plan, wasn't it? Hemph.